Okay.
I just hold it. Do I just hold it like that?
Oh shit.
Like, I'll sit like this and just be like,
Oh shit.
smack it.
Oh shit.
Yo,
I
smack
was
it
that
right in the
guy.
middle. Yeah, slap that.
Right in the ass.
beautiful.
I was that guy at one time. Yeah,
Oh,
that's
You
me.
still that guy, bro.
The
Forever,
original,
you're
the
that.
first ever 155-pound world champion. This guy right here.
Forever,
Damn.
you're that guy,
Thank you.
man.
Thank you.
Fuck.
Appreciate it.
That is insane, dude. That is insane.
Right.
Guys, Jen streams on Twitch now. You can find him at twitch.tv/JensPulver. That's correct, right?
Yep, that's it.
JENSPULVER. Guys, give him a follow. He deserves a lot of exposure, deserves a platform. Absolute legend. Not to mention, listen, I think it's about time. I think it's about time someone on Twitch that's on the internet can give you real tips, okay? Everyone's a goddamn UFC fighter in 2019. You know what I'm saying? Everyone's giving tips. But now you're the real deal sitting here with the actual credibility. And don't even say like you. 9 years jiu-jitsu. I get it. Okay, I get the joke. It's not a joke. Okay, I'll bring my goddamn trainer on next podcast with Jens. They can have a nice talk. Okay, it'll be a nice time.
I'm in.
Hey.
I'm in.
Anyways, guys, welcome, Jens. This is amazing. And seeing you and Manuel go at it with each other is the cutest thing.
Awesome.
Even though you're both like men, like as you're as like testosterone as it gets.
We giggling. Dude,
It's
we
still
giggling.
cute,
listen.
dude.
If you guys have never seen the documentary Driven about Jens, you guys must watch that documentary. It's just fucking good. Like, I remember watching it, and then instantly after I tweeted at you, Jens, and you answered. And I swear I told the world that Jens Pulver tweeted at me.
Hell yeah, dude. I'm
I
telling
was
you
like-
what. I appreciate that. It's very cool. Thank you
man.
very much. I'm humbled. without
No,
a doubt.
but it's true, man. It's, oh my God. You don't even know. I'm completely. I'm sorry, guys. I'm sorry.
Look,
but-
we're gonna fanboy right here. That's what's crazy. Hey, you gotta anytime, man. Come on the street. I'm sitting on Twitch TV, Jens Pulver. I've just been gaming, and
Dude.
I'll tell you what it is. Here's what I've loved about it the most, and for everybody else in the chat. Hey guys, you know, I think what helped me a lot was having to retire from fighting when you're still like, man, you're done. But I'm like, man, I feel physically. I'm like, oh, but man, I couldn't put it there and it had to be done. I started streaming. I've been doing it now for 18 months. Me and Snoop Pie and Flesh and my moderators, and it's that interaction, fan interaction. What I missed the most, and now look at how far it's taken me. When I'm sitting there, I get to bullshit with you because I remember following and rapping with you on Twitter and Instagram. I follow Manuel on everything, so it's man, it's crazy. But that's like really helped me let go of the fact that I can no longer, you know, be an athlete. I'm done, quote unquote, fighting, and now it's time to move on. And this helped me out. This helped me a long time. You know what I mean? To be able to hang out and have that interaction, shit, it's made a big difference. You know what I mean?
Do you find yourself having the same type of feeling streaming on Twitch that you did? I mean, I know you can't replicate competing, of course, in the UFC, but do you find like the fan interaction to be like the same type of deal?
No, I love it, and that's it. Yeah, it means a lot to me. Just that's one of the things I missed the most was just again. And I've always told people, and I don't want to take over the streamer tonight, but the thing is, you know, people give me time. They take time to just come up and meet you. That's a gift, man. That's a huge gift. But not only do they take time, they wait in line. And then to have that time, I've always known that's the greatest gift any one person can give you is their time. And I've always been respectful. I've always loved that, and it's meant the world to me. And yeah, so the fact that even 10 people, 5 people, you know, want to come in and hang out, they're giving me their time. So yeah, man, I think that's probably the most important thing I've done in fighting, and just being around it. Yeah, man, it's huge, big.
This is the most humble man who could kick your ass in 2 seconds.
True.
I'm gonna stalk you on Twitch, man. I have so many questions, man. You have no idea.
Squad W. Squad
Dude,
W.
I mean,
boy.
I know.
What do you mean,
bro,
Squad
but
W?
I'm sorry, but I'm like,
Let's talk 'em.
I'm tripping, Manuel. This is
I
cool
have
as hell,
a
man. Real
million.
cool.
I'm a huge MMA fan for so many years, and you were always one of my favorite guys to follow. Like, dude, I am so pumped that you're on Twitch.
Yep, thank you. And we get to meet right here, Trainwreckstv, man. I can't even PS4. Man, I gotta go back and look at it. And he's like, dude, you gotta talk Trainwrecks. And I'm like, I gotta look. I looked over. I'm like, shit. I go check him out. I'm like, he's doing this IRL and chat. I'm like, oh hell yeah. So then I had to message. Well, I followed you, right? Trainwrecks. I followed him.
I think so, right?
I followed him yesterday, and then it kind of led to this, and then bam. Now I'm like, holy shit. I'm like, I want to talk to Trainwrecks. I'm like, oh my god, it's Manuel. He fucking sitting. It's just the way shit circles. It's nuts. I'm tripping.
It's the networking upon networking, dude. It's the way to go. Yep.
Hell yeah.
Hey, this is awesome, dude. Manuel and Jens fanboying over each other. That's that's the cutest thing ever, dude.
Bro.
The question here is, now here's the question I have. If you guys could switch roles for a day, just for a day, would you do it?
Yeah.
Hell no.
Hell no.
Hell no.
Yeah.
I would like, man, have you ever, like you guys got.
But what if, hey, Manuel, what if that one day was just practice?
Well, no, I just don't want to get punched in the face.
You don't have to be in the octagon. It's just practice. Like it was the run day. We were just running,
man,
or something on that day.
Man, your fight with BJ Penn, dude. Fuck.
Thank you.
So good, man.
That's
so.
insane.
Like, if you don't know me, and BJ Penn and I, we go back a long ways. And back when I was the world champ, he came in as the rising star. In fact, I went 25 minutes with Kyle Uno to win the first ever 155-pound division. So I'm the god. I started the lightweight division. There was no weight class until I used to fight, the 185. I fought no weight class, no time limit, and stuff like that. And then so we finally created a 155-pound division. This kid BJ Penn came in, and we all kept hearing about him. Like, dude, this guy was a world champion, a black belt in jiu-jitsu. He's amazing.
In 2 years, he won Abu Dhabi in 2 years.
Yeah, he crushed everything. He was the most decorated American in Brazilian jiu-jitsu. And then I watched him fight. And here's what people don't know. He beat Joey Gilbert.
Mm-hmm.
Joey Gilbert was my roommate in college. Yeah, so then he beat my roommate, like, oh, holy shit, right? So then he comes in, then he fights Uno. And I happen to be commentating, and he beats Uno in, 33 seconds or whatever it was. I'm like, holy shit, I fought him for 5 rounds, 5-minute rounds. Uno was the champ in Japan. They brought him over, we fought, and BJ knocks him out. I shit you not in like 30 seconds. And I'm commentating. And they're going, dude, I do not relish you, Jens. I can't, man, I don't envy you, partner. I can't. I'm like, hey, he ain't evil. He ain't me. And so we're the first ever non-heavyweight main event to headline a show. And he and I fought, and I beat him.
Yeah, beautiful.
And then later on, we ended up coming back. We did the Ultimate Fighter, and I beat him in ping pong. And then Nate Diaz, my boy Nate Diaz, was the winner of the season 5. But then BJ did beat me at the end, and so now we're even. But we're friends now, so we're retired, or we should be retired. I'm retired, and now we're friends now, though.
Yeah, man. Fuck, that was so beautiful, man. That was so beautiful, and you guys with all the like Militich team, like you guys were the kings of UFC.
There was a moment, without a doubt. There was a moment.
I just figured kings of UFC. There was man. There was so many.
Yeah, Matt Hughes and me, Tony Friedman, Jeremy Horn, Tim Sylvia
everyone. Robbie Lawler was.
Lawler was. Yeah. In fact, he moved in with me when he was right after high school. Robbie, he was my partner. Yeah. So, and we got him into fighting and everything. I mean, he was always a fighter, anyways. But yeah, I met Robbie when he was 18 and a senior in high school. I moved.
Oh my god, man.
Sorry, we're fanboys. Anyways, hey, what up, Trainwrecks?
Hey, what up, baby?
Sorry guys. I don't mean to take over, but like
I can't help it, man. It's like we having this big reunion. Sorry.
This is actually great. Like, Manuel, ask any questions you have, and then we can get started. I want to hear these.
I have so many questions. Like you don't even know. Like, we're gonna spend the whole podcast like me asking questions. So I don't want to do that.
But the rest of them like, fuck Jens Pulver. God dang, let's talk about something.
You're going to bring topics. I'm going to say, fuck this. Let's just talk to Jens.
All right. Choose your best question that you think would be great. Ask that. And then I want Jens to ask you a question about the porn industry and what he's curious about.
If you have to pick one fight, like your like best memory fighting? Like, which fight would that be?
When I fought Stephen Bozo Paulin. And the reason why it's my favorite fight of all is it's not because I won. I was in Hawaii, and there was just something about being in Hawaii, man. The crowd, they understood the game even back then, and you just had to walk in. I was fighting one of their OGs, one of their top guys, and he's been in there, he's been on the island for a long time. But for me, it was most important because it was the only time in my career that I had both my brothers with me. My brother's been locked up. He's serving 55 years in prison now, but he was out for just a little bit, and that was that one fight. And so it was the one time for me that I had both of my brothers with me, and I'll hold on to that probably for the rest of my life. Throughout my entire career, my brother, he was in all kinds of trouble. My baby brother, Abel, stayed with me and was with me throughout the entire thing. But that one time I got to have my middle brother with me. That's without a doubt the biggest fight. And like I said, I did end up winning the fight. I won by knockout. It was an absolute crazy war. And to go into Hawaii of all places and to earn that kind of respect where they're literally coming after you and giving you a high five, you got to earn it over there especially. I mean, they're real. They're real fans. They're real, you can't walk in there fake. They'll smack you up. And so to walk away from there and fight one of their hometown guys and to beat him and to have that kind of respect, yeah, it was huge, man. It was huge.
Fuck.
Damn.
That's the fight. That was the fight.
I actually have a question for you, Jens, and this is more into my my imagination than it is anything. Have you ever had like extremely rich and powerful people ask you to throw a fight?
No, I've never been asked to throw a fight.
Okay, because like I have this idea that like, what do you do like at a point of success when you're an athlete and people are betting on your games or matches? What is this something that happens? Is this something that do you think this is something that happens where people approach people and offer them great loads of money or threaten them to do these kind of things, or is this only in movies?
I'm gonna have to say, just based off what I know and what I do, one, it's never ever even been. You hear about it in stories, literally. You know what I mean? Maybe a boxing match in time, but I don't think you ever hear about anything like that. I've never in my entire life ever been a pro. I don't think they can get past Pat Miletich, Jeremy Horn, and Matt Hughes to ask me a question. You know what I mean? They were my cornermen. Tony Fricklin. It's Tim Sylvia and stuff like that. So if they were ever trying to get a hold of me, I never seen it. You know what I mean?
Hey,
Yeah.
I was just curious because
No, but I've heard the same kind of thing. Like, we all talk about, Pride back in the day. They used to say that they were work matches and stuff. But the reality was, what I did learn about over there was, even though sometimes they were quote unquote pro wrestlers, they also, their version of pro wrestling and then fighting, there wasn't much different other than they might choreograph who's going to win the fight, but they still beat the shit out of each other.
Yeah,
that's what I used to hear.
Yeah,
they were still throwing.
Real athletes too.
Wait, so I have a question, right, for Jens. So since you used to fight people for a living, right? Did you ever maybe cross a certain line where as you were fighting someone? Because for example, I come from a video game background where I have to beat people up in a video game, right? So I never feel bad if I beat them up too bad. It's a video game, right? But in your profession, if you beat someone up too bad, you're actually hurting them, right? You could potentially severely hurt someone. Is there ever in a point in your career where you were just I don't want to try too hard because I feel like I could seriously hurt this person, but I can still win? Or were there certain times where it doesn't matter? If they take too much damage, then it's their problem. We're fighting. I'm gonna try my 100%. I'm just curious,
Well, it's kind of like Masvidal had a great point when they were talking about after this fight with Askren, which I'm sure a lot of people have seen. And
It was a little quick.
But he threw the 2 punches afterwards, and he said exactly the deal. He goes, "My job is not to stop. That's the ref's job. The ref jump."
True.
And that's the one thing about this is, remember, we train for each other. We get out there. We know what we're doing, and so that's the ref's job. Your job is to punch until. I've seen a few times where someone's had a submission on and they fainted, and the guy let go, and they laughed at, they was playing him, and it's what? And then the referee would literally tell him, "Why did you let go? You listen for me." We're always taught, listen for the ref. If the referee's too slow, that's on him. But our job, we fight until the ref stops it. So I don't. You know what I mean? I don't ever feel too bad about it.
So you're basically you basically play completely to win, and if the ref says something, you listen to that. And that's final. Okay.
Look at what happened with.
Now, don't get me wrong. Now, there has been times, sorry, Manuel, where
No,
I
wait.
have thrown a punch and my guy was stumbling, and I point, I'm like, really? But he's still moving. You know what I'm saying? Even I was like, real okay, and I went in and landed one more punch, and then they're like, yeah, and I'm going, you know. So again, I'm not saying that there's the best referees out there in every single fight, but that's the game, man. My game is, but I do understand what you're saying. If he's laying there dead, like in a corpse pose, no, I'm not going to punch him. I'm going to go ahead and walk away. You know what I mean? There is that. So there's not like there's this on button that just doesn't fucking turn off, pardon my language, until the referee goes, Jens, wake up. It's like, no, I mean, I'm like, whap. And if he's dead, I'm like, you want me to do this? And then, you know what I mean? I go down and I've actually had a fight where I was literally, I threw the punches and I looked at him, I go, really? But he's like, the guy's still squirming. So I get it, because here's what the opposite side of it is. And they're always going to say is, why the fuck did you stop this? That's your natural reaction. The second, I don't care if you were unconscious for 30 seconds and all of a sudden the ref saw you pop, what the fuck are you stopping for? Because they don't remember what they were just witnessing. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
They feel fine. So there's a fine line in the game, but the reality is only once or twice did I wish I could just keep soccer kicking them. Yes. But at the same token, I've been knocked out where I've walked up and I've seen people jumping up and down. And I've always told people this, man, look, if you don't want them dancing on your grave, don't let them kill you. I mean, that's the game. You know what I mean? That's the game.
Look at what happened to Robbie against Ben Askren, where he completely demolished Askren. The referee doesn't jump in. He should have jumped in, because Askren was like, somehow he recovers and then puts Robbie in a weird choke, and the referee stops it thinking that Robbie's out, and Robbie's not out. Like anyone who's done a little jiu-jitsu, you know that if a guy gets choked out, the moment you let go, the guy doesn't just jump back up and be like, if you're out, choked, you're out. It's, you know, once you let go, it's going to take a little time to get back up. Like Robbie, you even see Robbie with his finger, like thumbs up, and then at one point you see his arm go limp. But people do that also to relax when they're getting choked. You know, well, I think that fight could have been stopped, but it didn't. And look, Askren came back. Then the choke, I think it was bullshit, but it's the proof that you have to keep going until the ref stops it, because if you don't keep going, the guy might get back and then
Fuck
get
you up.
you.
Yeah.
And then get you.
So
So you have to finish.
So I probably have like, go ahead.
no, please go ahead.
Probably my next question is like, I don't know. I'm just asking these like kind of general questions just because I want to get more information, because I'm not that knowledgeable. So I want to just learn like a little couple things. Probably my next question is along the lines of like, so like obviously, you know, since it's a fight, you know, you obviously will get hurt quite often. Do I have a question, right? So when you're like in the heat of the moment, right, and you have like adrenaline going on, do you actually feel when you get hit like by something really hard, or does your body just like stop responding at some point? Like how does it go?
I mean, there's some. I mean, there are some things where, and like I said, and that's the other thing I remember with that Bozo Pauling fight more than anything was, I remember he was hitting me, and I was thinking to myself, oh my God, I wish I was getting knocked out. I'm like, God dang, these are hurting so bad. He's tattooing my head. And I was like, man, these are killing me. But then again, a lot of the shots that knock you unconscious, you never seen them. You have no idea even happened, and you literally just get blitzed, and you're just, and next thing you know, I mean, you're never going to get those 5 seconds before and the 5 seconds after, and you're going to be trying to figure out what happened the whole time. So I've had a little bit of both, but I've been hit with some shots where I was like, man, I wish to God this one would have, you know what I mean? The ones you do feel suck. Those leg kicks, stuff like that. I mean, again, I go back to like Uriah Faber fighting Jose Aldo, and just to take those leg kicks, oh, goodness, it was crazy. But yeah, there are things that you will feel in the fight, but you know you got to push past it, and adrenaline does help with a lot of it. But that's kind of what you do with all that sparring, is just like in anything else, you learn. I don't be like, oh my God, you know, that punch hurt. I'm like, fuck, he hit me, I got to get him back. You know what I mean? That's the difference. Where some people are like, oh my God, he just punched me in the face. I'm like, fuck, he hit me. Now I got to hit him 2 times because the judges are thinking about this, and it becomes the game. You know what I mean? And once you make it the game, you're not so worried about if it hurts you or not. You're like, shit, he's too ahead of me. I got to get him. Or when I stumble, I'm like, God dang it, I got to figure out how I'm going to drop him. You know what I mean?
That's
How you become a champion. That's how with that mentality, you become a champion. You always have to outdo the guy. Always.
How much were you training like before fights? Like what was your training cycle?
I was literally 8 hours a day.
Holy shit.
Every day. I would take Sundays off. Saturdays were kind of a cruise day. Sundays was like a light jog. And you know, we had to do, again, you got your lifting and your conditioning on one side, you got then your striking practice, and you get your grappling practice. Some days you got to mix them in, you know, just different stuff. But again, I come from an old school military style. We used to spar 18. I mean, they talk about the military sparring still, you know what I mean? 18, 20 rounds of this stuff. And, you know, so they definitely lay off it quite a bit differently now. There's a lot more science behind it, a lot more working out. I think probably people ask me right now, if any one of you were to say, Jens, what can I do to get in shape right now? Like to help me get in fight shape. What's the one thing I could do? Get ready. Swim. Period. Swim.
Really?
Swim is the greatest. It's a stretch. There's no compact. I mean, it's anaerobic. Swimming is hands down the best thing in the world. 'Cause see, again, you got your cardio side of things when you're running and stuff. Then you see what makes people tired. Like, go look at Khabib. What makes Khabib such a great fighter? Everybody's getting bored. Like, Jens, you talk to me.
No, man.
I'm enjoying it.
Yeah, it's really interesting.
That's actually what you're saying is exactly what my soccer coach told me in college and in high school for ODP. They said swimming is the best thing you can do. It's an overall exercise, and it gets everything that you need that's important for endurance. Wait, am I dropping frames? I am.
Without the impact. Without the impact. Exactly. Yep.
Did you have to spar? Did you spar with Tim Sylvia? Because you guys were
he's massive. But I mean, we'd mess around. He was definitely a gentle giant. We had a lot of jarring back and forth and stuff like that because, again, I have little man syndrome. He was the heavyweight champion. I'm always bucking up. I'm the lightest weight. You know what I mean? Of course, I got little man. I'm a Chihuahua. I'm ready to fight anything. Doesn't matter, right? But you know, but yeah, like he's far on. But I remember Brad Imes, God love him. I was getting ready for a fight. And he just literally sat there and just put his arms up and let me just punch on his body. I wasn't being a dick, but I was sitting there just moving around and just beating on his body. You know what I mean? So he was my punching bag, getting warmed up one time. But yeah, no, I remember Tim hit me once. I just couldn't move, man. The whole glove, it just seemed like even if a piece of it caught my face, it would just dent me. I'm like, I can't get away from this goddamn glove. Boy. It was driving me nuts.
Yeah. You guys need to understand, if you don't know MMA, back then, like training at Militich, it was like, it would be like if LeBron, Kobe, Jordan trained together. Like those were
that's high praise.
But it's true. You guys were the best, the most feared team in the world. Like hands down. Yes, at the same time you would see, you know, Chuck, that was not a part of Militich, but there was Tito was not part of Militich. There was
we had we had 4 world champions at one time, 5 world champions in the UFC at one time, and we had one whole half the card on a UFC once.
Yeah, but you guys were the champs, but the other guys in the team were no jokes either. It's not because they were not the champs. Like those guys were all monsters, all monsters, and every weight class was dominated by you know the team Militich. It was fucking. I know I'm fanboying. I'm sorry. I have one more question, and then I'll try to stop.
I'm looking at everybody else and like, man, I'm tired of this. All right, Jen's gonna mute after this.
No, I like it.
It doesn't come out.
No, I like it. Trust me. This is my face. Listen, my face. If you look at my face. My face is the same as always, okay? It's just like, what next? What am I going to do next? I'm sitting here looking around. Listen, I have no content ever. This is a dream to me. Continue.
All right.
You fought in Pride, which was in Japan. Coming from America, like everyone, like I sat down, I had lunch with Bas Rutten years ago, and he was telling me, like, you literally fight in America where everyone goes crazy, it's so loud. And then you go to Japan, and the fans are so respectful and like
It's
you
Wimbledon. Wimbledon.
it's crazy, right?
Yeah, no, it's Wimbledon. I mean, I
That's-
was there one time at the New Year's Eve show, 65,000 in the Tokyo Dome, and you couldn't hear a word. And it's the funniest thing in the world when the American coaches come over there because they start yelling, "All right, you got to do this." I'll remember this for the rest of my life. Jeremy Horn was fighting, and we're like, "Okay, Jeremy, you got to do this, this, and this." And Jeremy's like, "I know, I can hear you." And he's on the ground. He's got like he's working his guard, and he looks over and goes, "I can hear you. Everybody can hear you." And he didn't realize it's dead quiet. Nobody's saying a word. You don't realize you're in this massive place. And then all of a sudden there was a guard pass. And then everybody starts clapping. It was literally Wimbledon. And they understood the ground game long before we did in the U.S. when we started getting more into jiu-jitsu. But out in Japan, and they would start clapping. And all of a sudden, if there was a submission or a KO, they would just erupt. You're like, where did all these people come from? I mean, it's different when you had to take a bus to go around to the other side to get to your walkout so you could walk out in front of all these people. And it's dead quiet. And you could just have a legit quiet conversation with your fighter. Hey, yeah, so we're going to go ahead and just do this. You know what I mean? And he didn't have to worry about stepping over anybody. But you get in the U.S. and it's just, and you'd be like, hey, can you hear me? You know what I mean? Yeah, that was always pretty cool. But I remember Jeremy Horn.
Jeremy was a beast,
in the middle of his fight, and he would look over and go, yeah, no, I can hear you. He's like, all right, got you. And we're screaming at the top of our lungs, you gotta do this. So yeah, it was pretty cool. It was real cool.
Fuck.
Damn. So
Anybody is juicing right now?
Huh?
You think anyone is juicing? That's not.
Juicing like in fighting?
Yeah.
Oh man, let me tell you, Osada is so big now. I mean, they're catching people if they eat tainted horse meat or tainted water or tainted supplements or, you know what I mean? There's a lot of issues right down to the picogram of one guy.
Right.
So I think it would be pretty hard if you were to do it, maybe you're doing it in the off season or something like that, but I've never, you know what? I don't care. I mean, you do what you do. If you get away with it, more power to you. If you don't, you don't. But I mean, it is what it is. I assume everybody. Hey, like Nate Diaz said, everybody's on steroids. You know? If you just assume everybody's on steroids, you're good. Good.
wait, tainted horse meat? What is that? So you can eat horse meat?
It was a joke. Who was it that somebody got busted back in the day, and they said something like it was tainted horse meat? It was just just an old joke. Yeah, it wasn't real. no, he was maxing with, but they were like, oh, it was tainted horse meat.
Well, you saw what happened with the Cuban guy, Romero, right?
Yeah.
That story is insane.
Yep.
The
Romero
fact
was.
that
Go ahead.
No, go ahead. You're the pro here, man.
You do it. No, I'm listening. You gotta go.
Pro.
Go. I'm listening to you, man. We'll go.
He got tested positive for steroids. I don't know which one exactly, and he claimed that it was from a supplement. And that guy has such a build. Like, if you see the guy, you would say, of course he's
42
juicing.
years old.
42 years old.
Yeah, he's 42 years old of God's creature. He's unreal.
His body is like sculpted in like rock. Like, it's insane, right? So everyone was very quick to accuse him and say, yeah, for sure he's cheating. But then they ended up he sued the company that did the supplements, and they ended up finding actual supplements, steroids in the supplement, and he won like 27 million.
I don't know if he'll get paid, but yeah, he won like 32 million or something like that.
Yeah,
I'd have to figure out, but yeah, he won a huge, because that cost him a lot, man. He got suspended, and he was in his 40s, and the last thing he needed to do is get 2 years suspension. It was on some tainted supplements that he was taking that he was buying over the counter, and they were the ones that had dirty ass ingredients, and he got it was like 32 million or something for it.
And because of the way he looked, people were like sure.
You're 42 years old, you're that ripped, you don't have a gray hair on you? Come on, man.
Michael Bisping said the worst thing. He was saying the worst thing about Romero. Well, they were in the same weight class. They at one point were supposed to fight. Of course he was going to say all this shit, but
He's still not forgiven for that. He's still not forgiven for that.
Yeah.
That fight should have happened, but instead Romero had to go fight a young Whitaker, and young Whitaker got these goddamn kryptonite in his hands, and he just lambasted, ruined Romero. But I thought Romero could beat Bisping.
Yeah, I don't think Bisping wanted any of Romero.
No, not 42 looking like that. Oh God,
no. No.
Isn't Overeem the best example of someone that was obviously super juiced up? Like, how could he not have been?
Well, yeah, he got caught with 9 times the level of testosterone of a regular.
Look at him. He was nuts.
9 times. I remember I saw a friend of mine used to fight in the UFC years ago, and he invited me to go see him fight Alistair Overeem before he became the big Alistair Overeem. And he was just that tall, skinny dude. He would come in with a huge hammer on his shoulder. And
you remember those old Pride days? He was tiny. Valentin Overeem was his brother, and he was ripped. And Alistair walked in with that little hammer. Remember how small he was?
No, the hammer was bigger than him. And, but when he came to the UFC, he got caught with 9 times the level of testosterone of a regular human being. So, yeah, he did it. but come on.
But he did come back afterwards, and he's been fighting since. So he must be.
Yeah, but he doesn't look like he did when he got tested positive at that time, But also, tell me if I'm wrong, but I think in Japan they didn't used to test for like steroids.
No,
or maybe I'm wrong.
No, they didn't.
A lot of the fighters that were in Pride and then came to the UFC didn't do as well once they came to the UFC.
You ain't baiting me into this conversation, man. Well, you ain't getting me into this conversation.
But no, you like you did everything.
They
like
were phenoms in Pride, and all of a sudden they were 2 weight classes smaller and just didn't have the same kind of oomph.
Yeah,
I've heard it all.
Definitely said disengage.
I've heard it all. Yeah.
Sorry, but it's true. Like, I mean,
So I have 2 questions here. So the first one is, have you met Dana White?
Me? Oh, yeah, Lord. Of course.
Dude,
Dana Prong.
I don't know why. I don't know why this is, but I get this every time I see Dana White. Every time I get a Joe Rogan vibe. Like I feel like they could be little brother, big brother.
I know.
Like
that's no shit, but yeah, that's
Joe
kind of no shit.
Yeah, Joe is mutating into Dana White.
Yeah, it's insane to me, dude. It's like it's actually, it's not crazy. It's insane to me. And then secondly, my second question is, what brought you to Twitch? How did this happen? I'm actually curious. This is awesome.
Same.
Jens?
What's that? Sorry, I was reading something.
What brought you to Twitch?
Oh, okay. So for me, what brought me to Twitch was like I said, one of the things about being retired from fighting, and you know what I mean, it's just I miss the fan interaction, so to speak. You know what I mean? And I've always been a big time gamer. I love playing video games. I've been doing it for a long time. In fact, here's my one story, if I may.
Yeah, of course.
I was grinding to Grand Marshal back in the day, World of Warcraft. I have a rogue, Little Evil. So this was before I even became quote unquote popular, and I could actually get Little Evil, Lilevil. I could never find that name again in gaming. But and I was grinding to Grand Marshal, and then all of a sudden it said, I remember Matt Hughes called, "Hey, I'm gonna fight Hoist Gracie." Huh? What? He goes, "Yeah, man, I want you to come out." I'm like, "Wait, what?" He's like, "Yeah, man, come out to the fight." I'm like, "Hold on. I've been grinding to Grand Marshal in my filth for over a month. I went from commander. I was field marshal. I was literally on that last week where if you roll through the next Tuesday, I was Grand Marshal. 1.6 million honor. I was crushing it. I was the head of the Marshal group in Burning Legion. And I remember he calls, says, "Yeah, come out to the fight." And it was on a Thursday. And I told everybody,
so you're gonna miss the double. You're gonna miss the double honor weekend if you go on Thursday.
You know this, and I'm like, look, but no, not only that, but it recedes so fast at that level. I would have started all the way back at Commander. This whole thing would have been for nothing. I know, video game, but for nothing. So I told him, "No can do, partner. I appreciate it, but no can. He's like, are you serious? I'm like, dude. I said, man, I go, I've been sitting here in my filth. I've been in my filth for over 2 weeks.
Did you play?
Wait, real quick, Roz, just to introduce you, above you, or at least for my screen, S-Fan TV here, he's my Persian brother, and he's actually one of the kings of the World of Warcraft section. That's the section he runs that section. So everything you're saying, that's why a big smile came up on his face.
I've seen it. I finally got him to live. I got him alive. He's smiling. I'm like, yeah. I finally got my man to smile. I'm loving it. So I was grinding. I was the Grand Marshal Rogue. And anyway, so I told him, I go, look, any other time, but if I leave on Friday or Thursday, I tell you by Tuesday, I'm going to be back to everything I just started. He's like, but it's just a game. Yeah, I kind of do get that, but I was like, nah, it's not just a game to me. I'm like, I've got a group. We've got this Marshall group. We're all in the headset. We had this thing. We started at 9 in the morning, and we went till 4 in the morning, and people would jump in, and who couldn't stick around. I'm not kidding you. I learned it from the ones in front of me, and it was my turn. And finally, when I popped, I still remember, man, Matt, I'm glad he's alive. I know he's battling every day, but it was funny. He was in a real bad vehicle accident. Hit by a train. And here's the one thing. He was putting together his memory, but the one thing he still remembers. Hey, Jens. Yeah. You remember we didn't come to my fight because you were grinding for Grand Marshal? I'm like, yeah. I said, dude, but hey, you won. He's like, yes, I did. So we good. I got Grand Marshal. He won his fight with Golden.
Nice. That's awesome.
You're a fucking gamer.
So awesome.
You are officially a fucking gamer.
So how long did you play WoW? When did you start? How long did you play?
I played for quite a bit. I remember going through the Lich King. So I was in up till 60. I had literally with the Rogue. Then I played a little bit, and then I came back and was I stopped playing after that because I was like, well, man, I got to take this fighting serious. You know what I mean? I'm going to be retiring soon. But here's the biggest problem. But here's the other thing. Here's one that I did do more than anything is I played Call of Duty United Offensive back in the day, and I have the shirt Silent Warriors, we were called, and we were in the TWL ladders. We were actually we had the team deathmatch and stuff like that. And people just give me
TWL?
Yeah, we had TWL. Yeah. And the TWL
Jens is more old school gamer than like every fucking person on this goddamn show while competing in the UFC.
Yeah, kind of, but yeah, so you're not offensive. And we used to have practices, and I remember they go, what do you mean you have practices? I'm like, well, you're not just doing the NPCs, man, where the same people come out and do this. I go, you're battling other people. I go, I've got people in my headset. We're actually doing practices. And I remember the fighters like, the fuck, you're playing video games. The fuck you mean you practicing? I'm like, dude, I'm telling you, we got base assault. We've got capture the flag, man. We got to get our teams together. And they didn't get it. You know what I'm saying? And so anyways, I've been a big gamer for a long time. I love that. I think, in fact, we got a Baldur's Gate coming out. Icewind Dale's coming back. Baldur's Gate comes back. I'm about to shit because that's what I got started in PC game. No kidding.
Are you gonna play?
I would hit pause and give all 5 of my guys what they were gonna do, and then unpause, let them do their moves while they're healing. Pause, and then click everybody's move. Yeah, man.
What the hell is Baldur's Gate?
Baldur's Gate. Baldur's. Icewind Dale. No, I'm just kidding. Go ahead.
So I was gonna say, are you gonna play Classic WoW whenever it comes out?
Here's the deal. I stopped playing, and I tried for a little bit. I know Snoop Eye and Flesh, when I was first streaming, were trying to get me to go, and I was Horde, and I hated it. I'm like, I can't.
No, but I'm talking about Classic.
Oh, no, I'm getting there. No, I'm getting there. Oh, I'm getting
there. Hey, you're telling you getting there. I was going relax. Okay. You have to get your ass whooped.
No, I'm with you. You're getting the long version. So, anyways, I kind of got away from it, and now that I've stopped playing WoW, I have to let Crow Cop, my hunter, and all of my Alliance guys die. So I'm kind of afraid to jump back in because it has, even though it's weird because I stream. So it's like, fuck, now is the perfect time to sit there and grind for Grand Marshal while you're streaming and stuff like that, right? Mm-hmm. The problem was I don't have the same group that I had before. And now I just kind of run around with my hunter named Crow Cop, and I just
sit. You named him Crow Cop?
Oh, God, yes.
Yeah. Bro, S-Fan will carry the shit out of you. S-Fan group will fucking bring you.
Do you
All right,
kick
here's the
it?
deal, Ass Fan. If you bring me in,
Oh, okay, sorry. Ass fan.
No, I said S. Did I say S? I have
Hey, it is what it is.
So
Hey,
you're not ass. I'm not saying ass fan. I'm saying ass fan. But I don't say my A's and E's. Yeah, I'm anyway, ass fan.
Yo,
Ass fan.
Aspen goes well. But
All right, ass fan. Let me tell you something. Hey, I got to do it now. But if I could join the guild, I'm in. I'm in.
There you go. There you go.
I'm not trying to do the single grind. I don't know. I just haven't messed with the game for a while.
Dude, you're
Yeah.
gonna play
No,
with-
you'll have people to play with for sure. No doubt. No doubt you'll have people to play
I'm
with.
down.
Demetrius Johnson is big time on WoW too.
He is. He
Yeah,
is.
he does. Yeah, he does. But I got away from it because I can obviously tell you I've got a Grand Marshal Rogue. So, I'm pretty big in the game. I've been there for a while. I mean, the 45-man molten cores, you have to wait in 3 or 4 hours for everybody because they all forget their pots. Everybody's got to get Hearth back. Everybody's got to do this. And it takes it's like, oh my goodness, nobody was getting ready for the game. You know what I mean? I had all my stuff ready. I had all my materials. I even had my actual food, my IRL water. I'm ready to go. You're like, man, I got to go to the bathroom. Whoops, I got a phone. I've actually had mothers come in and tell the kids, get the fuck off the game and have to go, I've had all kinds of stuff happen.
Yeah,
You're like, you're in the
that's
middle of a raid going, what? This is happening right now. What?
That
I
is
fell
awesome.
monster.
I've had mothers get on there and get mad. They're like mad, man. Like this mother truck it.
Yeah.
Yo, hey, Jens, if I send you last year I released a champion version of my brand for with champion hoodies. If I sent you a hoodie, would you wear one?
Oh, I'll rock it right here. On the
My man, dude. Hey, man, I still gotta send Manuel his. Hey, listen, it might take a couple years. I'm a procrastinator, but hey, it'll come to you in like 2021.
I'm with it, and I'll have the same excitement I do right now.
Hey, my man, dude. Hey.
I'm in. Yeah.
Hey, that sounds good to me. Well, that's awesome, dude. This is actually great. I haven't seen Manuel cheese like this since the first day I talked about his dick size. Like it's been.
I know I'm afraid to start talking. Like, here's the deal. Like, I'm having all kinds of conversations. Like, I can talk about me. Like, yeah. When we start talking about Manuel, I'm gonna be silent as fuck. I'm just gonna be going. I'm just gonna be looking like, holy shit. I'm just gonna be listening. It's a whole nother world, partner. It's a whole nother world, man.
nah, that's
Do
cool.
you have like some favorite Manuel videos or scenes?
What the fuck?
I will never ever admit. I won't say shit. Can't say nothing.
Zero, what were you gonna say?
I was gonna say that's cool. Like we'll get him up to speed.
Yes, we will. That's insane. That's actually fucking crazy. This is a total accident too. Like I didn't think this is like so cute to me. If I would have known, I would have talked to you like a day ago, Manuel. I had no idea.
Bro,
I would have set this up a little better, but then again, that's me.
like
That's-
right now, I'm holding myself back, dude. I have so many questions.
It's awesome, dude.
Jens, I'm just gonna jump on your stream. I'll ask you all questions, like
all day.
Fuck,
all day.
man.
Okay, well, there we go. Networking
Hey,
within
Manuel.
networking within networking.
Yeah.
Do you have a favorite movie?
Well, you mean like mainstream movie or you
No,
talking
no.
about-
Like, sorry, one of you. Do you have a favorite one of your movies
A favorite film.
that you do? Like a highly
I mean,
recommended
I have
one.
a favorite fight. You have to have a favorite. You know what I mean?
But you know what? Like, I've been doing porn for 22 years. You know, it's a lot of scenes, a lot of movies just to pick one. It's so hard. It's like
Your favorite dicking down,
it's-
just your absolute favorite. Just
There's
thrust.
got to be
No,
one that
no,
stands out.
man, no. Listen, I understand, Manuel. I understand.
Yeah, right?
It's
Exactly.
it's a curse. It's a curse. It's just the
Exactly.
expectation. It's just every night, just a different woman, and it's just the expectation is there. And
completely.
Like, you know,
we're on the same page, Manuel. We are on the
super
same page.
relatable.
I understand as fan.
That's how it goes. That's how it goes.
Wait, Manuel, I have a question for you, right? So, like, cause I'm just recently finding out about what you do, right? So, like,
Wait,
you-
really?
Yeah,
wait,
yeah.
you've never heard of Manuel before this?
No, I heard of how like
shit.
recently.
Oh wow! Yeah, let's hear about this.
But you
What's
know
going
how
on?
I found out though? So like, listen. After we participated in the first podcast, because he was in the last one, right? I
Yeah.
clicked on his website, and I was like, "Oh, yo, what the fuck?" And then I clicked further, and I was like, "Oh, that's OD. That's OD." So anyway, so I have a couple questions, right? So, you know, I guess the main question is, since you've been involved with it so long, does it ever come to a point where, like, I don't know, maybe you get bored of it? Does the magic ever wear off? Did it already wear off? You know, like how do you stand on it, for example, from like compared to like when you first started to like you know, like today maybe?
Well, your sexuality changes through the year, but the excitation, like the turned on, doesn't. Like it's not like being with the same lady for 30 years. It's a different woman every day. Not just a different woman every day. It's a different 10 every day. So it's really hard to get bored of it. You know.
Oh, I see. So all right. So if that's the case, you know, then we have to start the conversation the right way. Are you a man of titties? Or are you a man of the booty? This is what we need to know right here, right now.
You know what made my success? I'm a man of everything. Like everything. Like I will always find something in a woman that will turn me on. And if it's not physical, it will be her attitude,
You know
or
what?
sometimes the way
Yeah, well-
she talks. Yeah.
I gotta ask you now, dude. Listen. Very few people understand me on this, okay? And I know people are gonna cap this, but listen, I haven't been through as much as you, but I've had my experiences, okay? And
All right.
listen, have you ever just sat there while a girl's riding you, or just looked at, and you've came, right?
Yeah.
And you just stare at the tits bouncing up and down. And you realize, what the fuck am I so drawn to these? They're literal sacks of fat bouncing up and down, and I am drawn to these. These, realistically, are just sacks of fat.
It's funny you say that because I've never, ever felt that way. Ever.
Really?
Train, I have a very important comment to tell you. I have a feeling that you may be starting to be inclined towards men.
Dude, listen. Listen. I'm telling.
The
Dude.
laugh. He made
I mean, it's okay,
Dude.
dude. It's okay, dude. I'll accept it. I'll love you all the same.
Listen. I have no problem at all. Okay, if I was gay, I don't care. Honestly, fuck yeah. Hey, man, I'm coming over first.
Yeah,
But
me
listen,
neither, dude. Let's fucking go, dude.
Yeah, but listen, dude. I know I'm not gay. It's just that, listen, I'm telling you, horniness is weakness. If you bust a nut and look at half the stuff you're into, you'll realize, holy fuck, I'm a goddamn animal. I'm telling you, dude.
Leaving the body.
It is weakness leaving the body. And you realize, holy fuck, I am actually getting a hard-on. I am giving everything I have for a pair of sacks of flesh bouncing up and down. I have given everything. Think about
Don't
that.
give in.
Think about it. I'm telling
give
you,
in. That's
people
right.
who are weird chamber question marking, you're doing it right now.
Are you followed by a therapist or anything like that?
Okay, dude. Listen, I'm telling you, dude. I'm telling you. I'm onto some shit. I'm telling you, dude.
Okay.
All I'm gonna say is like all the other shows that I've seen you on would make a lot of sense now.
Oh.
Wait, what are you talking about? Me? Wait, I don't get that.
Yeah.
Shit just got awkward. Everything
I didn't get that joke, dude. I didn't get that
I'm
joke.
telling stories because like everything got quiet. Yeah.
Gents, what was up with all the hair colors, man?
All right, so well, the whole red mohawk, it started because I remember over there, in Japan, they're like, it wasn't always just about the fight. If you ever watch over there in Japan, you watch their their walkouts and everything like that. It's a goddamn show. From the minute they do their opening, their opening ceremonies and everything like that, it's a show. And I remember, I'm like, you know what? Fuck it. I'm out here. I don't understand anybody or what anybody's saying except from the translator that's following me around, telling me what I'm doing. I got my cornerman, of course, and I'm like, "But yeah, let's roll." So I just red mohawk, lines in my hair. Had all these flames in my head. It's like, why not? Let's get down. I even came out with a mask one time. I had a mask and a gown. It's like, whatever, let's get down. Let's have fun. I was already the world champion. I'd already did all that. It's like try to enjoy the sport, for more than just allowing yourself to get nervous. But again, you can't let the ability, the want to perform or the idea that you're, to perform well But it's like you got to make sure you take all the steps to get there. When you get into the cage, you start punching each other. It's go time. You know what I'm saying? It's go time when it's time to go. You know what I mean? But up until then, you got to have some theatrics, have some fun, you know. And so that's where the red mohawk started. And then I remember after the first one, like, oh, do it again. All right. I remember one time I didn't cut my hair, and I was like, nah, I don't want to go with the red mohawk. I got flames. Like, nah, the red mohawk. And it was just a regular, I just had my brown hair. Like, nope, we need the red mohawk. And I had to literally get paint and spray I had to spray a stripe down my head.
No way.
Because, yeah, they wanted the red mohawk. It's like, well, shit, I guess it's stuck. I didn't, So that's how it started. But for me, it was just, you know, it was like jumping into a costume or like anything else. You know, I mean, you put on your outfit, put on your jersey, whatever it is when you go to compete or whatever it is you're doing, you know what I mean? And so for me, my hair, you know, and just having that red mohawk and having the different designs and stuff like that, yeah, that was go time.
Hey, for me, for my go time, it's I try to do stuff with my hair, but for some reason my chat's convinced I'm balding, and they say I'm bald. I don't know. It just when you get to, I don't know. It's just I try to do hair designs. You know, I dyed my hair here for them, and they keep saying I have no hair. Yeah.
Wait, how old are you?
All our hairs are receding.
I'm 28.
All our hairlines.
I'm
You're
28.
Oh, you're definitely balding. Like, I'm 24. I already have signs, bro. It's okay.
Baby.
Listen. It's okay. Listen. When it gets to that point, we can always wear a hat. Cool.
I'm 42 and I'm 43, sorry, and I'm like, it's all right here still. Me, I don't diet none.
Yeah, but you're a peak performance human being. You know.
Oh,
Yeah, you know,
I
it's
took-
different.
oh,
It's different. It's different, bro. Listen, we have a guy who has tens every night, and then we have a world champion fighter. We can't compare to these people. You know what I'm saying? We just sit in chairs, bro. We're definitely balding by 25. And
You're a multi-world champion. What are you talking about?
Yeah.
Oh, me? But it's games. They don't
But
care.
still,
You're just looking at ball. What?
Hey, I'm trying to be in that world. Remember, I'm the gamer. Like, my son has to carry me in Fortnite right now. He's 10 years old, and he's got to get down on a controller, and he can outbuild and shoot people. He's got to save me on a day. I'm like, it's like funny. We'll stream every now and then. Mondays and Tuesdays, me and my son stream, and I remember this. I'll never forget this. I'm in there. I'm trying to shoot somebody, and he gets dropped. Dad, help me! And I heard that. I was like, oh, my heart was like, oh my god. And luckily, I went and I smoked both of them, and I got to res him, and I became his hero. But when they said, Dad, help me. I'm like, oh man, don't do that. Don't do that to me, man. Dad's gonna drop the ball in this game, man. I ain't very good at this shit. So, but the one time he said, Dad, help me. All right, I got you.
Wait, I have a question. So, like, have you ever played games that were perhaps like, like maybe trying to emulate the actual sport that you did, and maybe did you get to play those games and like, what?
You know what I did? Like, I have played against myself in a couple of games.
Oh.
And, the one thing though is when I play the UFC game, what I used to do, and I probably should get back to it, but I got into Street Beast. We'll talk about it later. But I was just having the AIs fight, and I was just commentating it.
Mm-hmm.
And I loved it. To me, I had a blast. I mean, I enjoyed it. And so we would set up tournaments, and the AIs would fight, and I commentated it, and then I would just quiet down, Rogan and them, and it'd just be me breaking down the fights. And so
that actually
plenty
sounds
of
like content right there.
Yeah,
I loved it. Maybe I got to get back into it. I
Yeah,
think.
you
How
need
to do
to
it.
stream that. That's the play right there.
Have you guys ever heard of that dude that streamed a pay-per-view live, but was pretending that he was playing UFC 3? He streamed.
that happened during the Super Bowl too. Someone was pretending to play like Madden, and
Dude,
there was actually
that dude literally like streamed the full pay-per-view with a PlayStation like controller in his hands, pretending he was actually playing. So funny.
Oh, wow.
Someone did that for the Logan Paul fight. The same thing. They pretended to play a boxing game, but in reality, it was just a fight. I don't know. It was so dumb.
Yeah, that happened as well in the League of Legends sections with a female streamer pretending to play League, but they were just playing replays of the games.
Really?
Yeah, who was the streamer? Foxra? I think it was Foxra, right, chat? Faux. That happened, correct? On live stream film. I'm pretty sure I saw that. Did anyone see that? Yeah, Fox. I'm almost positive this happened.
That's pretty hilarious.
Oh, it's pronounced faux. Oh, whatever, dude. Faux, Fox.
You're like, whatever, dude.
It is what it is.
Yeah, that's actually insane. It's actually crazy. It's smart, and they got away with it. So that's definitely pretty interesting.
Twitch there was 1 million people watching the Logan Paul fight, as Devin mentioned.
Yeah, I saw.
Twitch knew there was 1 million people on Twitch watching the YouTube fight between KSI and Logan Paul, but they didn't give a shit.
Wait, Trainwreck, how many people were watching that streamer that you talked about? Like a lot of people, or was it like not a lot?
It was quite a few. It was like,
okay, the joke I was gonna make was that the reason it took so long for people to find out.
is there an echo? Is that Devin's mic?
I don't know. He like kind of just.
Yeah, that was a big time echo.
He died, dude.
Okay, we're back. Go ahead.
He did.
What I was gonna say.
I thought he got like close to a microphone or a microwave or something.
Yeah, that's kind of what it felt like. What I was gonna say was
mic broke. Sorry.
the reason it took so long for people to find out is because they were not looking at the game.
My man, hey, welcome to the Squad W, baby. You're in the right place and the right time, my man. Hey, get some Squad W's in chat for our boy Zero here, baby. No, but realistically, I mean, I'm probably, listen, for me, people, every time I do something good in a video game, people think it's the case for me. They think
I agree.
Okay, let's move on. So, Jens,
Yep.
are you married?
Yes, I am. She's actually sitting on the other. She's over there. Yeah.
Is she watching?
No, she won't watch it. Hell no. I always try to bring her on the like, hey, come say hi on the stream. I get the nah.
The middle finger, hey, mom.
Yeah, I was gonna say if she was watching, we'd probably have to go ahead and apologize. Actually,
No, hell no. She's a savage.
Yeah, at this point, we will probably have to say we're sorry that you listened to us degenerates. We
Nah,
promise
man,
we were
like,
way better than this.
We just got back from Vegas. We just celebrated our 10-year wedding anniversary.
Oh, congratulations.
Congrats, man.
Very good, very good.
You hit the. Did you gamble though?
We did gamble and we won, but then okay, so here was my biggest gamble, and I thought it was gonna work, man. Manuel, I had Santos. I bet Santos to win that fight. We had it picked to win. That would have been the business.
That knee messed you up.
Oh, if he did, that's what I'm saying. But now go back to that fight. If you watch it, he blew his MCL, his ACL, and his PCL. And that, I think it was the second or third round, and he blew that knee. And he was still kicking and pivoting off both legs.
Jeez,
I can't believe that son bucket, man. God dang, that boy's savage. And he ended up losing by a split decision. So if I had to lose a bet,
Slasher, by the way, those aren't drugs. Go ahead.
I didn't think it was a split decision. Whoever the ref that gave the other Santos, but I thought it was a close one. Probably the closest I've ever seen John Jones. Maybe the first fight against Gustafsson was the closest one because a lot of people thought Gustafsson won, but still. I wouldn't mind a rematch, honestly. I wouldn't mind a rematch.
That's one of those things that I actually do think that you should. It would warrant the rematch just because of how bad his knee was hurt. The fact that, I don't believe any champion should lose to a split decision. It doesn't work that way. Same thing with Mighty Mouse. I mean, nothing against Cejudo. I think Cejudo's a great fighter, but you don't lose a champion doesn't lose by a split decision.
I was there live, and I call complete bullshit on that fight. Demetrius never, ever. It was in LA. I was there front row. He never, ever lost that fight. I believe, but maybe I'm just like complot theory, I believe that because they knew he was already leaving to go to one championship.
One FC,
that they needed to, another guy to be the winner. But
I don't know. I mean, it was a close fight, but I'm with you. But it was a close fight. I've always believed that in order to take the belt from the champ, you got to
beat the champion. I agree. I agree. 100%. And honestly, I hated how little recognition Demetrius got because he was in the lowest weight class and attracted less people than because I've like seeing a champion like this guy defend his title 11 times He won 11 times, lost on the 12th one, and he the way he's won was always so amazing, so beautiful. Like he was one of those fighters that make MMA so pretty. He can knock you out. He will dominate you. He can do like that suplex turn into an armbar that he catches.
Isn't that amazing when he bumps you and he steals you at the 5th round with 30 seconds left? He submits you and he got a lot of control. He came from a great camp. Matt Hume was a phenomenal.
It's amazing that you're the champ for so long. You have the fight in your pocket, but you still take a risk and try a move like that. That could have ended up putting him in a bad position, and he went for it and ended up being like one of my all-time favorite move in the whole UFC.
Yep, without a doubt. We're like taking over the whole chat though. So
I'm sorry.
No, you're good. This is great. No, listen, I want you both.
Sorry, man,
get
Bill,
this
like
out.
you and I, we're taking.
Dude, I could talk about
I can do it all day. That's it.
Devin, go ahead.
I don't want to say my welcome.
That's crazy. You knew Hughes so well. I remember watching. I was in jiu-jitsu for a few years, and I remember watching the Hughes and Hoist fight. And like, I feel like that really changed like the UFC. Like people started realizing that, man, you could like, doesn't kind of matter how much your ground game is, right? You can just get the shit beat out of you. It was really crazy.
Yeah, the thing about what I love about Matt, and like he and I, we started together. We came out to Iowa together. He was from Illinois, just south, and you know, the one thing was his power. And he always had, he just felt like when he got on top of you, he felt like a 250-pound person. He's a 170-pound fighter that was just really heavy. And that's the one thing that he had going. When he beat Gracie, because the one thing we always had to deal with in this sport was, you know, the whole Hoist Gracie, Ken Shamrock, Tank Abbott, and then to have one of the, at that time, a new guy come in and beat the quote-unquote legend. You know, now you're kind of seeing that same kind of thing, you know what I mean, with these other fighters. We're past our prime, but that was at the time Matt was young coming up, and it was the great Hoist Gracie, and to be able to beat him was huge.
Yeah,
that was a crazy fight, man. I remember that.
You guys showed that having a strong wrestling base was the key of success of MMA. You can dictate because of you guys. Because in the beginning, the reason why Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu like took off on MMA and UFC, it's because no one knew what it was. They arrived, everyone was like stand-up fighters, and all of a sudden they're on the ground. They don't know how to punch from the back. They don't know how to defend a choke or an armbar or anything like that. There was not a lot of people at that level that could defend it. And then more and more wrestlers came in MMA, and they were able to dictate where the fight will go. Meaning, back then, now the new generation, they train from the beginning MMA. Meaning they train wrestling, kickboxing, jiu-jitsu. But back then, everyone had a strong base in a martial art, and then would train and develop. But like, you know, when you're full-on adult, it's really hard to pick up quickly and get to the level of someone from the Gracie family in jiu-jitsu.
I remember. Yeah, go ahead.
But when you had the wrestling base, you were able to choose. You fight a jiu-jitsu guy, guess what? I'm never going to let him take me to the ground, and I'm going to fight him standing. And if you were fighting a kickboxer, you would never want to stand with a kickboxer, or a minimum, especially if they were like high-level kickboxer, you would want to take them to the ground and pound them and beat them up.
Well, like from like a different perspective, I did traditional martial arts all my life, and I was in tournaments and we did like point score systems, right? And the UFC changed everything. Like what passed is like a good fighter then. The best traditional martial artists I know would get their ass beat by UFC guys now, right? Because like UFC, it was like an arena where you had to forge to be the best styles. The only things that worked were what actually worked in the fight. And there was basically no rules in comparison to the traditional martial arts styles. So the thinking on fighting had to change completely.
It went from a style competition to everyone now, like, because MMA is what, like 30 years competitions now?
Yeah.
Wow.
Where there are guys that like weren't born and now are growing up learning everything and not just one martial art, you know, although there are guys like Cejudo who started like with wrestling, and obviously it's working for him. He's like double champ, and like is able to impose his will because of his wrestling base. But when you look at this guy, he's knocking people out when originally he wasn't a kickboxer. But now, like, they're able to adapt so quickly to the other styles that it's insane. Back then, most people, I mean, in UFC 1 or 2, there was ninjutsu guys fighting. Like, you know what I mean? Yeah. There was style. There was a guy that came from boxing that fought with one glove and the other hand, no glove.
Art Jimerson.
Like respect to listen. I respect anyone who has the balls to get in that cage at every level. At any level, I respect that. But now you cannot go in the. I mean, you cannot go into MMA and half-ass it. Like, it's impossible.
There are people in chat that are wondering, or they want me to ask you, what are your thoughts on big personalities like Conor McGregor?
I think they're huge. I think Conor McGregor is what he's able to do and transcend to that next level. I think it's the perfect example of what we were just talking about. Mighty Mouse, technique-wise, there's none better. None. You know what I mean? But then there's Conor. You don't have to be the best, but you got to be very good at everything, the conditioning, the striking, the ground. You know what I mean? All of it. And I remember, man, it was Tito that taught me a long time ago. He said, he learned from Tank Abbott, great fights happen all the time. So what happens in the cage, that's big. I mean, obviously to go out there and win and have a good scrap. And people, they'll remember a good fight, but what you say before and what you do after, that's what sticks in their head. And that's something that Conor, he's a phenom, man. He's very good at building that. I still remember it was the second or third fight. And I could hear the crowd singing. And I'm like, God dang. We in a soccer match or something. Holy shit. And you can just see this wave of Conor fans weaving through Vegas after the fights. I'm like, God, who is this? And he hadn't even won yet. And I'm just saying, there's just certain people that they could just carry that. They're charismatic in and out of it. And they have a little bit of everything going for them. But what I like about Khabib, what makes Khabib, and it's because he's not much of a talker. It's kind of like the same thing with Robbie Lawler. They don't do much talking, but god dang, they back it up when they step into that cage. Win, lose, or draw, they throw down. So it just depends, you know what I mean? You got to just have that right mixture, for sure.
To me, it's very important to have guys like Conor who can talk very well, but also he can back it up. I mean, he had 2 belts at the same time, so it's not like he talks shit and then he gets demolished. It's important. Why? Look, he makes people. I come from a traditional judo background. I'm a second-degree black belt judo, so I learned to be like very strict. Like in France, judo was the 4th national sport, so it was very traditional judo. You learn, you respect everyone. You don't, So in the beginning, I didn't understand Conor McGregor. I didn't like his style. And then I understood. First, he understands that he's selling a show. Best example, Nate Diaz versus Conor McGregor. Nate Diaz fight McGregor. He makes $500,000 on the first fight. Before fighting Conor, he fought for $40,000. All of a sudden, he multiplied by over 12 times what he made the fight before. People are going to love McGregor. They're going to hate McGregor, but they're all going to want to watch him win or to watch him lose, but they will all watch it. And it brings so many people that finally people get paid. Second fight against McGregor, he got paid $2 million, Nate Diaz. Yes, there is a beef. Great fight. I love those fights. Thank you, McGregor. He made $2.5 million just on the fight, on the prize, versus $40,000 the fight before. He was right. When McGregor joked, like, hey, when you get the call that you fight me, you call your wife and you're like, break out the red panties. It's true. He did that.
It's true. Fighting McGregor is a big one.
He
It's a
did
different
that. There
world.
is a reason why everyone wants to find McGregor. It's not to beat his ass, because they can beat anyone's ass.
Shit, didn't Masvidal just called
No.
out?
Yeah.
He just got a 5-second flying knee knockout. He's like at the top of the game. He's like, can I fight McGregor? We were just talking about that. It's like, McGregor should just have the Mayweather money belt. He should just have this diamond belt, and this way he might actually defend it, because he's going to have to fight for it, and then whoever wins can have it. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Because he's got to that next level that not many fighters have, where they can move past belts and go to just a super fight.
Exactly. Exciting fight.
He's one of the only. Yeah, he's one of the only guys. He's got to that next level. We're like a Mayweather and stuff like that. Up to this point, the champ got you the main event, but where do you put a Conor?
I mean, we get excited about fights, yes, sure. But before McGregor's fight, to be honest, the last time I got excited about a fight like that was actually Matthews fighting Hoist. That was like a dream match that everyone always wanted to know who of those two legends would win in a fight. That got exciting. And then there are always like fights, you're like, yeah, good fight, but it was never like as exciting to me as those fights until McGregor arrived and makes rivalry with guys, I love it, man. I love it. It took me time to understand the McGregor style. There is a YouTube video where the title, I think, is "If you didn't like McGregor, watch this video, you love it after," where it's all the things that you don't necessarily hear like during the fight, the things he say after the fight. When he fought Jose Aldo and knocked him out in like 30 seconds, I think, he's apologizing after. He's like, I'm sorry. Like you can tell he really is sorry. But he built the fight so much that like it sold so many seats and so many pay-per-views. I love it. I love it.
I think it's great.
So
He does goes too far sometimes. He does goes too far.
So a lot of things have happened to kind of switch to a different topic. A lot of things have happened. No, that's good. That's really good. A lot of things have happened this last week in entertainment, in the social media world, on Twitch, and in the real world. What do we start with? I'm thinking we start with... shit was on my mind.
Wait, you know what I think we should? You know what I think we should talk about? In my opinion, if you check, LSF, there's big drama
Donator?
topic right now.
The donator?
The donator.
Rubles.
Rubles.
Oh yeah, I
I think
forgot
we should
that
talk
on the
about
list.
that, bro.
Okay,
I think
if you wanna
that's
talk
I
about
think
that.
that's like the topic
Okay.
tonight.
Yeah, it's
Sure.
the hot topic.
Mm-hmm.
Sure. Who wants to start off? I'm not too
Wait,
well acquainted
what?
with that.
Yeah, what? Boom.
Okay,
So-
someone who wants to give the story.
Bring it in.
I'll
Bring
tell
it
him a
in.
story if you want. I'll tell him the story if you want.
Okay, go
Bring
ahead.
it in.
So, all right, so Jen, so basically this is what happened, right? Super nutshell. It's like a big thread with a lot of screenshots. But this is basically what happened, right? So there's a girl streamer. Obviously, feel free to correct me if I get any details wrong, guys. But girl streamer has a big donator, donates a bunch of money. Turns out it actually wasn't a donator, but instead the girl was actually borrowing the money from this guy. And then a bunch of info comes out where, like, allegedly, there's a bunch of screenshots. When I mean a lot, there's like 30, 40 screenshots, a bunch of shit going on. So it's a big drama. And it basically points to this woman manipulating this donator, right? Obviously, the argument isn't whether this person that was, given the money was smart or dumb. It's pretty clear, cut dry that, this guy was being taken advantage of. But probably the topic at hand is like, what the fuck is going on here? Because it was for a lot of money and there was a lot of like manipulation going on, kind of like, I need to go to the hospital, I need medicine, things like that, like kind of like on that level to get the money, right? So that's pretty much like the topic in a nutshell.
Well, and then the
And
follow up, she's alleged that the
Yes.
pictures are fake. She's gone to Twitter to show it, but then news after that, allegedly, somebody says that she's manipulating him to send her those messages, alleging it's fake. So that's the latest. That's the alleged person that says they're like close with the situation. That's what they say. That's the alleged statement.
Well, just to clarify, she is stating that what the screenshots that he is providing are fake, which from what it seems like that is a lie, and the screenshots are real. And then she also provides a video of her Twitter DMs with him, which is what Zero is referencing regarding being manipulated into saying those things. I believe that the screenshots are real, and I believe that her Twitter video is real. I don't think that either are faking the situation, and we don't exactly have the entire full story. Just on the surface level, it does look like that there is a guy being led on generally in this type of relationship where I still think he's a donator. I still do think he's a donator, even if, obviously what's going on here is kind of terrible on everyone's account. I still think he's technically a donator, but she is making it seem like he is definitely more personal in the relationship and not just a general Twitch streamer in what's happening. But now it crosses the line. The question is, how much responsibility did she have in potentially manipulating this person into giving her money?
It seems at the very least like a sugar daddy.
I want to drop this hot take real quick, this nuclear take, okay? So first, I do want to say I like Boobles, and I love her roommate, Cody. He's great looking, okay? And I'm not gay. I have a girlfriend, Jens, just for you to know. I have a girlfriend of 3 years, okay? So it's not...
It's called a beard.
But you can have a girlfriend and still be gay, though.
It's called a beard.
Okay. Yeah, whatever, dude. Listen. The point is, okay... What's insane to me is, okay, every time this has been brought up, okay, I'll start with this. It's crazy that some people have to see the actual evidence when there's so much of this going on that is high-roaded, that is made excuses for by the cucks of this platform that like to high-road. It is insane to me. This to me isn't news. It's not surprising either. It's not shocking to me. I see it going on in other places, just not this stupidly. That's why for me this isn't jaw-dropping. But for some reason, I'm realizing that so many people are just in denial, and now I see why the things I say are taken into this sexist, crazy manner, because people are actually oblivious. The reaction people are getting from this. It shows me that it's not a matter... I thought it was a matter of people just didn't like me. Now I'm realizing people are actually oblivious to this kind of shit going on. So that's what I got to say.
Wait, what part of it?
What part is going on?
All of it.
Okay, so the fraud part and the...
Well,
what side are you taking? Who do you think is in the wrong?
Well, I don't think we know enough. I think we need to wait and see till the facts come out based on what we see here. It looks like she was borrowing money, and she was borrowing money. And says, I see a message saying, "I'll come see you soon. Stop being pushy." So it seems like there was a leading on happening there.
I think at one point
classic Squad W.
There was an "I love you" sent as well. I think at one point.
By which one?
By her, I think.
Oh, okay.
So continuing leading him on in some way.
You know what sucks, and I'm not speaking about this from a general sense. I used to think that everybody that gave $15,000 to $20,000 donations were super high rollers, and now I realize it's actually just normal working people that
Well, actually, thank you 693. One of my old donators.
There's some Saudi and Arabian oil lords and shit, but that's got to be the exception, right?
No.
So this guy.
Hey, thank you, my man.
Salam alaikum, by the way. Yeah. Salam alaikum to you guys.
Thank you 693 is the real deal. I just want to clarify that, dude. But anyways, continue.
This guy had, from what I read, he was a business owner. It looked like in the messages, and he said something about selling something and dipping into his savings to give her money for it.
Yeah, so he wasn't
selling his truck, right? I think it's what it was.
Yeah, he sold his truck. He went into his savings. He dipped into his savings, and she continued asking him from those messages that we see. She continued asking him for money even after the fact.
But he's also his
financial situation, and he's a father.
What's the part that's fraud? So this fraud's internet. What's the part that's fraud?
So I'm not a legal person, but I'm guessing the fraud is where she says, "I need to borrow money, I'll pay you back," kind of thing. I'll pay you back, and then him also going in and saying, "Hey, you still haven't paid me back for the last time. I'll give you this. If you can pay me," kind of thing. I'm not a lawyer, so but I don't know exactly, but that's what it looks. That's where the fraud comes in.
I mean, I'll tell you what, like verbal agreements don't mean absolute shit, and like you can't do anything with that whatsoever.
But it's in writing, technically, isn't it?
Okay, if it's in writing, it's a different topic. But I mean, from my perspective, right? Like, I don't think anybody's doing anything that will probably get sued, because I don't think any of these people are gonna get an attorney either way. This is gonna get resolved like under the table. I personally think like this is one of those scenarios where like. The way I see it is that I think the guy that's mainly in the wrong is the donator, because at the end of the day, you know, it's like, I gotta say it, man. Like, if you have a daughter and you're a grown up like this, like you should have seen it coming, dog. Like, it's not like you were like 22 or something.
Dude, facts, and that's what we do. No, listen, that is what we do here. No, this is, listen, what you just said. It is what Squad W is, an education, not of just women, of men and women, of anyone, of just typical stuff like this. It is an education of that. And I'm so happy that you say that. Exactly right, Zero. Jens, I think you were going to say something?
Nah, I'm just trying to figure out who the fuck Boobles is, and I'm trying to figure out what just happened with the, so I'm trying to listen.
So
stripper clown, hold on. Is Boobles a stripper clown or something? Like, you got me over here Googling. I'm Googling, trying to figure out what a Boobles is. And then I'm trying to listen at the same token. I'm like, hold up. Maybe I'm old. I don't know what I'm doing, but I'm looking over here like Boobles. Like,
Booze is the internet name for a girl.
Yeah,
I got you. But I swear I see like stripper clown or something. Am I making that up? I don't know. Maybe I'm not.
You're doing just fine.
I'm starting to piece together now. But I guess the only thing I would say is, you gave up your money on your own accord, right?
You literally, yeah.
Yes.
But
honestly,
but it's like, that's like, okay, hold on, hey man, fuck it, I'm gonna grab 10 grand, I'm gonna throw it down on red, and then all of a sudden it comes up black. I'm like, I want that back. I regret this. No, I need it back. I mean, I'm just saying, that's me, right? How many times you want it back, right? But I don't think I know what I'm gonna have to say, but is Boobles a stripper clown? I'm just trying to figure it out.
Oh, what?
What's a stripper clown?
I don't know. That's why I was looking over here. Am I misreading this stuff? Like, what is Boobles?
You might have seen a VOD from one of my shows.
Oh, look, I'm seeing this thing. First thing that pops up, all I did was Boobles. I Googled Boobles, right? Is that me? Wrong? And the first, I did videos. Boobles on Twitter, Boobles, the stripper clown.
Oh, I see it. I see it.
Boobles bra accessories.
Yes, there is
and that's why I'm asking, is Boobles the stripper clown? I'm not doing anything that ain't.
No. You're right.
Blame Google.
I will defend you right now. So there is a channel called Drama. There's a channel called Drama 3/4 Productions, and they have a video with 41,000 views that says Boobles the stripper clown.
Yeah, that's why I was asking. Okay, yeah. So y'all. All right, I'll stop looking at the internet. Evidently, I'm like trying to get like let me catch up, see what everybody's talking about. I see Boobles, but all right, I'm done.
No, you're good, Jen. You're good.
Look,
it's
if
a
you're
movie.
a dude and you are talking to a girl and you really like her and like you really think that like she likes you, you sending her $15,000 is not going to be the reason that like she likes you, and it will never actually be.
Here's the deal. If I'm the parent of the kid that sent that money. What? No, I'm just kidding.
He's like a grown adult. Like this dude,
he's an adult.
This dude is a grown adult. Yeah, he has a kid.
I keep seeing chat saying, look at LSF comments. People are saying he's mentally ill. Where is this information coming from? Is this being induced from what you're seeing and what you're assuming? Because who in the right mind would do this? Where is this coming from? I'm confused to how people are jumping to this, how LSF's jumping to this conclusion. I'm confused. So he's mentally insane. He's mentally ill. Like, where are they? LSF
they're probably just like saying that.
I mean, they're probably just assuming it. But Train, let's put it this way, right? Like, even if this person is not mentally insane or not, you have to be. The way I see it is that you have to be at least a little bit. In a bad spot, or you have to at least be susceptible to these kind of scenarios to get scammed this way. Is the way I see it. Because like if you're a person who's like emotionally strong and kind of like stable on their and they have a circle and everything that can support him, I don't think they will fall for something like this.
All right, wait. are we all just absolving this girl of this?
No,
like,
no.
completely?
Let me continue. I was gonna touch on that.
Okay.
What I was gonna say is that regardless if this person is mentally unstable or not, what she did allegedly, of course, I think it's trash. Like at the end of the day, she was willingly taking advantage of someone, and there has to be a stopping point where she was like, "All right, you know what? I'm willingly, crossing the line multiple times to get something out of this individual." And she had to have known that it was wrong, and she kept doing it, and that's trash, straight up.
Because like it looks to me like in these messages where it's like, I don't know, man. Like I think Train's right. We don't have enough information, but the stuff like I had, like I'm going to the hospital, like all this stuff, like it just seems kind of sketch to me. Am I like the only person that's seeing that, or?
No, it's pretty bad. The messages that she is sending back and the reasons that she is giving is definitely not like a normal response that you would.
Yeah.
Obviously, yeah.
Yeah, and like we can dog on the guy and stuff and all that, but like I don't know. At some level, I feel like there's something weird going on with her.
So, the difference between, like, remember that guy that kid that went to jail, or the girl that went to jail for trying to manipulate the guy to killing himself, and then he did killing himself, and then she went to jail. Like, that is an extreme case of like this.
That's
type
an
of situation.
extreme case of this. Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh my god, I'm having so much fun listening.
Like I feel like this is a pretty like clear case of manipulation, but I don't know, man.
I agree.
Real quick, so where's kind of like the accountability on this thing for like, what if somebody just like made a fake account of, like I don't know, like I've not followed the whole story. I'm just reading the LSF post, but what if somebody made like a fake account of Boobles and used that profile picture, and just like made this like whole conversation up?
Well, if that's the case, then all she has to do is post the actual logs, and then she can just post the discrepancies. But the fact
but here's the thing: it's like how does she show? Like she can just say like, you see what I'm saying?
Because it has timestamps. For example, if the fake ones are claiming this happened on this time and date,
timestamps don't matter.
Yeah.
I mean, I guess you can fake them, but I'm just saying that she didn't try to do any of that. She kind of just said, "Yeah, that's not true. Whatever." That's kind of what she said on Twitter.
Yeah, like I don't know. Like I'm just saying, like.
So she's saying she never got the money?
I think she's saying that the screenshots aren't true, right?
Yeah, basically what she's saying.
Oh, is she saying that?
Yeah.
She said the screenshot's all true. All of this started, by the way, with her going on a rant about the top donator who was in chat, and her rant was based upon that, like, she was reading DMs on her stream talking about that he didn't like she didn't want to be with him, and he was just a random person that she didn't know. And then everything came out about how they had a lot of conversations about what was going on, and then we got to hear.
I'm lost. I'm just gonna listen.
So
holy shit, I'm lost. I don't know. Oh my god, I'm loving this.
People are also
loving this.
Twitch drama 101, man.
People are also.
This is crazy.
Yeah,
All right,
it
I'm
is.
down. Let me in. Bring me in.
Oh,
on
you're
this.
initiated. You're already in.
Yeah, thank you.
Okay,
I'm
so yeah,
I didn't
Jens,
even know this shit was possible. All right, I'm listening.
Oh, yeah,
if you want me to bring, okay, I'll bring you in. Okay, so
Let
here's
me move.
here's
I didn't think it was possible. I always thought it was the other way around, where women give me money. But
yeah, right. I just didn't know, but I didn't know. I'm saying, I just didn't know.
Manuel. Those are Manuel.
Oh
Those
man,
are,
you got hustled out of you got hustled out of your money. And then people start feeling bad for you. It's like, you got hustled out, man. Fuck giving him money for, I don't know. All right, I'm listening. I'm learning. Please let me bring me in. I'm ready.
So pretty much, if we in the hypothetical of these screenshots being true,
Right.
what is going on is there's a girl that's sitting there saying, "Hey, baby, I need this money. I can't get it, baby. Like, we're close. Don't push it yet. I'm gonna come see you. Blah blah blah. I need this money though. I'll borrow it." He's like, "You haven't paid me back for the last." She's like, "Yeah, I'll pay you back later. I need more." And basically, this man ended up giving her like $11,000.
Okay, hold on. Wait, if I may.
Yes.
So she's saying, "Can I borrow it?"
If the
Yeah, but she's
screenshots
doing
are
it
true.
in like a kind of aggressive, like manipulative way.
If the
according to the
screenshots,
Okay.
yeah, according to the
but-
screenshots,
and-
if we assume that they're true,
Yeah. Assuming
Okay.
the screenshots are true, she also said she'd pay it back, or that she can pay it back.
Damn. Oh, you fucked? Okay, got you. All right, I'm ready.
So
Yeah.
here's the question. In this situation, okay, so we can agree that the intention was malicious and there was malintent. But on the other hand, okay, so we're not absolving her from any consequence or any sort of, ethical violations or moral ones. But I would still say there is fault on the guy. I genuinely believe that. Like, you cannot sit here.
Absolutely.
You cannot sit here and listen. And I am Squad W. I'm the one that shouldn't be saying this, but I am, because it is actually so ridiculous. Like, how much this goes on a lot more than you think. In this specific situation, it ended up being handled in a way where screenshots ended up coming out, and now people are fucking having a piss rage about it. But is this something people are actually surprised about? There's no fucking way they are. We see this everywhere, every day, everywhere.
There's 4 letters for this.
There is no. I mean, people are buying fucking underwear. People are buying bathwater. People are buying these things. You're actually surprised that someone's giving 11 G's for
company?
For no, yeah. Well, I'm sure they assume it's more. So like, I don't understand. Like, it's crazy to me how this is being treated as if people are so shocked, and it's actually just tripping me out, because now I'm realizing, holy fuck.
Wait, are people really shocked, or are they just like, man, this is fucked?
Of course,
I think this is what
of course they're shocked. There was
that someone donates $12,000.
I mean, that's what I'm deducing or inducing from seeing six different posts about it.
Labor.
Yeah, you could say that though. Like, what if my man had 11,000 stack and he sat at a strip club and they just came running in? He just started making it snow, and then he's at the end he's like, "Fuck! I want all that back. I got scammed out of my money."
Yeah, but what if those strippers were saying we're stripping for our medical bills?
Yeah,
They do. Wait, what do you mean, dude? The strippers.
Well, that's what I'm saying. No,
strippers-
but Trina, I think that would be equally fucked up. Like,
Hey,
Excuse
listen.
me, hold on, wait. Hold on, let me finish. They were stripping for medical bills that didn't exist. There you go. That's
Listen, dude. I'll tell you. Listen, that's not even the fucking tip of the iceberg.
That's not your job to know if it exists.
The tip
or
of the
not.
iceberg
Your
is
job
the name she whispered. The name she whispered in your ear isn't even fucking real. That doesn't exist, okay? So listen, to even think about the medical bills, fuck that, dude. Her name's not real. Her fucking tits aren't real, and the goddamn hair she's wearing that night isn't real. So we're going down a road of something that I think has gone on a lot more than people think, but for some reason, now that it's come to light, people are fucking throwing the shits around. So I think both are responsible for the situation.
Absolutely.
Here's my question. What did this guy expect from in return for this?
What do you think?
What?
Every single
What do you
thing.
mean? What did he
Every
expect
single
from a
thing that every moderator in every chat
right.
expects.
Exactly. So shame on him.
Right? It's
Exactly. It's not like he was innocently lending money to this girl. He was giving or lending the money to this girl, hoping that this girl would be into him.
You have blown my mind, man. Let me take it one step further for you. The man is actually more at fault because he has actually belittled her to the point where he has objectified her to think that he could pay money to somehow get her. So if anything, he has objectified her and he has belittled her to the point. So I agree.
And now that he realized he could never get it, now he's all fucking pissed because he knows he got scammed and will never get what he wanted from it.
shit. I didn't mean to make that bet. I want my money back.
Yeah.
I mean,
Yeah.
in terms of like where this goes, like, is there anything that like where this situation even goes to? Like, I feel like you said, Train, like this happens literally all the time, and I can literally feel like these kind of scenarios happen all the time. Like, I honestly, sincerely don't think this is anything that special. Like, I feel like this is something that you could have told me in a random passing comment. I could probably think of like 5 or 6 scenarios that it would.
Dude, I could think of I mean, listen, right now, I'm smiling and I'm feeling so good because I'm reading the chat's messages and I'm realizing, holy fuck, this is why people see me as this extreme incel sexist. They don't know. This guy just said, dude, she begged him for money and made promises. Dude, have you been through high school, college, life, bar scene? That is the epitome of every single goddamn hookup or drink you buy for a girl. The epitome of it. That is the base you're gonna go through. What the fuck do you mean? How are you, like, I'm actually, my mind is opening to why everyone sees me as just incel. Because they actually haven't gone through these life experiences. So to them, these don't exist. I'm making them up in my head.
True.
This is insane to me. I'm actually like, I need to breathe. Give me a second, dude. Holy fuck. I need to breathe.
I love it.
Oh
Oh my goodness.
Even though you are saying this, I do have to say, I do think there is a difference between maybe, you know, a sex worker or someone that's selling like Patreon or whatever that is, and keeping it strictly business. And then there is like there is a weird gray area of like a streamer or someone that's taking money directly talking to that person on a daily basis and having like a personal relationship. I do think that there should be a separation between. If you're going to take money from your donators, at least it can't get to a level that there is a expectation from the donator on something that's going to happen, whether it's a male to female thing or female to male or male to male, or it doesn't even have to be a sexual, you know, type of interaction, but that there is a promise from the streamer for the donation that is being given, and that is kind of where like the
So on that point, let's say that it comes out that she actually all the messages are real. Do you guys think that Twitch should do anything?
What did she get banned for? She's already banned right now. What did she get banned for?
Oh, is she?
What did
She already did get banned.
No,
so
she got banned for attire.
Yeah.
She got banned for attire.
Oh, attire? Okay.
Yes. She was banned for attire.
So do you think that Twitch should do anything about this situation?
Does it break any part of the TOS?
I'm just wondering what you think.
I mean, I think. Look, Twitch is the kind of platform that I feel like they don't do anything unless it's like a pretty
Listen, if you're not gonna
cut and drive like violation of TOS. If I was running the platform myself, you know, I will see situations like this, and I will feel like you may have to curate the community, you know, because this is kind of sus and it just doesn't look good on your platform. But I don't think Twitch is gonna do something like that. So.
I think Twitch will stay out of it. I think Twitch, if they can avoid any action or decision or statement, they'll stay out of it.
People donating large amounts on the platform is a good thing for Twitch, because when people see that someone donated $15,000, that gets people talking or headlines, and then that's always like the main thing on like a big streamer is the top donator, and that type of like sentiment within the community of being the top donator is definitely prevalent, and Twitch likes that because, you know, that only brings more attention to the platform and more people buying stuff on the platform, which gives Twitch money.
But at the same time, on the flip side, do they want a story about one of their broadcasters being potentially manipulative and fraudulent?
I mean,
Do you think they could take action on that because of that?
That's definitely not good. They don't want that type of behavior on the platform. I think it's kind of similar to the game developers having to take responsibility for loot boxes and the kind of gambling manipulation that they're having on children, and the way that they're making people, like, there are tons of reports of people spending so much money on loot boxes because they're just addicted to that behavior. The developers have to take some responsibility on that type of issue. So I do think that Twitch does have, you know, some responsibility on people spending, you know, $10,000 or $15,000 on donations, especially when they don't have the money. Yeah, we talk about that rich, like, you know, prince in you know, Egypt or whatever in the Middle East giving money, but usually it's just normal people who get sucked into a type of situation that they're really they really feel close to the streamer to give that much money.
They have to make an assessment if the risk is worth it for them to actually step in, and if the PR is going to be better for them if they just stay quiet. Most of the time, it's better for them to just stay quiet, unless it's a huge issue, right?
I mean, look, I disagree with your principle, because like Twitch is the same platform that added bits. Like, they didn't really care to, like, you know, control these people donating money. They just said, hey, let's add our own way of donating to streamers, so then we get a cut. That's what they were thinking. They were like, how can we profit off of these, you know, oil princes donating $50K to WoW streamers, right? Yeah, how can we make a profit of this? That's more what they were thinking. I don't think they were worried about what these people were ruining their lives over.
The crazy part to me is, okay, here's why I think everyone's so pissed off about this, okay? Okay, how can I drop this, dude? This is going to piss a lot of people watching off.
Just say it.
I'm going to. It's going to piss a lot of people off, and there's going to be at least 3 hate threads on this. But
right,
listen,
cool.
It has to be said. Listen, here's why this is pissing people off, okay? What's being done on this platform and others without saying a word, okay, is the same thing as what's happening here. The only difference is people are able So a lot of people on Twitch and on the internet, it seems to me they're socially unaware. So they don't get it. So people are outraged and pissed about this because they're able to see it in words, the same thing that's being done in action. But in the action, they can't actually see it because they're brainwashed by what they think isn't what's happening in the exact words that are being typed. Are you following me here or no?
I'm gonna be honest with you, no.
I don't know what the fuck you just said.
Okay.
That was some,
We have no idea what the fuck you're talking
That was kind of big. I'm trying to catch it. Give me that back.
Okay, one more time. One more time.
someone between
One
one
more
head
time.
and 5 heads. I'm not sure which.
Okay, one more time. Okay, listen. Okay, what's happening here? Okay, what's happening here? People are able to see it in writing, so it's translating into what they need to see to realize. Okay, this is fucking shameless. Okay, this is shameless. This is fucking weird. Okay. Because they're able to read it, see it, say, holy fuck, this is what's happening. But for some reason, they can't see the same thing happening, but in the action without the words and the transcript of it. Does that make sense?
So you're basically saying because it's in words and people can read it, they can understand it, but when it's untangible like IRL, they don't get it? Is that what you're trying to say?
Yes, I'm saying something along those lines. The same shameless behavior is happening. It's going on every fucking day.
So they only believe it when they see it.
No, I'm saying they only believe it when it's written down for them to read it, see it right then and there. But it's
when they
you've got
see it.
screenshots, you've got all this, but the
it's
hustle
happening.
happens every day. The
hustle
happens every day,
exactly, Jens.
and
Thank
they
you.
Call it business.
Thank you.
They call
Thank
it
you.
politics.
Recognize the hustle.
Thank you.
But when
Thank
you see
you.
it all
Thank
laid out
you.
in front of you, hey, man,
Jens, my man, we're connecting right now, Jens.
There it
We're
is. We got it.
connecting.
So, but to see it all right in front of you,
Yes.
now it becomes tangible. But people getting hustled every day, man. You hear about it all the time, man. People getting jacked
Yes.
out the houses, jacked for
Okay.
this, jacked for that. That's why
You're
I guess
basically saying this like a scenario where like unless it's like right there in your nose, then it just doesn't exist, right? Like that's just how
you
people seem to
don't
be
pay
reacting.
attention to it until
Yeah.
it's right in your fucking nose.
Exactly.
And you're like,
Or it
God
happens to
damn,
you.
now you're staring
Yes.
like, that's fucked up, pardon my language. But
Exactly.
you know what I'm
This
saying?
is
Otherwise,
yes.
hey man, if the car hits somebody else, that's somebody else. I'm cool. I'll be all right. But when it hits me, now it's like, oh, that's fucked up. You know what I mean? You watch the news and you hear about other people getting scammed, and then all of a sudden now you either know them and shit becomes tangible. Like, that's
Now,
whacked. You
with
know what I mean?
that said, should we do something? Yeah. But what? What is there that can be done here besides educate the people that are doing this? And that's what's poorly, I must admit, poorly on my
Hold on,
end.
is that like okay, Manuel? I know back in the day I got told this
Say it.
when I went to my first strip club. They're just saying that because they're being nice because they want money. They want your money.
My man, listen, that's not something you target toward Manuel. It's something you target toward me, my man. Listen, I think there's a lot of my bread you don't know about, baby. Listen,
I'm saying is-
exactly.
But you have to. But you get pulled into that. That's kind of the game. The game is I'm going to sit here and I'll be your friend for the next 5
Exactly.
hours or whatever.
That's
but
right.
then that time is over. Fantasy's done. Hopefully you didn't give your entire wallet and you had the common sense
Yes.
and the wherewithal to be like,
People, yes,
fuck.
Jens.
I mean,
I'm so happy that
you know what I'm saying?
I'm
not
I-
gonna
This is
walk
a
up to
tale
someone
is
and be
like old as time, man. Everybody
Yes.
has to go through this. Like
you
this
have
is-
to go through it. At
this
some
is
point,
exactly-
some people only
It boils
cost
down to this:
$100.
you got played, and it sucks ass.
Some
We've
people
all-
cost
man,
them
everybody
10,000.
gets played, man. Yeah, I mean, god dang on that. Oof, oof. You know what I mean? Ooh, on the 10.
He just got played
Keep
harder.
doing that, baby.
It's just, to me, that's the one thing for me is I just, it's just, man, you just gotta be careful in everything that you do. People are always telling stories, and you just.
That's right. And that's why Squad W, dude. Like, man, now I understand, like, this. I was in the dark here, man. I actually believed that when I said the things I said, people were like, damn, yeah. But now I realize people, like, when people are looking at this, like, this is unheard of. Like, no, this is literally everyday shit. This is the hustle. This is what's done.
everyday.
Sex sells.
It's
Whispering in
day.
the ear of, baby, I'll come over. Like, we could be together. Like, imagine tomorrow, let's kick it. I'll call you my number. Here's my number.
Oh,
You know what I mean? Like,
buy this insurance. Buy
exactly.
This
It's like,
insurance.
this is the
can you
game,
get
and that's what
here?
Squad W is. That's
It's
what
like-
JOBD is. Do you understand? And now I realize why so many people on the internet and on Reddit sit here and stand this incel sexist that it's like, no. I'm literally talking about the game. Jerk off before donating. Become clear of mind so you don't sell your goddamn house and car to give someone something over sexual desire, which is the main weakness to all of this. And if you look at the text that he sent to her, if he wasn't horny, he would have stepped back like, what the fuck am I doing? But he went off of full sexual desire. Full sexual desire. If there was no sexualization on his end, then I'd say this is fucked up. He was just trying to be a good guy. But I see it. He wants to go over there. He wants to hang out with her. This is a full sexual desire motivated mistake. And this is exactly what I've been preaching for 6 years. But now I realize why the fuck people haven't been seeing it, because they actually don't believe that this is what's happening. And now that they read it in the text, they're realizing, holy fuck, this is the hustle. Is it right? No. Is it wrong? Yeah. What do we do about it? I don't know. Besides raise awareness. That's about it. So Squad W, that's all. That's all I can really say.
Everything got quiet. Everything got quiet.
Well, he
Shit
dropped
got
the mic,
awkward.
dude. He dropped the mic.
No, look. I'm waiting
Wait,
for the
S-Man, what the fuck are you holding?
Huh?
Yeah,
This is
yeah.
a-
What are you swinging there?
Yeah, that shit look like a dildo.
No. This is my wrist. This is my wrist
He
strap.
got his paddle pad.
Bro, that shit look like a dildo. I was
it's
like,
his
why are you
belt.
holding a
Yeah,
dildo?
my
You know, I
man.
put my wrist on it whenever I play games.
That is smart. That is smart to use.
My
Dude,
man.
this goes to one more point I'm going to make. Dude, this dude, listen, this is why NoFap is bad. Okay? To those of you on NoFap, get off NoFap.
True.
Get off NoFap. What the fuck are you doing, dude? Listen,
true.
it's a true. Thank you, Manuel. Like, it just is.
So true.
What is the point of no?
You are
fap
no
anyway?
fapping. You
Listen.
are fucking up your goddamn
The
life.
idea about
stop
no fap
nofap-
is that
you stop-
you literally stop fapping and you gain superpowers. That's the
No,
theory.
listen.
I agree. I haven't fapped in 3 years, dude. I can literally see through all you guys' minds.
That's why he's so
Listen.
good at Smash, dude.
Literally, dude. It's an incredible power. I recommend this so much.
Bro.
It's
You
science.
don't know fap. You don't know fap. You just know sex.
You know
somebody-
the whole nofap thing is like thousands of years old and like started in like Hindu texture and like all these old Chinese books and shit, Taoism and all that. There's all these stories about people that gain superpowers if they stop fapping. That's real shit.
The wizard. What is it? If you don't fap till you're 30 or 40, you become a wizard.
Become a wizard.
Yeah.
Hell yeah, dude.
I'm
Yeah,
fucked.
it's true.
I'll never
Yeah,
be
me
a
too.
wizard.
Oh, no.
There's somebody
no wizard,
masturbating
no
right
wizard.
now.
No wizard. I'm cool.
Fuck. I always wanted to be a wizard. No one told me ever.
Yeah, you could be the time wizard.
Shit.
That was the most.
Manuel, do you jerk off?
Yeah, a lot.
Jeez.
Why?
Do you watch? Do you have like a favorite porn star?
No, I don't watch. I only watch amateur porn. I watch like
Oh,
That makes sense.
couples that put their videos out, or like I like lately. I've been into like in south of France. There is a nude beach called Cap d'Agde, and in Cap d'Agde there is
yeah,
two
Jimmy.
sides. There is two sides. There is the family side where it's just a nude beach and nude area, and there is the swinger side where like everything's allowed and they can fuck on the beach. They have clubs to fuck there, and I like those videos of like regular people fucking on the beach.
do you ever see them
Just-
and you're like, oh, that's a recruit, and then you hire them to?
No, I never start.
No, this isn't the Raw show.
Yeah, no, I never.
Stop anyone in the industry.
I was gonna say because that's how I recruit.
I've had men.
I stole it. Sorry.
That's a good one, dude.
I can't stop people in the industry.
Wait, look, listen.
Yo, Manuel, wait, my friend
good.
just messaged me and he wanted to know where he could possibly find the links to those videos that you had been watching, so I could send it to him.
So tell your friend
My man. Why gotta be quotes?
But it's
I'm,
easy.
I'm
I gotta
writing
take a
it down
piss.
myself.
You type like public sex beach and you'll find that.
I mean, look. As a virgin man, so I'm talking hypothetically speaking, right?
Mhm.
I think that sex on the beach, it sounds good, but in practice, it's ass because you get sand in your ass
It's
and
terrible.
your balls. Yeah, it sounds fucking horrible. Just
Well, no, hold on. It just exfoliates the skin. Like I don't understand why
right.
it's a bad thing.
Ooh,
That's right.
You really
Good
Espen?
point, S-Fan.
Yeah,
That's what you think, Espen?
yeah, right.
It does. I've got a body wash that kind of feels like sand.
Yeah, there you go.
Oh yeah,
It's good for
try
you.
to try
What?
to put that in someone's vagina. Use it as a lube one day. See if it's fun.
Okay.
I mean, if it
Does it work on assholes?
Hypothetically.
Sorry.
Fucking. I love it because Jens is always like so polite. I was like, oh, excuse my language, and we're like, does it work on assholes?
I know. Yeah. Did you
Can
see
we
the
use
shit?
it?
I was like, holy fuck, my man. I'm dead.
I gotta
I
be
wasn't
up,
ready.
I gotta be up kind of early tomorrow to take care of some stuff. So I need to go to bed.
What? S-Fan.
Yeah, I know. I'm sorry.
That's like me in 40 minutes. Yo, I have like a doctor appointment at 9. I didn't think train will start like 3 hours later. I'm like, oh my god.
Oh, you don't know train well enough then.
Yeah, this is pretty usual.
I mean, last time he was like, kinda at 10:30, so I was like, that's cool. But then this definitely started at 1:30, so I was like, that's.
Oh, I just realized he's AFK this whole time.
I am.
Oh, look at you. You
No,
mother-
Train, we were
this
criticizing
guy.
Dude,
your
I
late start.
I heard it all. No, dude, I have wireless headphones.
Oh,
My
good.
man. I popped over and looked on the other stream like, oh, he's not even here right now. Check him out.
I was taking a piss.
I
Yeah.
like it. I
Yeah.
got you. Hey, man.
he,
got
he
you.
actually learned that from a guy named Greek God X. He just hands a stream to somebody else and walks away.
Oh,
True.
beautiful.
Yeah,
Hell
True.
I don't even show up to mine.
True.
I like it.
Yeah.
So anyway.
So did we conclude this Boobles topic?
I think so.
I think we've said everything already.
Yeah.
I think I nailed it on its head at the end. Is it right? No. Is it wrong? Yes. What can we do about it? Raise awareness. Squad W. Move on. Okay.
There you go. JOBD.
JOBD. Jerk up for donating and listen, dude. Listen. There's one golden rule I'm going to teach you guys, okay? To chat and to everyone.
I'm listening,
to
Dad.
everyone out in the public, okay? If a girl fucks with you on the level that you're looking for, okay? 1, she won't ever ask you for money. That's 1. 2, if she does, it's going to be emergency, and she's still not going to want to. She's still not going to want to. It's going to be something where you're going to force her to take it. Like you're going to force her to take the money from you. If anyone's sitting here and taking openly, you've never met, you've never been with, you've never hung out with, it is not what you're looking for. It is not what you're looking for. It's that simple. You understand? This is basic awareness 101 of social relationships. Okay, and this is one of the parts of Squad W. It's that simple, dude. There's no implication. When I say force her to take it, it means like she's saying no, and you give her the money, so she takes it.
Wait,
No, listen.
Wait,
Okay, just to clarify what you're saying, what Train is saying is that she doesn't want your money, but you're like, no, like you need this for this situation, and she's like thing, right? Like it's like that sort of thing.
Yeah, she's being courteous about it.
She's being courteous.
I mean,
right.
I get it, but how would you know when you said that you don't, you advocate for a lack of, any kind of sexual desires or, like, how would you know this?
I mean, she'll literally do everything in her power before she asks you, and then even then we'll probably.
How would I
not
know
ask
what Zero?
How would you know about this topic? If you say being weak to like sexual stuff, is like a big weekness, right? How would you know this, Train?
Have you seen my
Wait,
alinity
what?
logs?
Have I seen your what?
Have you seen my alinity logs?
I have not, my boy.
Well, there you go,
Zero,
brother.
you gotta go see that shit. This is some good shit.
No. Train is my friend, and I will not judge him on past things. I only know Train from the day I met him, talked to him on Discord, and that's it. Everything from the past don't matter.
Hey, my
Only
man.
when I'm That's what
Hey,
I'm
my
saying.
man, I love you, Zero. But yeah, no, I've been there myself, 100%. Like everything I know, like, and I preach this on my stream regularly. Everything I preach, it isn't because I'm some all-knowing, cocky God that was born with this intrinsic knowledge that's just bestowed within me from the gods above. No, it's from trial and error over the years. It's from trial and error. It's from my own desperation. It's from my own insecurities. I've learned. I've made the mistakes, so I preach what I've been through. And yeah, of course, there's a lot of people that call it this or that, or want to hide behind or high road behind incel. But at the end of the day, anyone who knows me personally, they know I love women. I love men. I do fight for equality. I do believe in equality 100%. Like, the problem is, the things I say, people, I mean, in a way, it's just how it is, unfortunately. And now I see why. I see why people just assume anything and everything that is said about someone being deceptive is instantly criticized as incel. You can't say one criticism toward specific people without it being seen as incel, and now I see why. There was actually a shock factor, and I shouldn't have been surprised. I mean, why am I surprised that the people on the internet sitting here meticulously judging and microscoping every single other person have been through the experiences themselves? Because if they've been through any experience at all, they wouldn't be making half the posts or half the comments they make. So that's something I should have just deduced myself. So this is just what I've learned from trial and error. Zero. Induced. Thank you.
You know, I'll tell you something that kind of like maybe goes in the same way that you're saying, is that, for example, did anybody here see Captain Marvel? All right.
Yeah.
Okay. So you know how like any person that said anything bad about the movie, like someone could be like, "Hey, I think Captain Marvel had like bad pacing." Oh, you're fucking sexist, bro.
Oh, it's the same thing. That's actually super true. I saw the same thing with
What was that one we did on
Black
the podcast?
No, stop. I saw the same thing with Black Panther. If anyone ever said I didn't like Black Panther, it's automatically assumed that since the main character is black, that they are racist. That's why they didn't like it. These are things that we move into when these kind of movies come out. So I completely agree with your Captain Marvel thing. If someone says I don't like Captain Marvel, it's assumed automatically that you're being a sexist incel. If you don't like Black Panther, you're automatically considered a racist. This is the world we live in, and this isn't a reach. This isn't an extreme scenario I'm bringing up. This is literally what it is. And there are people on this very platform that will make those reaches, and there are viewers that defend those reaches. And it's the most ridiculous, outrageous thing ever. Are there people that actually don't like Black Panther because of that? Yes. Are those people ignorant and stupid? Yes. Are there people that don't like Captain Marvel because it is a woman and the main character? Yes. Are they dumb and ignorant? Yes. But should the rest of the population have to suffer for their ignorance? I don't think so, but unfortunately, that's how it's always worked from being a kid in first grade. When one person fucks up, the whole class gets the punishment. This is just how it works, and this is just how it is. But yeah, you're completely right, Zero.
I mean, I guess this is one of those scenarios where like people just assume because, you know, of just an implication, like, yeah, you probably don't like Captain Marvel, you probably don't like, you know, Black Panther because of these things, right? And I don't know, I don't like those topics at all, mainly because it's just, it always comes down to bullshit, bro. It's just always like.
It does.
Like it never is about objective conversation. It literally is just about, let me just say some dumbass shit, and you know, whatever your argument is, fuck you, and yeah, you're probably racist or sexist, fuck you.
Yeah.
It's just like,
yeah, that's exactly right.
So I do need to go because I have to be up kind of early to take care of some stuff. So
Yeah, that sounds good to me. Lakari should be joining us here in a second. I know he messaged me an hour ago. I'm still waiting for him to join. I added him an hour ago.
No.
Lakari, where the hell are you, dude? You literally told me to add you. Where'd you go? Why is my computer? My computer's just full on shitting itself, dude.
Me too.
How do I know if I have a keylogger on my computer? Would
you will know because when you check Reddit,
Yeah.
you'll see everything there. That's
when all your stuff is hacked, you'll know.
yeah, when LSF has a top thread, Trainwreck something.
Trainwreck scams 15K from top donator.
Here, Trainwreck, download this program, and it's
Send it to me on Twitter.
keylogger, and it'll keylog if you have a keylogger. No, I'll send you a real program.
Yeah, Train, just download this program, yo, and just install it on your main computer, like the stream one, not the laptop, nothing else. And then you got it, dude. I'll fix it. Guarantee it, bro.
Yes, send it to me on Twitter.
I sent it to you on Twitter. There you go. Just download that.
Okay, well, thank you for being here, S-Fan. It was super, super fun with you here. Hey,
Bye, S-Fan.
I will see you soon. Guys,
Okay, dude.
spam his
Ass
channel.
fan. No, I'm just-
Spam his
Yeah,
channel.
too,
Spam his channel. Asfan, thank you again.
Yeah, for sure. Thanks for having me. I will see you guys later. And Jens, let me. I'm gonna send you a message on Twitter. Follow me back, and I'll talk to you about some WoW stuff.
All right, I'm down. Let's do it for sure.
All right, we'll do it. All right, I'll see you guys later.
Networking galore, huh,
For
Asfan?
the first time, second time actually.
Oh, but he said the bump. He didn't get a chance.
Yeah, bump.
No,
He says Zero, shut up, bro.
right? He didn't even say goodbye. He's like, yeah,
He
I'm out
says-
here. Doo-doo.
He said I'm out, dude. He said I just want to talk. I just want
So-
to talk to him.
So this next topic ties into it a little bit. Now, when I connect it, the average person's going to call this an incel take, but in reality, it is very much connected. And also, on top of that, another topic comes along about safe driving, which myself, I've been guilty of 2 years ago. There he is.
Yo,
Yeah, what up, Lakar? You ready, dude?
hey, yeah.
Hey, what
Hey.
up, bro?
Can you get my picture up, like, if I'm streaming?
No, I can't. Sorry, dude.
No, you will have to use a different camera, bro.
I have to use a different camera?
Yeah, because the stream uses your camera, and you can't use the same source on XSplit and on Discord. Or like,
Oh,
when
Use
are you-
use OBS virtual cam.
Yeah.
What-
Wait, what's OBS virtual cam?
When are
It
you
will,
ending? Just hold on.
It creates another cam, but
oh,
you can
that's
just stop
fucking
streaming.
broken.
When are we?
That is broken. Yo,
What the
what's up,
hell?
man? Hey, thanks for that premium Snapchat, dude. That shit's good. I like that shit, dude.
Yo, train. Let me tell you this. You're gonna find this funny. I think you will
Okay.
find this funny. All right, so the main gimmick of my stream, right, is that I have an anime girl mascot, right? That's like the whole point, right? And then, so recently I rolled out a tier 3 benefit, where if you tier 3 to my channel, you get what we call the premium Snapchat feature of the anime girl, you know. And it's something that even like Harry himself tier 3 for, you know. So it's a very wise business. But what do you think about it, Train?
Say that one more time. So there's a premium Snapchat, and when someone buys it, they see the anime girl.
It's a premium Snapchat feature, you know. So
He has an OC as his, like, stream mascot.
yeah, pretty much. Like it's like an original character that I made. So it's like, think of it like this, you know. For example, it was so good that like Harry had to tier 3 for it. He had to.
And
Well,
then when I tier 3'd, he talked about it, and like 10 other people tier 3. It was funny, dude.
Yeah, and you want to know what's the most fucked up thing of how we're all connected in this?
Wait,
that
what?
same tier 3 Patreon sub he did to you to look at the anime hentai. He probably used that exact thing to jerk off in my fucking bed into all my towels.
Oh.
The same
Jerked off
exact
into his
thing.
towels, Lakari?
Train, did you just bring me on here just to like fucking talk about this? Is that,
No.
is that
Wait,
why
you're-
you did?
You jerk off into towels too?
I mean,
Whoa, what the fuck are y'all animals jerking off?
dude,
to?
I
community
swear
of
the
people-
towel was just there, dude.
I thought that was
I swear I
bullshit,
got there on the
dude.
bed.
Yo, Lakari, when are you ending your stream, dude?
I mean, I can like, how long is the podcast gonna go? Because I can like end in like 10 minutes.
Another hour max.
Yeah. I'll be on. I'm
Yeah,
just gonna
another-
open some boxes and I'll
Another
I'll host you.
yeah.
Sound good?
Okay, cool. Yeah, an hour max, and we're gonna wrap it up.
All right.
Okay. See you soon.
Yeah.
He's oh man. All right.
There like a community for jerking off in towels that I don't know
What just
about.
happened?
Wait,
what
hold on.
the
Is
fuck
there
did I
something
just
wrong
fall
with-
into?
Is there something wrong with
What?
jerking off in towels? A lot of people use tissue. I've been on this topic so many times.
Jens,
Towels
premium-
is fucking nasty.
Buy towels just to jerk off? Because that's
Yeah, like not a whole towel, but like maybe a rag, little
Jens,
rag.
I will.
Oh, what the fuck, man? You're an animal. What?
Wait, what do you
No,
use, Jens?
hot-
Me, dude.
Huh?
Listen. All you really need is two
Oh.
things. You need toilet paper, or you need maybe maybe some kind of wipe or some random shit. What are y'all animals?
Dude,
Fucking
Zero
towel?
grew up in the hard life, man. He's got
Yeah,
it.
what the fuck, yo?
Oh,
Listen,
my
a
God.
towel, yo. You're gonna what? You're gonna wash.
You're gonna
that
waste a
shit? You're gonna
towel,
use it
and then
in your
you gotta
video?
think about the fact that you use
Oh.
that towel every time you use it.
I
again.
don't want to go there, but it is technically reusable. But I wouldn't go there.
So all right, so you're gonna do it on the towel, and then you're gonna wash it, and then you're gonna use it on your.
Well, I mean, never mind.
That's what I use, bro.
Shut up, chat. Don't act like you guys aren't gross sometimes when nobody's looking. Don't
But-
act like that.
but now
Don't
you're
act like.
Fun. Now you're on the one that's fun. Can't deflect to the chat. No, that's cheating.
Don't like act like you guys when you're in private. You get a little disgusting sometimes.
No, the chat is always clean. They always shower, and they always know Squad W. It's fine. It's fine, dude.
Exactly. Anyways, to go to this
You
new
all
topic.
win. You all win. I got my cheeks are red. You got me blushing. I'm like, I'm like, what the fuck? Oh, hell yeah. Y'all badasses. I like it. I like it. Oh, my God. Man, I'm red cheeks like, man, I'm like, what the fuck am I listening to?
Jens is probably like,
Unless I've been caught,
deny.
deny. I don't know what you're saying. Unless I've been caught, pusha. I don't know what you're talking about. That's what I say.
Hey, that's a good mentality.
You've been caught the moment you admitted knowing me.
I got
True.
Get it? That shit.
Yo, Train.
What up?
I think it's an interesting topic that we can maybe cover. I don't know if you were interested in covering it, but
I was about to go into a topic, but what's up,
maybe I was gonna suggest the one where people are saying how getting banned on Twitch is actually a good thing because of what happened to Dr. Disrespect recently.
Because of blowing up?
Yeah, like you know how like he got in trouble twice, and then like people were just saying that like getting banned is it could be a good thing. Like I just wanted to say like
depends.
Yeah, if it
depends.
Is that a topic you want to cover?
I was gonna bring another topic to tie into what we just talked about regarding the donations, and this is regarding driving. But if you want to talk about that first, I'm down.
I mean,
I'd say I can talk about this real quick if you guys want to.
Okay, yeah, let's go into this.
I was gonna say it depends. If you're like a big streamer and there's a lot of demand for you, I think that it pushes your story up to the top and would maybe get you some publicity very briefly when you come back with the boost. But if you're like a small time streamer, like an affiliate with maybe that's a little bit lower down in the directory, you get banned. I mean, nobody talks about it. I think it's bad. You're in that critical point trying to grow. So it just depends.
I'll make a case that like for larger streamers, this is bad no matter what. And I know that's like everyone's gonna think that's a shit take. The thing about like Dr. Disrespect, and this is Slasher, this is like you more or less said, right? Was like it seems like it is because he gets a lot of donations, he gets like a shitload of cash when he comes back and a lot of viewers. But over the long term, it erodes brand trust, so people aren't going to be willing to work with him.
For me,
depends. I mean, you look at the Mizkif situation, right? I mean, I don't know if that's necessarily eroded his. Yeah. If anything, his situation brought him to a higher level where now he's in a position to work with a lot of those brands.
Mizkif
so what situation was that?
Mizkif got banned for it was another Squad W moment of pure shamelessness, but Mizkif came out on top, and the ban actually, and anyone who saw the numbers and knows them understands this, it probably pushed Mizkif. He probably skipped over probably another 3 months of consistent streaming to get where he got on the ban return. So his numbers doubled and tripled because of the hype of the ban and the wrongdoing of the ban. So here's another instance of it actually boosting the stream.
Yeah.
100%.
Stream's point of it being like a wrongful ban is a big part of that. If Twitch's ban on SFan and Mizkif was like in the right, it would not have been as impactful when he came back. But because Twitch made a bad decision and bad decision making, which they often do all the times in this fucking when they try to ban people, then that is like that is part of the reason that like they got so big. I mean, look, you have a lot of examples, including Tyler One, Dr. Disrespect twice now, Tfue, SFan, Mizkif, and several other streamers that came back after being banned that had really, really big streams afterwards, including concurrent viewership, donations, subscribers, and all of that. But I will say, to Devin's point, the more that I thought about it, okay, when Dr. Disrespect was streaming, his E3 stream was his first ever IRL stream. Before he got banned, he was up to like 50,000 at E3. If he didn't get banned, he would have streamed every single day of E3 with like 40 or 50,000 people. He would have gotten a fuck ton of donations and subscribers during the stream. He would have had a ton of content on the floor of E3, which he was banned from, that he could have released on YouTube. He could have made connections on E3 floor, and he lost everything from being banned. He also, you could say that all press is good press, but it's not great to have like a ton of media talking about how you filmed in a bathroom that's kind of illegal and you could have seen a dick anywhere in the stream. Like, it's not exactly a really good thing to be talked about everywhere. So you could really make the case, sure, he had 80,000 people concurrently on his way back, but that's going to decrease because that's not sustainable. And at the same time, he lost all the previous revenue that he would have had from E3 and afterwards if he didn't get banned in the first place.
What about the next time he does an IRL stream, the anticipation for how he's going to bounce back after the circumstances of the first one? I think
Yeah,
that, you know,
I think that's fair.
You could make up that revenue, and that might even be a bigger one because now the press around him doing an IRL stream, I think maybe people learned about it for the first time too. So we'll see, you know.
I feel like in general it's not the kind of topic that it's always one way or another. I feel like it's kind of like a case-in-case scenario. I guess for bigger streamers there is a bigger benefit because people will talk about them. Like if it's a smaller streamer, obviously no one will talk about. I think that's a pretty clear point. I think one way we can analyze this that I think is pretty interesting is the fact that it depends on the reason you got banned, right? Like if you get banned for a reason that's like wrong or right, it will basically make you the villain or the hero of the story, right? For example, Miskip came off as hero, whereas for example, when Dr. Disrespect comes up more as like doing something bad where people lose respect for him, right? And one thing to consider though is that you mentioned that not necessarily all bad press is good press or like whatever, you know, is also the fact that and Twitch, when you do something bad or like people lose respect for you, they may still watch you anyway, you know? Like this is the kind of platform where definitely people sometimes watch people even if they don't like them, you know, just because there's like the hype around them or whatever, you know? It's kind of like, for example, when Dr. Disrespect, you know, the cheated, right? And then a lot of people were like, well, he's a shitty person, he's this, is that, but they were all there watching him the day he came back anyway, you know? And then I feel like that definitely at least probably helped him, you know. Like I honestly didn't even know about Dr. Disrespect until the day he cheated on his wife. I didn't even know who the fuck he was. And then I go on my Twitter and then I see my entire Smash section of, you know, people on mutuals are just talking about this dude who cheated on his wife, you know. So I feel like it helped them, but it also, you know, it's not like a good first impression to get from someone either. It's like it gets your name out there, but it also loses respect points. I guess you can't have the cake and eat it at the same time. It's one way or another.
Yeah, I agree.
Yeah.
I think the thing that like a lot of people don't consider in these kind of conversations is like advertisers and brands, right? So like the way that advertisers and brands like choose to people to represent them is like based on things like this. Like if Dr. Disrespect walks into a bathroom, that'll get him out of a lot of brand opportunities going forward. It may not like seem like it in the short term, but it's because like those conversations happen behind closed doors, right? Like, so, like let's consider if there's like Lexus or someone is like, oh yeah, like let's put like $500,000 into Twitch, and then they see something like that, and they're just like, all right, let's just not do that, and the conversation ends. Like you never hear about it, but that shit happens all the time.
To make the argument that him representing Twitch also is a problem for Twitch because he is such a big figure, and now that he did that, he has a larger presence on Twitch, and that makes Twitch look bad.
It's a way bigger problem for Twitch overall, and all of us, because all of our ads are filled by Twitch, right? Anybody that relies on ad revenue, which I guess like, does anyone in this call even run ads?
I do.
I run an ad at the end of the stream.
I run
so
ads
it basically on like a macro level, it affects all of your inventory because this is why I've always said that there should be premium partner tiers. Like at some level, less advertisers means less CPM means less money for you.
True.
Well, at the same time, if an advertiser choose to pick a guy like Dr. Disrespect, where in his names it says disrespect, maybe that's what they're gonna want to play on. No, I mean, is that such a big surprise?
People, so there's people that like the example I would use, like there's definitely advertisers that do super well on Pornhub and shit, right? And they'll convert really well, but CPMs for those typically are lower because advertisers that have a older demographic, they just have more money to spend typically. So like all the Fortune 500s, like they don't want to associate with that kind of stuff because their audience trends upwards. But for like in age, but people that are younger, yeah, then that's definitely. But those guys don't have the money.
Most of those people wouldn't touch him anyway. But you know.
But that's not good. Like we want the F500s on here because they're gonna give us all the money.
Yeah, completely. I agree with that, but I think he knows, and it's part of his persona to do stupid shit like that. You know, it works in his, in his favor when he does shit like that, and then come back later and make it a thing. I have problems. Like, I mean, it bothers me to think that it was really an accident and it didn't mean. I feel like that was something that was done on purpose. You know.
You really do not think this is intentional. I really don't think any of the things.
You're saying he went. How many bathrooms did he go to? You think that every time he went in the bathroom, after the first time, no one told him, "Bro, you fucked up," and they let him.
Like I ran into him on the floor. It was just him, his bodyguard, and the cameraman. I really don't think they were thinking about it. If this was intentional, I don't believe it was.
Hold on. You have your camera on and you walk into the bathroom, you're going to get punched in your suck hole. You shouldn't have that fucking camera on when you walk into the bathroom, period. It's the bathroom.
Yeah, but this is E3. Like, everyone's nerds. They're not going to confront you. If he did that at the UFC event, yeah.
I'm just saying, I see somebody come walking in with a camera, going into the bathroom. It's like, man, it goes... Turn that off.
Yeah, but you're a fucking UFC fighter, dude. These guys are like 50-pound nerds.
Not everyone's gonna fucking
I'm just saying, just in general, not about being the fighter. It's just don't turn your camera on walking into the bathroom. You might,
But to me, like
there can't be nothing good from that.
He's surrounded well enough that at least one person would tell him, "Yo, bro, don't do it. You're gonna get banned. That's a bad idea." At least one person had to tell him, "Don't do it. Like, we can't go in there." And then after the first time, like, I'm sure people said something, "Yo, you fucked up." But he decided how many bathrooms? 3 times he went, I think.
Did you read his apology thing?
Wait, you know why? Oh, you know what? That's a really good topic, Devin. But you know why he didn't? No one told him. It's because people in the chat were saying it, but because big streamers don't read chat, he never saw it, dude.
No, but even
I get that.
But even his surrounding, even the people with him, you're gonna tell me there is no one that thought it's a bad idea? No one? They're that dumb?
I mean, so I think like his whole...
I'm a porn star, dude. I'm probably by many considered from the low of the intelligence on this planet. I still know to not bring a fucking camera in a toilet, in the bathroom.
I was a big dumb fighter, and I'm not bringing no camera into the toilet.
You know what I mean?
It ain't happening. Yeah, nah, man.
Okay, so the whole problem with Twitch is like, the whole problem with Twitch, right, is that like Twitch encourages the race to the bottom type of content like this shit because it doesn't enforce more serious bans on people like Dr. Disrespect. When they get a 14-day ban that says, and they come back to 80,000 viewers, it says, hey, do the more scary shit, do the more controversial shit to get viewers, and keep pushing it and keep pushing it. So Dr. Disrespect, and he wrote this in his apology, right? Like he's like pushing the edge constantly. Like content creators on this platform are pushing the edge over and over again to see what they can get away with until they push it too far.
Jump out
like
of a
nobody
plane,
knows
man.
that line.
Don't go into someone's bathroom. That's just
I agree with Jens.
I'm not defending him. I'm saying that
I know you're not.
It's the platform.
I'm not saying you're defending him, and I get what you mean about pushing it. But I'm just saying that's one spot, man. There could be kids in that fucking bathroom.
Exactly.
For sure. It's super
God forbid you walked in that camera and my son was about there. Your ass would be wearing that camera.
We agree completely.
You'd be in a world of trouble, man. Don't have a camera going on in that bathroom.
Yeah.
Your ass is leaving with that camera. Straight up something. Believe that. My kids are in there, man. You're out your mind. If it's me, I'll just pee on you. I don't care. But I'm just saying. I'm being serious. But if my kids or someone's in there,
then he gets banned for showing a dick.
Yeah, right. Then I get banned. Yeah, I'm just saying. I mean, there's just certain things. Again, pushing the envelope is one thing, but hey, you jump into the lion's cage and that lion whoops your ass. I guess you shouldn't have jumped in there. Whoopsie. You know what I mean? It's like, damn, man, don't push it. Don't get too crazy. But I'm just saying the bathroom. I don't know about. At least at the doorway, like hand it off. But here, man. I mean, I've done documentaries and shit, getting ready for fights. They don't follow me into the pisser. I mean, you got the UFC camera crew following you, going to the bathroom. Oh, yo, we coming in, partner. We coming in. It's like, really? I'm gonna make sure this one stinks or something. You know what I mean? But the point
he did it 4 times.
I know the fact you did it once, and like exactly what Manuel was saying was, nobody just said, dude, really? I mean, you didn't have that. Like, even and I'm a small streamer, and I've got a mod that just says, let's not watch that video. Or, man, close, borderline, or let's not do that. Man, he's big. I mean, he's a big streamer. You know what I'm saying? And somebody should have just been like, it's just like, okay, here's, it's kind of like the fact back in the day, 2 people get in a fight. Like, why does Mike Tyson need a bodyguard? He's the baddest man on the planet. Because, man, people are going to walk up and talk shit to Mike Tyson, and Mike Tyson going to go, what the hell? And they're going to sue the damn out of him. But he can have a bodyguard. That's his job, is to whoop your ass for threatening him. Where my point is, a big camera, a big-time streamer comes into the bathroom, somebody's like, oop, foul, and then they want to start doing lawsuits and everything else. You're just asking for it, you know what I mean? Whoopsie, you recorded my kids, they was in the bathroom, and now I'm going to sue you. And
the thing is, dude, everybody on everyone on Doc's team, including he himself, thinks he can get away with it, and it's because Twitch and nobody else has set a precedent. If you get,
I just don't understand what's the point of, and normally I would never get into this conversation, but what's the point of being able to do that in the bathroom?
You know what? I'm saying they don't even know what common sense is because nobody's actually enforced it, dude. Like when you keep letting streamers get away with this shit, and then not only get away with it, but actually get more viewers because of it. What's gonna end up happening is they're gonna keep doing dumb shit until something actually happens.
I don't think they've let him get away with it because they gave him a severe warning to the point where he came out pissed.
Dog, it was a 14-day ban. They let him get away with it.
Listen. Let me finish, for fuck's sake. God damn. Fucking reactionaries. Listen. Let me finish my entire fucking point. Literally 6 months ago, he grabbed his dick on his intro. And they gave him a huge fucking warning that if he did that again, he would face a sexual content ban. Do you understand? He was pissed. He came out fucking throwing so many shots at Twitch. It's not a matter. This isn't a matter of he's gotten to the point where he's gotten so cocky that he's doing whatever he wants. This is the point where this is the matter of he just wasn't thinking. I don't know why you guys all are branding him as this person that maliciously said, fuck it, I'm untouchable, let's go in the bathroom and film these kids. No, I just think
God, no, I never
he was
said that.
No, not you, Jens. I'm talking to Slasher and others. He wasn't thinking.
I don't think that either. I agree with you here.
Asmongold's admitted that. I'm just saying other streamers have admitted that they've done this, whether it's off platform, on their with their phones recording, whatever. Sometimes you're just not thinking. There's been times where I've even caught myself. I was about to go to the bathroom and I realized, fuck, I have the backpack on. So I take it off and I give it to Anything for Views. This was at PAX East. I was about to walk in. I just wasn't thinking, because when you're IRL streaming, you're not thinking about common sense. Your common sense is entirely shifted to a world of Twitch and entertainment. You're not thinking. Who you're portraying, who you are being, who you're entertaining becomes your reality, and it's almost like to non-streamers or to people who don't IRL stream, they see it as, when you're IRLing, you're completely aware that you are on camera and you are streaming. The thing is, when you're in that mode, the camera's invisible. That is what true IRL people who have good personalities do. The camera's invisible to you. You're doing you. You're just going. He wasn't thinking. He was walking, doing his thing. That's my opinion based on my IRL experiences.
I don't agree with you.
Yeah, totally.
Well, that's fine. None of you have IRL streamed. None of you have IRL streamed. None of you are personalities. None of you are personalities. No offense to that. I mean, full offense. None of you are personalities, are you?
Train, are you? Single person calls a personality. What are you talking about?
I'm talking about personalities for like actual, like your streaming identity is personality streaming. That's what I'm talking about.
I'm the former UFC lightweight world champion.
Yes, you're a UFC fighter. Slasher's
I'm saying, but that's my personality, but that's also my name in the stream. And all I'm saying, look, and I'm with you, and I understand what you're saying about, you just get into the run of things. And I'm not saying good or bad. I'm not talking smack one way or the other. I'm just saying I always, when it was time to go into the bathroom,
Jens,
cameras had to stop. And
no,
it was time
Jens,
for me to
Jens, what you're saying, I'm disagreeing with nothing you're saying.
I'm saying, I'm not accusing anybody about being fucked up or how dare they go in there. I'm just saying for me, I was just always, you know what I mean? The cameras just didn't follow me in the bathroom.
Yes.
But again, it wasn't on my head, and like you said, it wasn't in my backpack, and it wasn't me streaming. So that kind of makes it differently. I had a camera crew obviously following.
Oh no, I know. No, Jens, everything.
You know what I'm saying? But I do get what you're saying. The flow. But at the same token,
it's
be
wrong.
that person in the bathroom.
Yes.
And again, just see a camera like, oh, what the fuck? You know what I mean? What?
For me, your argument just doesn't make sense, Train, because like
once again, you're not a personality streamer. You're a gameplay streamer.
No. Lately, I have more personality, but that's not the
I'm saying if you went to IRL, would you be animated? Would you be conversing? Would you be socializing?
I'm talking about that. Let me finish. What I'm trying to say is that is very simple. Is the point that when you're IRL streaming, right? If you're IRL streaming yourself, like the whole team is just you, it's easier to get lost. But the thing about Dr. Disrespect is that he literally had a team of people. He had a cameraman following him. Okay, if Dr. Disrespect himself forgot, because he was so involved into the IRL experience, his cameraman was not fucking streaming. He was fucking recording. And that motherfucker should have had common sense to say that shit is illegal.
but the cameraman's in his lens. He's in a different world.
Yeah.
He's absorbed into what he's doing.
Oh man.
Listen,
I will.
Seen a guy that literally walked into a bathroom 4 times, then made an emote about him being in the bathroom. Dog, he knew what he was doing. He knew he was pushing the edge of his content.
He knew what he was doing. You can fuck up once, maybe twice, but 4 times. You're gonna tell me 4 times? It's not like he's going in and he's like, "Oh shit, I forgot the camera." He's like, "Hey, follow me, dude. Watch this."
But
that's not a guy.
Wait, so you guys think he went into the bathroom on purpose?
I don't think so. I think here's what I think.
I
can't do it.
I
will take.
I don't think personally. I just think he was a dumbass.
Thank you, Slasher. Thank you, Raj. Listen, I will take.
I don't think he deliberately.
Please
he
let me.
He went into the bathroom. He knew he was going to the bathroom, but I don't think he did it because I don't think he knew that he was breaking.
I am getting so much hate from chat right now. I'm getting so much hate from chat, and I will take it. I will take 7 hate threads at the end of the stream, and there will be one. I know there will be one, and exactly this, and me saying this, but I still stand by it because it is factual. I cannot believe. Listen, he went into the bathroom the first time. He didn't think anything of it. Do you understand? If he maliciously did it, listen, here's my point of view. If he maliciously did it, he would do it once. If he was aware of what he was doing, he would do it once, press the edge of, yeah, bitch, look what I just did. I'm Dr. Disrespect. He wouldn't do it 3 more times. If he was maliciously, in awareness, doing it. He did it 4 times because I believe in the current state of mind that he was in, he was unaware. He did not see anything wrong with it, and he lacked that common sense. Should he be not held accountable? No, he should be held accountable. Is it illegal? Yes. Should he get in trouble? Yes. Is it wrong? Yes. Should he get punished? Yes. But do I think that he maliciously went in there? Fuck no. And if anyone here says otherwise, listen, I know it's getting heated, but it's easy. You're doing what chat does to all of your streams and mine when they say, oh, if I had your job, it's easy. Just get on and stream. Just do this, do this. You're doing what they are for IRL streaming. You've never done it. You've never been in the flow. You've never been animated on stream to the point where you're lost in yourself and doing something without thinking. IRL streaming.
Have you seen the videos of him going in the bathroom? Does it look like he forgot the cameras on?
That's my point.
He's immersed in his. He's immersed in his character. He's immersed in what's happening. He's not thinking about real life consequences.
He's not on Earth. He's in his world is the camera. All he's seeing is the camera. He's not understanding the surrounding. Like, I can't explain it until you go and IRL. That's why so many IRL. That's why there's so many controversial clips of IRL streamers. Shit just happens because you're in that world. You have to seriously be careful.
Why are you gatekeeping IRL streamers as if you're the only personality? That's fucking bullshit.
Hold on, I'm not gatekeeping. I'm speaking from experience that is required. You're trying to deduce logic from an experience made up in your head to try and speak facts on it.
No, I've literally run more IRL streamers than you can imagine.
Let me ask you a question. How long was his stream? How long was his stream?
It was a few hours. It was a few hours long.
What's a few hours? 2 hours, 3 hours, 4 hours?
I'm going to say it's between 2 to 3. It felt like 2 to 3.
When was the last time you went 4 times to a bathroom for 2 or 3 hours?
The number, here's my point.
That's a good point.
I'm asking you. When was the last time, if you didn't go there?
That's proving my point, Manuel. That's what you're not understanding. That's proving my point. Listen. He didn't go to the bathroom because he had to go. He was doing because he was unaware of what he was doing. He thought it was okay in that situation.
He was aware that he was bringing his camera in the bathroom, which makes him the bad guy.
That's what makes him the bad guy. I'm not arguing if he's a bad guy. I'm arguing if he maliciously.
I'm a porn star. It's not because I'm a porn star I'm gonna fucking go grocery shopping with my dick out.
It is completely different. Listen, here's what I'm arguing. I'm not arguing whether he was in the wrong. He was in the wrong 100%. Anyone who disagrees is an absolute moron. What I'm saying is I do not believe that he possessed the malicious intent that you, Devin, and Zero are making it sound like, that he said, okay.
Define malicious?
I did not say that.
Can you define malicious?
Malicious means...
I want to make a point.
Malicious means...
I just want to know what Train thinks.
I will tell you. Malicious means before he walked in the bathroom, he was totally aware he was about to walk in the bathroom. He's totally aware that it's against the law. He sat there cockily knowing he's Dr. Disrespect, the biggest streamer. He won't be punished because he's bringing in the most money. He knows he's about to break every law. He's about to evade everyone's privacy. He's going to walk in there, ignore everyone, make a selfish decision to stream for the content of the stream, and walk in there and disrespect everybody while doing it. That's what malicious is, and that's what it sounds like you are all implying, that he was fully aware.
His name is Dr. Disrespect. That's his business.
But I'm not. To be very clear, I'm not saying that. That's some Sith level shit. Like, what I'm saying is that he pushes the edge of his content, and he knew he was pushing it by doing that, but he didn't.
All I said was that he was a dumbass. By the way, I actually did not say he was malicious. I'm actually of the opinion that
he's for yes. Anyone who walks in the bathroom with a camera is an absolute idiot. Yes, 100%. In that moment,
that he went in the bathroom knowing that the camera was here. When you say, "Well, I can go in the bathroom and forget the camera is part of it," no, he knew. That's all I'm saying. He knew the camera was rolling the first time, the second, the third, and the fourth time.
Yes, he did, but I don't think he.
There was okay.
What Trey's arguing is that he wasn't processing the consequences of having that camera in a bathroom.
I will give you a good example.
Does disagree in general.
I will give you a good example of this. Okay. I will give you a good example.
Train. One thing. Let me just speak here. Manuel was saying basically what we disagree with, but we don't have proof either way. The two things that we haven't mentioned is, one, his apology, which he made through his Guy account, not through the Dr. Disrespect account. And he was speaking as Guy Beam, the person, not Dr. Disrespect, the character. And his apology really felt non-apologetic. If you really go through it, it doesn't seem like he truly took responsibility for his actions, which actually lead credence to what Manuel was saying, and that it was more an orchestration. I don't believe it was an orchestration. I actually agree with Train for the most of this, that it was not an orchestrated event. It was just idiocy on his part. Yes. But I think that overall, it is definitely what Devin is saying. It's on Twitch to make sure that he is punished for these actions. 2 weeks is not enough of a punishment for the things that he did, and Twitch needs to set a better example for the platform to ban him for longer. And at the same time, I don't think that Guy's apology was that good. Honestly, actually, in terms of the apologies that have been made, it's at the Jana level in terms of apology. Jana's apology for like the racism that she displayed is just about equal in terms of Dr. Disrespect's apology for what he did at E3, which is basically not. So I don't agree with how Manuel is thinking about this, but I gotta say, there is a lot of things happening here where he might be right.
To clarify here,
I think there's a very good point you made.
Real quick, please let me
apologize him.
Go ahead.
There's a very good point that Slasher made about him apologizing, not on his main account, but on the secondary account. Because, like, there's actually a trend among very popular YouTube people and recently Twitch people where they will apologize not on their main channel, because then they can say to the people that are complaining and know of the drama, like, yeah, see, here's where I apologize. But then the people that don't know don't damage the brand. So it's a way of like minimizing the damage that gets done from a brand. There's a very big important reason why he didn't apologize from @DrDisrespect, and instead he
That's very true.
From his small account. For example, what did Jake Paul do when he did some dumbass shit?
I was about to bring that example up, and it's actually helping my argument than it is hurting it, and I'll explain why after you finish yours.
Well, that's fine. But what I'm saying is, like, for example, he didn't apologize on his Jake Paul YouTube channel. He apologized in a fucking Instagram story that probably nobody saw, but then he can talk about it and say, well, I apologize, so shut up, guys. You know, like, it's a way of minimizing and avoiding the damage. And I think that actually that is something that is very notable, and it's probably one of the only pieces of actual evidence that we have about the story, because at the end of the day, we're kind of making guesses on whether he was malicious or not, and it kind of comes down to opinion. Personally, I think he was just an idiot, but for example, if you look at his apology and how he did it, it does come up a little bit less organic, especially if you read it. It looks kind of sus.
I think his apology was an effort. The tone of his apology was an effort to downplay his actions and kind of try to not make it seem as if it was.
Listen, I'm gonna drop this, and I'm gonna drop this entire hot take, red pill on the apology part. Listen, I'm gonna be real with you. There is no apology that will come from any figure that isn't loved by the community. When I say loved, I'm not. Dr. Respect is not loved. Dr. Respect has just as many haters as he does lovers that want to see him burn. People like this will never. No one will ever be satisfied with any apology. And if you cried, it'd be fake. If he didn't cry, it'd be not enough. If he did it sincerely, it'd be forced. If he didn't do it sincerely, it's not sincere. Like, no one will ever be fucking happy with it. Ever. I know that for a fact.
Did you read it?
Yeah, I did read it. I covered this whole thing because I was talking.
It sounds like he's dismissing the whole thing. It doesn't even sound like he acknowledged it. It sounds bullshit, bro. I get what you're saying, but like if you read it, it literally sounds like someone else wrote it. It doesn't even sound like he wrote it. It literally sounds like, yeah, guys, you know, we fucked up. Yeah, well, don't worry about it. Here we go. We're gonna come back to the stream. We're gonna get right back into the grind. And it's like, I don't know what the fuck I read. It was so short too. It was like half a page, bro. He didn't even care.
It sounds to me now you guys are gatekeeping what in a proper apology is based on your own terminologies and based on your own standards. Like, everyone is different. People have different understandings and different levels of awareness of what is appropriate and what's not. Some people's apologies are simple-minded because they're simple-minded themselves. Some people's are more complex and complicated because they're more aware of their own emotions. Therefore, they can assume the emotions of others and what the others want to hear. At the end of the day, I don't think it's for any of us. We have every right to be opinionated and deem what we think is appropriate apology and what's not. But I don't think we can say objectively he was being sincere or he was not. Now, to get back to my point regarding the Jake Paul thing, Jake Paul, when he walked, or was it Logan or Jake?
Logan. It doesn't matter. You can do. It's just
okay.
It works with both.
Okay, so when the brother that walked into the forest, he used the actual dead bodies in frame as the content. If Doc would have walked up to the people pissing saying, hey, what's up? What are you doing, man? Oh, look at you. Like, if you would have walked up directly with direct contact, then I can maybe see how it was a malicious aware thing. He went in there and had his own skit. That tells me he wasn't aware. To him, it was just content, and he wasn't aware of it. It was stupid content. He wasn't thinking in the moment. He wasn't realizing, fuck, I'm in a bathroom. Isn't this illegal? This has to be wrong.
Didn't he look under the stalls?
Again,
like, with people in it?
Again, I get if you can mess up.
When he saw someone, did he engage with them?
Your Dr. Disrespect. Dr. Disrespect is not just that dude. It's him and his crew. After maybe the first time fucking up, someone in his crew should have said something or should realize, man, this is pretty...
Here's what I think.
Probably fucked up.
Here's what I think.
Don't you think that? Don't you think?
Yes. Comments. Yes. Every. Yes. Manuel, everything you're saying in this part, I agree with. Listen, here's why we're having a disagreement. Okay, this is why we're having a disagreement. Because for you, okay, listen. Here is why I can see the other side. Because I've gone to a point in my life where I've realized common sense is not so common. To you, what is the most common sense thing, the most aware, right in front of your face that is saying, do not do this? To you, you're treating it like that, where he walked in there and it was saying and he ignored it. No, what I'm trying to put into your mind is, this was not there for him. I know it's hard to believe, but it was not there. It was non-existent.
I don't believe this. It's not just him. It's him and a crew.
I know, but the crew is scared.
I was there. I saw him. There was 5 people with him. It was, you're telling me out of 6 people, none of them saw that.
I think out of 6 people, I think,
out of your mind.
Here's what I think, okay? Here's what I think based on what I've seen, okay? And I've talked to some of these people. Here's what I think. I know this part I'm stretching. I'm not sure. I haven't analyzed it enough, but if I were to guess, they're doing their job and just doing what they're hired for. They're gonna follow. He could have said, "Just follow me everywhere. Don't say anything. Don't do anything." This could have been a job thing. He just followed him and said, "Fuck it, whatever." Like, sure, I'm sure one of them wanted to say, "Hey, Doc, you can't film in restrooms." But if that's at the cost of him losing his job or getting yelled at, he's not gonna do it. That's the problem. That's what I'm assuming is the case, even though it's so stupid. I know it's so dumb. It is the dumbest thing ever. But that is what I'm thinking. That's literally what it is. Well, every time I hire someone to do something for me, I have to go and sit them down and say, hey, if there's any issues, please communicate with me. And they're still scared to communicate with me because they're scared I'm going to cancel and not pay them if they're fucking a dick to me or give me a constructive criticism. Like, I don't know. That's what I see just from my experience. But like I said, I agree with you, Manuel. I think everyone here agrees with you for the fact that it is wrong and it is common sense. The part I can't agree with is I just do not, I don't think it was malicious. I don't think he knew and he said, fuck it. I don't give a shit. Anything for content. I don't think that's the case. Because listen, it's not, that edginess that you're talking about, Devin, it is not worth for someone that is making what he's making, as established as he is, to push the boundary of edginess. That kind of thinking to me is naive, and it's completely out of place for Dr. Disrespect.
Okay, I get interrupted so much. Let me read you something, okay?
Please.
Real life personas are so difficult to pull off, especially in today's society. Doc is edgy, highly opinionated, cocky, and that adds to the difficulty in staying authentic without offending one on a deeper personal level, okay? So what I am saying is that on macro level, this is in the character he built. He built a character to be edgy. He built a character to push the limits. It's not what I think you're right, Train, that in the moment he may have been somewhat unaware, but the very essence of Dr. Disrespect, the character, made him do this. And so he is just as responsible as if it had been malicious.
I've never said
by that reality.
Yeah.
Yeah, he is,
yes.
but he's not really that edgy though. He's kind of like a cartoony character. Like edgy would be a
Here's
He has like a persona and shit, right?
here's where I think you're not understanding. I never said he shouldn't be punished differently. He should be punished the same way as if he was malicious or he's not, because he's still breaking the law and he's still doing something wrong. What we're arguing here isn't a matter of he should have got less punishment or not. It's a matter of, do we think it was malicious that he did it? As far as punishment go, he broke the law. It doesn't matter what your intention was. You broke the law. It doesn't matter what your intention was. You evaded people's privacy. It doesn't matter what your intention was. You went and filmed in a restroom. These things, they're objective. They're facts. It doesn't matter what his intention was. These are things that he broke and he should be punished by to the maximum of the law.
Yeah.
We're arguing.
Logically, right?
We're arguing. Just wait, hold on. We're arguing not these things. These things we can put aside. They're facts. Anyone who disagrees with these are idiots. We're arguing his character. We're arguing his moral standard, and if it was malicious and he was aware of it, and if he maliciously and purposefully said fuck it and broke it. I don't think so. You guys do. I'm confused, but I'm listening.
I don't think he does. I don't think it was either, because like you said, he has a lot to risk, and to be like, oh man, this 10-second of a fucking live stream clip when I'm walking into a bathroom is so worth risking hundreds of thousands of dollars, because
exactly.
Twitch is not known for banning anyone for doing hardly anything. Like,
yeah, I think this is the first time somebody got banned for going in a bathroom, right?
If he thought it was a strong risk to lose that much money and to get banned for 30 days or worse, it's not worth a fucking 10-second clip. He didn't think of this is some edgy thing I'm doing.
Yeah, like I said before, I think legitimately, I don't think he did anything malicious. All I think is that he was a dumbass, straight up. Just him and his crew were a dumbass. They just forgot whatever the excuse is. Somebody just fucking did not pay enough attention, which is kind of fucking stupid. Whatever. What I think I have more of a problem with is probably just the way he went about it to apologize. It was kind of just dismissive, and it just kind of makes me feel like it's the smart play to apologize on the secondary account rather than the main one. But it's just, I don't know. It's just from an outsider perspective, it just looks.
I think that's.
Well, I think it's how much it meant to him, right? Because when he went transparent, he showed a lot more emotion. But maybe this wasn't as big of a deal to him for some reason.
Well, the real question is he really sorry? Most people are not really sorry. It's an obligation. Okay, we got caught doing something bad. We're a public figure. Time for the apology now. Let's crank it up, baby. You know what I mean? Who's really sorry about that shit? There are people, public figures, that have done horrible, horrible shit that I feel are genuinely sorry for their actions. Do you think he lost sleep over the fact that, oh man, I shouldn't have done that, man, I'm beating myself up over it? No, who gives a fuck?
Honestly, you're probably right about that. Yeah, you're probably right.
Hey, that was a tough, listen. Woo! I don't know how I stayed strong and stayed consistent with that argument. I was getting hate from every direction. But hey, I'll be honest, the hardest part of that conversation was disagreeing with my boy Devin, dude. I love you too much, dude. I absolutely love you.
Thanks,
DM'd
Train.
me and said, "Yo, I need you to join the podcast, but you have to take my side, whatever it is."
Okay, dude.
I'm just kidding.
You wanted another personality.
Wait,
on,
is that
dude.
why you brought me
You
here,
wanted-
Train, dude? Were you like getting ganged up on or something, dude?
I was getting
He was getting
dumpstered,
jammed just
dude.
now, though. The whole chat was jamming him. I was jamming him.
Dude, chat was
I need somebody help.
He was getting
chat
like
was
10,000
going. No, I honestly believe what I said, and I said this before when we talked about it last time. I don't know if we talked about. I don't know. I talked about my own stream by myself. Yeah, and like I said, Devin, I love you to fucking death, and I'll jerk you off. And Manuel, you too. I think you,
man.
I think you and I need. I think you and I need to talk though, Manuel.
I don't think we're really friends until we have one of these, man. It's all good. Like,
Well, you better be about it.
I'm about it, dude. I'm in it. It's just on this podcast, it's like I'm normally used to doing like dissertations for like 45 minutes on a subject. It's so hard to go back and forth with like so many things, with so many people making points.
Yeah, it's hard to get a word in edgewise,
Manuel,
right?
check your phone.
Yeah.
Is that
This is a mosh
was
pit. It's not
was
an argument.
was that you that
Yeah,
texted me?
yeah.
That,
Give me 1 second.
was that you that
What?
text me? Was that you that texted me that Twitter thing?
Yeah.
Okay, good. Thank God. I had to make sure.
Did you check it?
Not yet. I was scared. Is it funny?
Okay, it's funny, but just don't put it on strip.
Yeah,
I mean,
see
you
the-
can watch it, but
I
not
see.
on-
Yeah, I see the
Put it
naked
on
guy.
stream. Don't be a pussy.
No, it's a naked guy.
Oh, well, more reason to do so.
Can
I'll
you
watch
send
it
it
after
this
this
way? What is it?
Just put
You
it in
want
the group
edgy?
chat.
You want edgy, dude? I'm gonna fucking get my IRL backpack right now, and I'm gonna go stream in the bathroom, and you guys are gonna put it on the fucking podcast.
Only if you get in the tub, Andy.
But will you accidentally do it 4 times?
4 times. Okay.
I gotta be careful with raising my dude. I get carried away. Like I have a loud voice when I get excited, and I start like talking loud. And I think a lot of people take it. I know they take it.
Wait, you're not loud. Oh wait, I have you at
definitely yelling,
4%.
No. Because every time I talk loud and get into an excited argument, I hear my mom's voice. Tyler, calm down. It sounds like you're very angry. People are gonna like one day someone's gonna hit you because they don't understand. You're just excited. So to anyone that was offended at all that I started yelling at, like I wasn't mad. I'm sorry. I have to work on that. I do apologize.
Dude, I get that all the time, Train. Like, I'll
Lakari,
just be
no,
talking
Lakari,
normally.
no.
What do you mean? I'll be talking normally, and people are like, "Wow, calm down, dude. Relax,
No.
man. Don't hit somebody." It's like,
You
just talking
scream.
normally.
You scream. Listen, I'm talking when I actually scream. You're whispering. Your whispering is all of our talking. Your talking is all of our yelling. Your yelling is all of us literally going deaf. Okay, that's exactly it. By the way,
Your
Jen.
yelling is like Tyler One's headset talking through a Burger King drive-thru.
Jens Pulver. This
You
is.
guys are over-exaggerating, dude.
I want to do some introductions here. This is Andy Milanakis. This is Jens
up?
Pulver. He's the world first lightweight UFC champion.
No, you're not.
He's just like,
You know what's weird? I actually know the
Immediately
name.
dismissed.
You know what's crazy? I know the name Andy Milanakis. I know.
What's
the
up,
name.
dude? How you doing,
What up,
man?
man? How you doing? I'm good.
Nice
He
to
said,
meet
"No,
you.
I'm not." First, am I?
Yes, he is.
I'm just kidding, dude.
Okay,
That's
don't
right.
hurt my feelings and say, "Stop
No,
it." I heard
no.
that name, man.
I'm just hitting on you, dude. That's how I,
I got
do
you.
it.
I'm
You
down.
little sexy little
Hey,
muffin.
It
Rare.
worked, partner. It worked.
Yeah, let's get it
worked,
later.
my
Let's
man.
get it later, darling.
I do know the name, though, for sure.
Hell yeah, brother.
I'll do the camera work.
And then let's introduce the other person that came in. This is
Ferreira, boy.
Man, we can make a good. We
Man,
can make
well,
money
man.
with this shit, man.
All right, I'm heading over to the pond, man. I'm coming to visit.
Bro, where do you live?
Oh, this with me? Oh,
Yeah.
I'm in the Midwest. I'm in
Hell
Iowa.
yeah, brother. K
I'm in
Kona.
Iowa.
Oh shit,
Oh,
dude.
man, I love it. Here it comes. I had heard. Here's the deal. I had heard about it, man. I love it. I dig it, dude. I'm tripping. I'm talking to Andy Milanakis, boy. I'm tripping.
Hey,
This is
me
a
and you,
hell of a deal right here. This is
me
cool.
and you are gonna go shoot raccoons one day and drink some moonshine, man.
Hey, 190
from a
proof.
booth?
I've got it. Apple
You got
pie.
the moonshine? You got the
Yeah.
apple pie?
Yeah, I
Hey!
did. Yeah.
How did I call it, dude?
I
Fuck
tell
yeah.
you what. You go to the stream. I got exclamation shine. I show you. Yeah, I got the recipe on there.
Dude, I just called it. That was a fucking sick call. Bro, I'm
man.
gonna get you some Cretan moonshine from Greece. We make it up in the mountains, dude. We're like a different type of redneck.
I got that. Oh my goodness. Look at this. All right, dude. Damn, I like this stream. Damn, thank y'all
Hey.
for having me on.
Hey,
Bro, I'm
hey.
gonna get you some
I'm
good
liking
shit,
this.
bro.
I'm down with that.
Jens, all you gotta learn, listen, dude. If you've had a good time here, you know I love that you're here. If you've had a good time, all you gotta learn is just this simple phrase: Squad W. That's it.
Oh, I'm
Any-
Squad W. Do you want me to tattoo? I'll put it on my neck.
My man, my man. Hey,
I put it on my hands, but I'm done fighting, so I'll put it on my neck. I got you.
You can
That's
put on your
awesome.
hands
Hey,
right now.
dude.
Squad W.
Hey, tattoo one of the cauliflower ears or something. That'd be tight.
hey, that would be, dude. That would be.
Wouldn't it?
My man, dude. By the way, this is he is one of the best BDO players.
Wait, what? No, I'm
Black
not a,
Desert Online.
I'm not
Lucari-
a BDO player, dude. I play it like every now and then.
He's also known for his extreme obsession with anime. Some call him a weeb, others call him
my
obsessed.
God. Just call me a Tekken player, dude. Please.
And he is also known for his Tekken gameplay for fighting games, which is actually somewhat of a connection here. This is Lucari.
Yo, Lucari, man. Hey, nice to meet you, partner. Hey, who? So my guy from Overwatch. What's it, Lucario? There it is. So I'll be.
Oh,
Lucario, right?
Lucio, Lucio.
Lucio, yeah. But okay, but hold on. Let me finish. Hold on. His name is Lucio, but I always call him Lucario to piss off my mod. It drives him nuts. He's like, what's
Lucario.
I always call him Lucario, so I was like, fuck it. Now I'm looking at Lucario. I'm like, hell yeah. So there's my Lucario.
Wait, what's the name of the Smash
Isn't Lucario
character?
some sort of Pokemon or something?
Yeah,
Yeah,
it's a Pokemon.
that's why I pissed everybody off. So I know it's Lucio, but I started calling Lucario, and it would just piss him off because I got to act like a dumbass. My job. Half
Same.
the time I am a dumbass, but you know what I mean. But I was
Dude,
like,
you
oh
sound-
shit, now I just met Lucario because I know Snoop Eye's watching. Yeah, I knew I'd have a Lucario. It worked.
Hey, dude, we're on the same wavelength, dude. Same.
Oh,
Hey, I'm a dumbass all the time.
Oh, dude. I like this guy, man. He's funny as hell.
Hell yeah.
Honestly, you should have been around when we were talking about like Twitch girl drama, and then you have all of us just talking about like regular Twitch shit, and then just Jens is just like, "Hey, I Google her name, and I'm seeing this. What do you guys?" And it was like the most innocent thing I've ever heard, and it broke my heart because I felt like a piece of shit.
Well, I was like, I'm just catching up, man. Just catching up.
Hell yeah, man.
That's good
I
shit,
watch
man.
fights and break them down and look at them. About it. But outside that, like I said, man, getting into the whole IRL is cool, man. Breaking down people's fights and stuff, have fun. But I said, no, this is cool. Thank y'all for your time. It's real cool.
Yo,
Thanks
you got
to
a
you, man.
got a Galaxy phone? You want us to do IRL? You just got to get a Samsung Galaxy.
I got the Apple and Galaxy. I got both. Sitting here.
Oh hell yeah, bro!
I gotta figure one out. I want the backpack. That's happening.
Dude, the backpack's dope. Wait for the new backpack. The new one's
Yeah.
coming out. It's a third of the weight. It's so much better.
Wait, who's making it? Is it still Gunrun?
Yeah, Gunrun did a prototype in Tokyo,
Oh,
and
shit.
he put it together. Like me and Jake got one already because we were in Tokyo with him, and it's like a third of the weight. It's like in a little knapsack type thing. I can show you it if you want.
Yeah, show.
Okay.
I'm actually curious, so
Yeah, Trey, make him big.
I already did.
Yo, I saw everything, Andy. I see everything right now, Andy.
You know what's
There's the
crazy?
new one.
Damn, that's tiny.
Oh.
You know what's crazy? I used to absolutely hate the kids that used to wear those bags on their back.
Like the backpack?
That like it's like a bag with two strings on each end.
That's so much lighter.
Wait, why did you dislike them? Like, what about it made you
Because
mad?
they were always like the douchiest of jocks. Like the kids that wore that always wore like long white socks with their fucking extremely tightened tennis shoes, with their fucking shorts above their knee, with their fucking shirt, with their sleeveless jersey, and they'd walk around holding the straps of their fucking bag on their back.
You have JanSport.
So they were just douchebags, is what you're saying.
Yes,
Okay.
If you
And did
if
you
you're
have
anxious,
JanSport as a kid?
I like JanSport. JanSport are my favorite backpacks.
hell yeah, JENS. Yo, if you get the old one, it's not a big deal. You could convert it to the new one eventually, but if you wait like maybe a few weeks, you get the new one.
What does it have like less modems in it? Like, how is it lighter? What do they do to it?
It's mostly lighter because of the batteries.
Okay.
That's the biggest thing. Gunrun doesn't like. He's gonna He's gonna like give all the parts list as soon as he's done like fine tuning it. Probably like really soon, but it's mostly the lightness is because of the batteries.
The battery is a fucking brick, bro. The old one for the first pack was so shit.
Yeah, yes, it's huge. These new batteries also. Sometimes you get trouble in airports taking 50,000 mAh batteries on the plane, but because these are different, you don't have any problem traveling with them either.
That's amazing.
Yeah, it's so light, dude. When you walk around for fucking 10 hours with a big one, your back like starts hurting and shit. This one you can walk around for like 10 hours and you barely fucking feel it on your back.
Yeah, Andy, I gotta say this. I fucking miss you, man. Did this cast tonight?
I know, it's been a while, man. I've been all over the place.
This
and
cast,
working on moving and shit.
Yeah, I'm gonna be real, Jens. I'm loving you here, dude. It's like you've just, first of all, you and I are on the same wavelength. Second of all, you're just like I'm loving you, dude. Like you're just fitting, you're grooving here, dude. I fucking love it. I love that kind of personality. You're just grooving. It's the perfect perfect glue for this.
I feel that.
It's fucking great. Like I could picture you and I. And I'm sorry if this is inappropriate. I know you're married. And I have a girlfriend, so this would never happen. But I could picture you and I Eiffel Tower and a bitch and clapping hands at the top. I'll be real with you, dude.
Yeah, I got hugged at the boop.
That's right, my man, dude.
Hey, yeah, like I said, keep it out. I dig it. Yeah, for sure. It's cool.
Hey, my man, dude.
I like it.
All right.
Anytime, man. If there's anything I can ever do, let me know. See, here's what.
Damn, the homie, dude.
Surprised. I'm shy. I'm like real shy. Like I'm like, hey, man, I want to come check out. But I would never ask. You know what I mean? I tell people all the time, like, hey, I go, yeah, I'll get your number, but I won't call. Like, why? I go, because I'm like, why? I don't want to bother you. Like, really? You're quote unquote Jens Paul? I'm like, yeah, but I don't want to bother you. What the fuck? So I'm always got that issue. So you got to be like, hey, man, jump in. I'll do it with a big smile on my face. They're like, I got Manuel, like, Andy, man, my son is gonna straight shit. I'm like, I'm half tempted to wake him up. I'm not even playing right now.
Hey,
it's not crazy. Hey, I'm glad to meet everybody, but you got Manuel and Andy came in here, and already I'm with Trainwrecks. Man, I'm telling you what, as I'm new into this whole stream in the Twitch world, boy, I just hit the fucking jackpot, man.
Hey, dude,
I appreciate that, man.
And also, are you gonna come to TwitchCon?
I'm thinking about it.
Yeah, you should.
You should go to TwitchCon.
You gotta do it, man. It's once a year.
Oh yeah, it's only once a year.
It's once a year. You're gonna meet like fucking 1,000 people. Like 990 of them will be whack, but like the 10 that you meet there are cool. Like, you know what I mean? And then you could do some streams. You could just like learn a little.
We gotta do some stream, then we gotta find the gym, Manuel. We're gonna train some.
Let's do it, man.
We gotta do the boxing stuff.
Let's bring everyone to a gym and stream it, dude. Let's just do it.
For sure.
If you come to
fun.
TwitchCon, I'll show you how to stream on the backpack and like.
All right.
We can do a stream together if you come, right?
You the man. I'm with for sure, Andy. Yeah, very cool. Very cool. Hey, look, I'll bring one of these. And then I'll let you can dang. I had it on earlier.
Hell yeah!
Hey,
that weighs more than my backpack, bro.
Right, it is, but we won't carry this one around.
Show that one more time. Show that one more time for the chat, dude.
Let me see that again.
Let's get a nice. Damn.
God damn, dude, that's
holy shit. Is that heavy? How heavy is that?
Yeah, it's heavy. I don't like. It's heavy. Yeah. I'm making a little grunt when I'm doing it.
Holy
the
shit.
champion's belt, dude.
The champion's belt, dude. That's
the
insane.
Champion's belt.
Forget Doc. He's the real champ.
Yeah, fuck this doctor's man.
Oh hell no! But man. But see, that's this game. That's one thing. It's like I said. Hey, I jump in on some Fortnite. It gets frustrated. I want to cry, man. I can't do nothing about it. You know what I mean? But hey, I like it, dude. I love the game, and for sure, love it.
So before we wrap things up, there's one more topic I want to bring up. It's one topic mixed with three subsections, and we can talk about this and wrap it up. And we can conclude with some of maybe if Manuel has a couple more questions, we can wrap it up with some cute fanboying again. So that's just super good.
Cool.
I'm down.
Man, well, hey, I'm gonna direct message you on Twitter. Yeah, I got you.
Man,
hey, one time I actually tweeted my phone number though. That's why I got a new one. I accidentally. I thought I was doing a DM. And then all of a sudden, that thing just started blowing up. Bang, bang, bang. I go, oh, what the fuck? And I went, looked, I was in the mall, right? I know you want to tell a story. So anyways, I'm like, holy shit, my phone blew up. I had to sit there and looked. I went to Verizon, and they had to give me a new number. I accidentally tweeted my number like a dumbass.
Oh, dude. There is a girl in my industry named Megan Rain this week. she lost her dog, and she had the best idea to put like a thing on Instagram with her phone on it. So of course, everyone called her and texted her. No one found her dog. She found it since. Good for her. I'm very happy for her. But like, everyone started texting her. And
Everyone started calling. Yeah.
Yeah, but none about the dog.
Good idea, but yeah, pervert. I was kidding.
Yep.
True.
That's true. That's pretty true.
All right, sorry, sidetrack.
That's pretty true.
That's pretty true. That's pretty true. That's true. That's true. That's true. Anyways, so there was two streamers. I agree. But I love you to death. But anyways, so there was two streamers that were driving, and one was holding the camera, and the other was eating ice cream with both hands while driving with her knee. Now listen, for those of you that listen. What you do privately, listen, dude, full deniability here. It's a conversation. Okay, so anyways, and during this time, she made a comment about the viewers being low, so she told the other person to lift the camera up above them, and I'm sure you guys can understand what that means, for cleavage lines, stuff like that. How do you guys feel about this? About this whole streaming thing? About breaking the, all the laws being broken, reckless driving? How do you think this should be punished? And
wait, Trey, before you get started, right before you get started, is it cool if I go to sleep because it's like 4:30 a.m. before we get into this fucking topic?
Oh yeah, for sure.
Yeah, all right.
Zero, man! I just got here, man. Come on, buddy.
Well, yeah, but I've been here for like a while. This is like,
have you?
Yeah, this is like it's the last topic. It's like,
damn.
I'm a doctor.
You came earlier.
You're new, bro. You just come at the end like me.
No, to be fair, Zero has actually been here longer than he said. He had to leave an hour ago yesterday. Yesterday, he told me, "Train, I can be able till 3:30 EST." I'm like, "That's fine," and he actually stayed an extra hour. So huge shout out to him, guys. Follow his Twitch, guys. Twitch.tv/ it's just Zero, right?
Yeah, just Zero.
Twitch.tv/Zero, guys. Give him a follow. Spam his link in there. We're going to talk about one more topic, and we're going to wrap it up with the cast.
Premium chat, Snapchat, by the way.
And he has a premium Snapchat of his hentai. All the
premium
weebs,
Snapchat benefits tier 3.
all the weebs in my chat, please leave and go get that and stay there. Thank you.
Definitely. It's pretty cool.
Yo, before I go though, I just want to say thank y'all for having me. It was really fun, Train. I'll see you next week if you want.
Oh, Zero, of course, baby.
All right,
You're awesome, man.
Sounds good.
Bye, Zero.
Much love to everyone. Okay, champ to the chat. Also, Andy, I seen the MTV show. That was fucking weird, but I liked it. Anyway.
Oh, thanks, man. Dude, I like Smash too, bro. I play that all the time.
Hey,
No, I'm just kidding. I suck, man. You gotta give me lessons.
All right, I got you. I'll send your friend request on Discord.
All right, cool, man.
All right, see you, homies. Bye. Take care,
Later,
everyone.
brother.
Bye.
See you later, Okay, so regarding the driving, people wanted me to bring this up as far as the reckless driving goes. Apparently, the police in the state are looking into it, are getting the video, and they're investigating it themselves. How do you feel about this? I mean, it's a tough thing to to talk about because shit. So texting and driving their knee, they're incredibly selfish things to do. Incredibly. The thing is though, like on a casual level, I don't want you to admit it here, but I feel like a lot of people do it. And I think awareness needs to be raised. I mean, like, I think a lot of people doing it don't have the intention of what or understanding of what it means or how selfish it is, but I think a lot of people do it. Does that make sense?
I think one of the biggest things that people don't know of just the number that it actually kills more people than drunk driving now, which is like, I think if every single person just had that fact like blasted in their head while they were kind of doing it casually and not even thinking they were doing some crazy thing. If they just realized that one fact that it kills way more people than drunk driving now.
Yeah.
It's like,
2 years ago, I did it a lot on the IRL streams. And then now I just use my phone for maps. But even that's frowned upon. So I got to find a better way to use maps when I'm driving.
They're making some cars with heads-up displays that are right in front of you that you can see your map like right there. And you don't have to look down. You don't have to look sideways. It's right in your field of vision, which is kind of cool.
Yeah. That's probably the best way to do it. Now,
I mean, I wouldn't. Yeah. So, but yeah. There's somebody said they have a BMW like that, and Tesla too.
has anyone seen this Bella Delphine thing? Is she actually selling her piss, one bottle of piss for $10,000? Was that real?
Oh shit! I gotta go.
Well, I thought it was a tub of bathwater, but yeah, I heard about pee too.
Oh, that was fake. That was fake. Okay, I just wanted to make sure before I brought that up. Okay, it was fake. Good.
Well,
I was
that's
gonna.
pretty good
Fuck,
idea.
the auction's over.
Wait,
I was
so who
gonna
did that paper?
You want to PayPal me, Manuel? I'll third party it to you.
Wait, but she said she was. I think she was upping the bottle to the tub, right? And like the tub was $10,000. I heard that. Anybody hear that?
Wait, what? Someone's selling piss for 10,000?
No.
Hell
I'll
no.
tell you mine for
Hell no. Yeah.
Well, actually, if you don't know this, Jens, there was an internet personality and a girl known for her anime and her weeb-like appearances that she dresses up as, and her sexualization, objectification of herself. She sold bathwater that she bathed in, and I believe. Does anyone have the number she made?
I don't know, but all these plebs need to take a
100
page from Vincent Gallo. He's a movie director. He tried to sell his semen on the internet for $1 million.
Did anybody buy it?
Yeah, I did.
Gallo, dude.
Oh, you did.
I stream on Twitch. Spent all my money on Vincent Gallo.
How do you feel, Jens?
One little shot. This is worth it.
Jens, how do you?
Oh my, yo, huh?
How do you feel about that?
I don't.
Good. Squad W. That's all you gotta say.
No,
What do people do with it?
why would you buy it? Yeah, I mean, what are you gonna do? Put it in a jar, and
Are they gonna Are they gonna pour it on themselves?
I would say pour it on yourself and save it and collect what's in the bathtub. You know what I mean? What do you do with it?
Build a
you throw it in
shrine,
there,
dude.
you're like,
Sleep with it.
You build the shrine, but then what if it's really not it? What if it's full of shit and it's just like some
No,
soup
the
water
shit
or
is only
something?
$5,000.
There were all these like experts that came out on Twitter and said they tested that there was no DNA in the water and shit, and so it was fake or whatever.
Right, that's what I'm saying. But so they just selling you a bottle of like soupy water, be like, oh man, yeah, she's shitting this, or they shitting it. It's your bottle, man. There's your water. Really? I don't. Can you buy something else?
Why don't a
bottle of
couple
that
of guy
moonshine and sell
streamers
that?
meme it and like sell their bathwater too?
They have.
Have they already? Oh.
Yeah,
Not like
that's
people
big.
we know.
Everybody on Twitter is making jokes and memes about it. It's kind of like over.
But has anybody like legitimately started selling it, like guys?
I haven't really followed up with anyone.
I wasn't asking because I wanted to buy any. I was just
I'm
wondering.
like, holy shit.
This is just a front for some dudes to actually sell their bathwater. Be like, it's a joke, I swear. No, but real.
Really? No, hey, no, but if you bill me, yeah, I got you. I'll send this shit right now. You can have it. Just kidding.
Who's one male streamer on Twitch you think would make good sales with their
Greek God
bathwater?
X.
You think so? People will buy it?
Jake and Bake,
too,
dude.
yeah.
Without question, them.
I'd buy
Without
it.
question.
Jake and Bacon XQC.
Canute?
Not
XQC's,
Canute, yeah.
XQC's bathwater is like Monster Energy drink. It's
Wait,
like you rub it on yourself and it's like dip, 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 dip.
wait.
Six consoles.
The question was what? What was the question? Who would sell most?
Yeah, which male on the platform would sell most?
I'll tell you.
All
I'll tell you male and female. I'll tell you male and female right now.
right, I'll go male. I think Hassan would do.
No, it's not enough. I would say
It's not enough.
no. It's not enough. It wouldn't sell as much as that you're thinking it is.
Soda popping.
I would say Chance or who do I want to say? There's someone on the tip of my tongue. Oh,
S-Man.
XQC. No, it would be XQC or Chance, 100%, regardless of XQC. Just because he has XQC has like a perfect mix of a calm community and a completely crazy one. So it's like a perfect mix of a perfect storm. So I think XQC would sell the most out of the memes. I think the person who would sell the most out of seriousness, and I say this honestly, I think Pokemon would sell the most on the entire site if she actually genuinely did it. I actually think so. I think XQC Pokemon.
I agree.
Like she'd outsell Amaranth?
Are
Yes.
you kidding me? Of course. Not even
Wait.
no contest. No contest. No contest. No contest.
I
Anyway.
want Tyler 1's bathwater.
Oh, and Tyler 1. There you go. Tyler 1.
Honestly,
yes.
Tyler 1 is the pinnacle male on this platform. I want his fucking bathwater in my mouth right
Well, I think pinnacle is the wrong word to use. Pinnacle is the wrong word to use. Pinnacle is usually for height. But anyways,
did you not see his streams recently playing like horror games? That is the man that I want on top of me. That water on me.
Yeah, no, actually, that's a good point. I would say Tyler 1 XUC and then Pokemon for girls, no contest. It would just be her. Now let's move on for this Belle Delphine thing. We talked about it last week. I want to talk about.
Wait! Don't leave out ST Peach.
No, it wouldn't. Oh, maybe. I don't know.
I got a couple grand on that. I mean,
maybe.
Pokey has 1 million followers on Instagram, though. If she actually was serious about it, man, and she put the whole force of her merch behind it.
The reach
That'd
is
be terrifying.
the reach is way more. And it would for 100% sell. Yeah, 100%.
Did like a collab with Offline TV on it and shit.
Bro, wait a second. I want to see if ST Peach really does have 2 million.
Wait, ST Peach is 1.3 million? Really?
On Instagram?
Someone said 2. I don't know if that's true.
There's no way. Really?
Wait, Lisa Peach. Yeah, she's 1.3 million. Damn, that ass though. Shout out.
1.3 million. 1.3 million followers.
Hey,
dude.
I'm in bizarro world. That is insane.
Yeah, I'm almost positive it's because there was actually a couple clips of hers that hit it on World Star Hip Hop, and like it went viral in the normie world. Like people that just like have no idea about Twitch or YouTube or anything, video games. Like I'm almost positive there were things that went completely viral.
But any girl in the media on Instagram just does really well. They could have like fucking. I think someone said it before, like. They could have like 50,000 on Twitter, and then it's like 2 million on Instagram. You know what I mean? Like pictures.
And by the way, just to clarify, ST Peach is 1.3 million. Pokemon has 3.6 million.
That's a lot of millions.
Yeah, so she would definitely outsell. Now to go to this next topic before we wrap things up. There's two things that happened, somewhat related, not in the circumstance, or sorry, not in the actual event, but in the circumstances are somewhat similar. There was a guy that was in a store, and he was being rude. He was being rude to the people there, and he made a comment of, "Well, women in general on dating sites make fun of my height. I don't see anyone standing up for that." And then she then answered with, "Did anyone do it here?" Thus dismissing his point.
Wait, is this Boss Bagel Baby?
Yes, Boss Bagel Baby. Yes. Yes.
Dude,
yes.
The best part was when he was like, "You're not my father." Like some fucking Star Wars
You're
shit.
not my father, you're not my boss.
You want to go?
You're not my father and you're not my boss. I'll fuck you up.
And then there was another instance with someone else at a gas station. I actually saw this clip linked to me from Hassan's community. There was a guy at a gas station, and he wanted to have like a sexual harassment filed because someone talked about his pecs or his man boobs, and the cops said there's no law to protect that. He said, "Oh, so if I told a woman that she has nice tits, that's not sexual harassment?" And they were speechless. So there's another Squad W double standard there. How do you feel about these situations? Do you think the double standard exists?
Oh, I was going to speak on just like him acting out, but if somebody wants to speak about the double standard.
Oh no! I have a total off-topic comment. It was that I was at the Pride Parade in New York a few weeks ago, and there was an extremely buff, muscular dude with a huge beard, and like fucking, he was ripped, and he had like double D implant tits on him, and that's all I had as a comment to what you just said. I don't know how that was related at all, but I can't forget it. Huge buff dude and double D tits implants.
Damn.
So, I think with the way that this guy acts, obviously his behavior is unacceptable. I don't think anybody's going to disagree with that. But the reason he acts this way, I think it's obvious to me. It comes from like a place of pain, and he's been bullied his entire life about his height, and there's like a sad component to this because obviously he's projecting. Because of the things that he had to endure. I'm not saying that justifies how he acts, but at the same time, it did kind of make me sad a little bit just because hearing about you know,
there's
is
a
paying
big
anything.
difference that I think people have a disconnect, especially people who've been raised on the internet, raised on memes, raised on clips like this. You compartmentalize them and you look at them and you take it as like this 15-second meme, and you don't think about the whole timeline of his life and how he's been tortured or maybe has mental issues. You don't think about that because it's almost like you're watching this surreal fucking movie clip or a comedy clip, and you don't kind of like connect those two with a real human being, you know?
Yeah, no doubt.
Can
And
someone send me the clip, please? I don't know. I haven't seen that.
and also, well, I don't know. I think the context of this clip is fairly clear, right?
I mean, for me, it is. Yeah.
It's a little bit clear. We don't know what
Well,
happened.
because like I'm just curious, like, what if somebody made a side comment like beforehand? I'm not saying that happened. I don't think that did
Well, yeah,
happen, but maybe.
he pointed out, he goes, "No, you didn't, but you did," or something like that. I think he said,
Well, he has like
said
a-
she did, or something. He said something about the
But
girl.
he
who
has a
accused
whole
him.
YouTube of like him starting shit with people, though. This is not like an
Well,
isolated.
he has a
incident.
whole YouTube channel.
Yeah,
Yeah,
he
I
has
mean,
like
like
80
now-
videos.
It's hard to
He has
really
like
make.
80 fucking
yeah.
videos of him fighting people at the beach and like fighting people and like like
It's kind of
Train
hard to make the argument.
Yeah,
when
yeah.
you
Andy,
see
this is
that.
Like-
real,
like-
Andy. Hold on.
like Train was saying,
That changes
he had this
everything.
other one where he just like freaked out at this like grocery store dude. Like he's got a lot of that shit. Yeah.
Oh my god, my mind is blown. It was
Yeah, he's
completely authentic.
He's like a content creator that like one of them is I think he's like laughing in a library because the sprinklers went off, and he's just like sitting there with his phone laughing at everybody as they like run around because everything's fucked.
Oh my god, I'm so happy.
Wait, what?
I'm so happy that this is not just some like weird one-off thing. This is like a whole fucking library.
He's doubled and tripled down. He said he'll take any radio interview.
Yeah.
Get him on the Scuffed podcast.
In the world.
The latest from him is like he says he's getting all these girls now because he's like he fixed his girl problem because of the video, the going viral.
We
That's what
could
he
get
said.
him on here probably, but I don't know how edgy he's gonna get. You know, you gonna be Ben worthy or no?
I already looked into reaching out.
Of course you did.
I might. Hey, I don't know, man. I looked into it. We're looking into it. You know, just seeing him. You know, just testing the waters.
Hell yeah.
I mean,
The fucking
Wait, he
Rod
took the
Chiller.
YouTube
Dude,
videos
he
down.
was the Rod
No,
Chiller.
I don't
Oh, he
think. I
did?
don't think you could give him a Raj Chiller. Really, I don't know.
I mean, you can if you want fucking views. That shit'll be fucking bumping, bro.
It would be funny to put him and then like 10 super liberal liberal. You know, I think.
No,
it'd be really
just
funny.
tell them that there are gonna be 10 girls and have just 10 male streamers on.
What the fuck?
Like fuck with them. And be like, go with it, man. You'll never be back.
Hey, is this going? How big is he?
5 feet.
I'm looking at him.
He's 5'4".
I'm looking
I
at him
think.
right now. 5'4". All right.
Yeah.
I swear to God, he said 5 feet in one of the videos.
Dude,
Really?
honestly, height's overrated, man. Who cares? if
He's
it's tall or
5
not?
feet. He's 5 feet, maybe 4'11".
You think you could take him, Jens?
What? No, we wouldn't know that. I would never find out. I
I'm
wouldn't.
just
I
fucking-
wouldn't find out. But I mean, if he bit my leg for sure, no. I'm just kidding. No,
But see, this is the type of thing that probably is why he, you know.
How are we gonna throw a fit like that in the bagel place, though? See, I'm hearing this. He's pissed off.
He kind of reminds me of the fucking little guy trying to steal the fucking convenience store. Put it in the bag. Give me the bag. Yo, give me that bag, bitch. I'm about that bag.
So is it scripted then? Does he do this?
Well, no, he's like legitimately mad, but he just like creates content around this.
I got it. Damn.
What's his YouTube channel?
Who is this?
Apparently, he deleted it.
Bagel
He
Bites?
deleted his whole channel?
Shut up. It's called
He-
Bagel
he
Bites.
delete-
His
he
fucking
deleted
name,
it,
Bagel
but-
Bites.
Someone uploaded all of the videos to one video. I linked it in the Discord. Someone
Wait,
uploaded
if-
every video. And
Wait, why
If
did
he deleted it, why did he? Well, I saw an interview that he regarded himself he considered himself of the likes of Martin Luther King Jr. Did you see that?
Yeah.
He considered himself the Martin Luther King, like Martin Luther King Jr. type. That's what he said in the radio interview.
What the fuck?
I don't know what
That's
what
a
he.
strong statement, dude.
I know that's what he thought he was doing. What his like preaching what he preaches, he felt like he was like MLK. So
Was it all a bit?
Really,
Is
that's
this
a
like
wrong
a
statement.
really long troll? I don't think so. I mean, it's possible, I guess.
Yeah.
Junior as in smaller?
Dude, there's another one where he's talking about his height. He goes, now you going off about my height again. What the fuck? Now you talking about it. Like, this guy's a fucking troll, 100%, dude.
There was you see the one about him arguing for like 45 minutes about the guy in his front lawn in his pajamas about how he owed him $1,200?
I haven't seen any of this.
Hold on, he's arguing. He's in his pajamas, or the guy?
No, the guy's in his pajamas, and they're like in some at like 7:30 in the morning on Long Island in some Long Island neighborhood. The guy's drinking his coffee in his pajamas, and he's on his lawn telling him about how he owes him $1,200.
Oh
I was
shit!
watching it. His son was watching it.
I'd be like, look, coffee. Yeah, fucking. Dogs, get him. 1,200.
Do any of you know, and mainly Andy, of that like Italian YouTuber who's like a comedian and he does like funny skits? He's kind of from. He seems like the same character. He's like a New Yorker guy from Long Island.
Joe Pesci? I'm just kidding. I don't know.
There's this YouTuber. It looks like this guy is just like this other YouTuber. Hold on, I'll try to find out.
Is he the same age around? I don't know.
An older like Italian dude who's like really angry at everything, and he talks like in his car, kind of like this guy would. Hold on.
I'm not sure. I gotta see it.
You know what's crazy? I'm on a podcast right now with the first lightweight champion UFC in the world.
Hell yeah, baby.
What is wrong with you? Get out of here, man. I'm in here with Mexico Frank, man.
That is tripping me out, man.
I don't know why.
This is tripping
Dude,
me out,
it's
man.
been an absolute amazing podcast. Like,
Jens.
29.
I'll be honest, I'm a little jealous. Jens. You know, Manuel,
Jens.
listen. Hey,
Me and
Manuel.
Manuel, man, it's
Manuel, what about me, dude?
Yeah.
We're
No,
the same
you're
age
in.
too. I'm 43 also, Jens.
I got you. Oh.
Manuel.
See?
Man.
Get a boy.
Shit,
Oh.
man.
Yeah.
What about me, dude? I miss you, Manuel. Your mind's still right.
If there is a thing you could learn from my movies, Tren, is that I'm a slut. I'm everyone's.
Hey, and if there's a thing you know about me, listen, hey.
Let's wrestle.
Hey, listen,
Let's put oil and wrestle.
There it is.
Hey, listen, there's a famous speech where I use that word, Manuel. Hey, listen. There's a famous speech on the internet somewhere, dude. You have to do some work to find it.
Is he gonna call me a asshole? Hey, asshole.
No, it's not the hey asshole. It's the slut word to use. It's the slut word to use. No. It's a famous speech. Miskiff hasn't memorized, actually. He hasn't memorized to the T. It's actually a, wow.
Hey,
He hasn't memorized to the T.
hey,
It's a gaming community of gamers and nerds and kids that got fucked with, kids that were bullied, and now it's ran by the same... Oh, none of you know. Okay.
I'll always remember that speech. Yeah, don't worry, Train. It's embedded in my head.
That's literally a legendary speech, dude. Like, I don't think any of us would forget it.
It's even though it's much shorter, it's still not as good as "What a fucked up day."
What a fucked up day! That's right.
That's
I think
my favorite.
you were there, Andy, in that exact position, dude. You were there.
Yep.
Yep, I remember it, dude. Holy
And then he
shit.
broke that fucking table. It took a couple kicks.
Yeah, 2 kicks, dude. 2 kicks. I was eating sushi. You brought it up. You told me my nipple tape. No one knows about that stuff here. If you guys,
the podcast?
no, that was during the good old days of some of the best content on Twitch. Manuel, if you want to get some laughs, Manuel, I recommend you check it out sometime. I'll send you some.
I need to watch more personality streamers.
Okay, listen, dude. There's already there
There we go.
Listen, dude. I literally I just checked. There's already 3 hate threads of me saying that to you guys up, and they're fucking going, dude. They're going. So don't worry about it. I'll get the shit I need that will make you guys feel better in 3 of those posts, which are all trending at the same time. Yeah, it's just how it is, dude. It's just how it is. Anyways, I think we've had a pretty good show tonight, guys. What do you guys think?
Yeah,
I
I mean, I wasn't only here for a short time, but I
had a
enjoyed
good
it,
last
honestly.
hour,
Bro,
man. Thanks for letting me.
Of course we did. James
I had a
Pulver.
blast, bro. I
James
can't be like I
Pulver
said.
is
It's
a-
all been one big dream. Just kept getting better. Y'all kick ass, man. Very cool.
Jens.
Very cool. I
Oh,
appreciate
Lyndon
y'all's time.
FPS is here too, man.
Yo, Jens, you have a good time?
I did. I absolutely. Thank you so much, man. I appreciate it.
Is this what you expected?
No. No. It was very cool. No, I thought I was gonna get ripped on or poked at or something. No, it was cool, man. I enjoyed it. Hey, badass.
Yeah, I mean, I had a great time. I got to meet this fucking legend over here. Plus, I got to see my good
thanks,
friend
man.
Emmanuel again. wait, Andy? Oh, Andy, what's up, buddy? How's it going, man?
Yeah, see, there you go.
No, I'm
It's
kidding, Andy.
cool.
I love you, man. Come on.
Yeah, I'm serious though. If
Yeah,
you
it's
do come
been
to
a blast.
TwitchCon, dude, if you do come to TwitchCon, I will show you like the IRL shit.
Calm down, Lucario.
Wait, what?
I know Lucario. I got my Lucario finally. Hell yeah! Wow, that's my thing. Dude, I'm jacked. I'm gonna go back and play right now.
Hey, Train, who was the guy last week that started like trashing anime and manga besides you? Who was that dude?
What was his name? That was that was Harkdan. He was saying some dumb shit, but yeah, he's
That dude pissed me off, man. That dude pissed me off.
What, you talking shit about my hentai? Hey, you want to go, dude? I'm ready.
That
Dude, no,
pissed
he was
me off.
he was explaining it wrong. That's all. He was explaining it
No,
wrong.
he was being a complete fucking douchebag.
Yeah, he was saying some pretty.
He was fucking like.
Usually,
that dude was
you know,
a fucking dumbass.
I mean, listen. If it's me that has to, if it's me that has to do the correcting, that's when you know someone's saying some dumb shit. If I have to do the correcting, then you know it's not good.
And his example that mangas are bad because there are perverts that go to anime con to perv on young people in cosplays. I was like, what the fuck? Like that dude just
Honestly, here's
dumbass
the
fuck.
truth, dude. Here's the truth, dude. Weebs just want to enjoy good art, dude. It's all about the art, man. That's all it comes down to. They just appreciate good art, dude. They're men of culture and women, of course, of culture.
Who?
You're about to trigger a train right now.
Wait, what did you say, Lakari?
I mean, if you can appreciate the "Aya" emote, you can appreciate good art. That's all. That's all I gotta say.
Listen, Plato says wise men.
What?
Wise men speak because they have something to say. Fools because they have to say something.
Facts, dude. Dude, this Ayaya emote is not art. It's literally the epitome of everything I ever preach. Like, absolutely disgusting.
Train, I saw you like dancing to like 3 anime girls like throwing their hands up to like the most weak.
Yeah, I did, and I like that.
With me, boy.
Yeah,
With me!
yes, and I like that song a lot. It's a great song. Listen, there's a difference between liking anime. I like anime. There's a lot of animes I watch that I really like, and there's a difference.
You should be able to appreciate Aya, dude. It's not
No.
bad.
Ayaya is used to literally. It's used to describe hardcore extreme weebs. I'm not talking about you guys. I'm talking about the people who are indirectly supporting the absolute cringe frogs and absolute filthy, disgusting, over obsessed with 1D drawings, pillow buying, cuddling with a fake character, then coming on the internet and having the audacity to try and give advice to people or give criticism to streamers of their own dating lives when they're fucking cuddling a pillow at home with a 1D object on it. Okay.
Whoa! Who said I meant any of that stuff, dude? It's literally just a picture of a fucking. It's a picture of an anime girl. That's all it is.
Sure.
You're adding like your own definition to this like.
Oh really?
fucking
Oh
emo.
really? So when Zero's selling a tier 3 Patreon of his anime character naked, that's not a situation.
I mean, that's my boy making some money, dude.
And when you
Making some money
subscribe
with
to
some
it
art, dude, that's
instantly, and not moments later, you jerked off 55 times in my restroom
What are you
and my
talking
room.
about? What, dude? Okay, wait.
On your towels?
You're
On my
mixing
towels?
up- Wait. Train. Hold on. Let me slow you down real quick. You're mixing up timelines right now, dude. Okay,
When was that?
I tier 3 subbed after I fucking masturbated into your towels, not before.
Well,
okay?
thank God. Thank
That's
God
right.
for that. That was the little courtesy you showed me, at least.
Wait, did you really jerk off in his room?
It was worse than that, Andy. But we won't go into it here.
No, dude.
After I end stream, if you're curious, we'll joke about it. And I'll tell you the story off stream with Lakari in the room. If you would.
Okay, so it's a real story. Nice.
Yeah,
I like that.
I want Lakari in the room so he can laugh at it with me.
You want him in the room so he could jerk off on you?
I mean, if there was no towels around, I would.
Not that extreme. Okay, when Train says it, he makes it sound like. And Train, I'm not saying. Okay, before you freak out at me, I'm not saying that it wasn't bad. Okay, but the way you say it, like, makes people think that I'm like this massive degen that just like came in your fucking sink and fucking like spread it over your controller.
Honestly, I would have rather you came into my sink. I would have rather you came into my sink. To be completely honest with you, 100%. 100%.
Was when you learned about it, was that legit the first time you learned about it on stream, that clip, or was that content?
It's the first time that he admitted to it, because I had walked in earlier that morning and I saw something I'm not going to say what I saw, but I saw something very fucking suspicious. I'm like, what the fuck is this? And his behavior was that of a 12-year-old getting walked in on by his parents and quickly shuffling and making up an excuse. It was a very suspicious behavior that I recognized in myself and other people. And when I saw this and confronted him, I said, okay, whatever, fuck it. Like, it's not a big deal. And then later that night, he brought it up and he started, like, talking about it in a meme-y way. So I assumed he was fucking around. And then after stream ended, I asked, yo, you're memeing, you're fucking around. And he's like, no, I wasn't. I was being serious. I'm like, then why'd you talk about it like that? And he's like, oh, I was just, making it into this. It was the easiest way to tell you. So, like, yes, it was all real. So I had suspicions of it, but I still thought he was memeing after the stream ended, and I asked him.
Say what it is. You can't talk about it for this long without saying what it is.
Wait, he said what it was.
No, Devin, I didn't.
Shit! I don't have the full story.
Off.
No.
Listen, the point is,
Here's
if we had a black light, listen, dude, let's just say the entire
the whole thing would be lit up.
let's just say, hey, if anyone wants to buy some neon towels, let me know, baby. Hey, I got those for sale. Hey, I got Lakari's DNA on those too, baby. Just let me know, boys. We'll call them. Hey, I got the brand name Lacario. There you go.
Lucario, yeah, there it is. Get your Lucarios.
Lucario, and the O stands for orgasm.
Exactly.
Oh, the O face.
Oh,
yeah.
Lucario, and it's his face, and his mouth is making an O.
Yeah, the O face.
Jens, I fucking love that movie, dude.
Oh,
to be fair, though, I have to say this part because it's only fair. Lakari was one of the best people. He was extremely a good person and probably one of the coolest friends I've had over as far as mental support goes and as far as being there for me. I have to say that part. That can't be overseen. He was very supportive.
And he didn't overstay his welcome. He came and then he left.
Okay, dude.
Okay, Andy. Okay, man. Okay.
Honestly, Andy, I wish it was that simple. He didn't come and leave. He came, he slept, he came again, went to the bathroom, came again, and again, and again, and again, and again. Then finally, he came again and then left. And that's facts.
How long did he stay with you?
Let's just. I believe he stayed for 3 days, and in that time, he probably used up more towels than all of us would have used up in a week together. 100% facts.
What's going on? Like, maybe you should talk to Manuel about a job or something, dude. Like, what's going on with you?
I mean, Lakari should go into that job. He'd be pumping out, like, he'd be doing some good facials from what I saw.
Yeah, bro. Like, I can't hook you up with black.
Dude, based on the crust on the towels, he has some fat loads. I'll tell you that right now. Some disgusting shit, dude.
All right, now it's getting very.
I just like how much attention you paid to it. Like,
listen. It's hard to ignore it when it's sitting.
I swear the towel was just there.
It's hard to ignore it when it's lying there, right there on your bed next to him while he's passed out like a baby.
You know when the towel it's standing on its own. That's how much it fucked it up.
Yep, it was in a triangular, crunched up form on the bed, like those nice napkins you see on expensive dinner tables.
Oh fuck! I know you are way too much
Full
now.
of
Hell yeah.
crown.
Perfect.
Jens is so happy that
Ain't
you
nothing
did
like
it.
having a triangle napkin conversation in this shit. Hell yeah. Oh yeah.
I love you, Lakari.
Hey, Jens, what kind of discussion fighters have when they're not talking about fighting?
Pretty much the same shit you doing right now.
Oh, okay.
My man.
Yeah, man. Same
Like-
dumb shit.
Like, did you ever complain about Tim Sylvia, like, and the leftover towels that he?
Oh God, no. I didn't. No, I didn't. Hell no. I had my own place. I remember. Okay, here I'll tell you this. So like, when people would come over to visit and stuff, I had a no deuce policy. For a while, they'd have to go. You gotta go to the bathroom. You got number 2. You gotta go home. You're not allowed to be
You
around.
gotta go home.
Yeah, you gotta go home. I ain't trying to
I
smell
was the
that
same
shit.
way.
You
I like
gotta
don't
go.
want people to fuck
Wait,
with my back.
Jens.
Bro, I'm telling you,
Ew.
but nah, then I started getting like, here, take the spray and go in. I mean, I don't want to hear about no towels. If I don't know about it, I'm not. You know what I mean? We all right, but
Yeah, I wish that was the case for me.
I mean, hey, what you about to do? Oh, man, you better get in your car and go on home. Yeah, I don't need to smell that. We all right with that. Hey.
I
No.
always live in apartments, never houses, so I always make them go to like the visitor bathroom. I'm like, yeah, on the
There you
second
go.
floor.
That's the
You know,
ticket, dude.
Exactly.
That's
Exactly.
the ticket.
The
No.
worst
I
is
got
when you're
one
in
of
a
those,
hotel
like,
room with a girl.
I'll tell you what's
Yeah.
worse. Well, I do in a hotel, but what's worse is I don't do public. So
Really?
I'll drive home.
I
If
don't
it's an
either.
hour, if I'm an hour away, I'm coming home.
I'd rather
don't-
shit my
I'm
pants than fucking
coming
sit
home.
on one of those
I
toilets.
have done
you
the
know,
tight
the-
butt cheek pose, trying to drive and like trying to. I'm like,
What if you're like mission
Yeah.
critical? Like you've never had like a bad burrito?
Mission critical, man. I've had a lot of spicy food, and I was like starting to head to the gym, and all of a sudden, like, nope, and I have to turn back around and head back to the house. I'm getting a little better with it now, but I mean, I just can't. The idea of sitting in a public toilet and having someone sit down next to you, start talking, like, oh,
Dude, I have the
I
worst.
feel like they're like memorizing my shoes, and then I'm gonna come out of that thing, and they're gonna be looking, going, that motherfucker
Dude,
right
the
there.
only
Wow,
thing,
woo.
the only thing I
Yeah,
can't
I'm freaked
stand,
out.
the
Dr.
only
Disrespect will be in there. Like,
true.
I felt enough.
The only thing I can't stand about public is, dude, I don't know what. After this, Manuel, you can go here. I don't know what. Listen, I don't mind shitting in public. I just put a layer of toilet paper on each of the plates, the sides, whatever the fuck. But anyways,
Yeah, exactly.
bullshit. that we
yeah,
have to do
I
that.
don't mind. I don't mind doing it. But the problem is, dude, every now and then, no matter where you go, you have that guy that sits there just breathing heavy like he's giving birth. He's breathing heavy. Just, I've never seen it. Dude, it's like a horror movie. It's like, bro, chill. Take a deep breath. Catch your breath. You're good. I don't know why this happens, dude. It's the most awkward thing here. Just hearing this guy breathe while I'm trying to drop a peaceful deuce.
Nah,
Yeah, one thing I can
lifting up my feet.
A peaceful.
One thing I
dude.
can say is, dude, NA's got a lot of cool stuff, but our bathrooms are the worst. Our stalls are the worst. Like
Oh,
the
yeah.
holes in between them.
Oh, yeah.
There's no pooping in peace. In Europe, like you're in like a cocoon. Like it's like you're surrounded. You got your own safe space with a door. But NA, man, you got all those gaps in between.
I was honestly brought up not to use public bathrooms unless like there's no other choice, dude. Like so I
it's nasty.
religiously avoid them. Like I just don't. Like my parents told me not to ever use a public bathroom unless there's no other choice.
Really?
Fuck
Yeah.
that.
I'm
dude.
surprised they didn't tell you not to do what he did over here.
They specifically instructed him to. They're like, yo, you're gonna go to Trainwreckstv, go jerk off on all those towels. Love ya.
Dude, okay, man. I get it, Train. I get it, dude. All right, you got me, man. Okay, I fucked up, dude. Okay, is that what you want me to say, huh? I'm sorry about your towels, dude. All right.
Hey, it's not the towels I'm worried about, dude. It's that mattress. That's what I'm worried about.
Oh,
Dude, the
shit.
mattress is fine, dude. I promise. I promise, dude.
Yeah, right, dude. I'm sure, dude.
I promise.
God knows what's in that ass crack after you take a shit, dude. And you lay there.
Dude,
God knows.
I'm very clean, dude. I'm very clean.
Okay. But I do have to ask. Now, talk about it. Has anybody ever, like, you are sitting there the one or two times? I'm gonna lie. Like, I try to avoid the public bathroom. And then what happens if someone tries to talk to you, like in the next stall? Do you talk to them?
That's
That'd
never
be like
happened.
the scariest
I
story.
don't think it's ever
It's a
happened.
horror story. I'm not saying it's. I'm saying.
Wait,
Listen,
say it again. Wait,
We've got a lot of amateur poopers here, okay? You guys that don't leave the house to poop or whatever. I've pooped it everywhere, dude. I've pooped in Korea. I pooped
have
it.
the worst story.
You're not enlightened until you poop at LAX, okay? And I have never once had somebody come up like, hey, how's it going? Like, that never happens in
So
a
like
public
they
bathroom.
sit on their toilet, you sit on your toilet and be like, so
No way.
what's going on
dog.
over there? How you
Dude,
doing?
that's nothing.
Like my biggest fear. I'm
Dude,
afraid
LA
someone's gonna be like, what's up? Slide their shoe over.
Dude,
How you doing?
LAX,
Like, nah, man,
LAX is nothing, dude. If any of you have played any sports in like some deep, like I used to play soccer in this like deep, like high culture, like just this just deep, like on the border of Arizona on Mexico, area. And if you went to a soccer game and you ended up having a stomach ache, which I did multiple times, we're talking like extreme diarrhea, right? When you go to those little small jail-like fucking 2x2 buildings, first of all, there is no door. Second of all, the toilet is metal. Third, there is no toilet seat. There is no toilet paper. There is no door. You're sitting there. You have to hover. You have to hover. And before you walk in there, you have to use. You have to grab. You have to give something up. Whether it's your socks, you have to give something up and use that to wipe and ditch it in that same bathroom. Not to mention, while you're doing it, there was no irrigation or sewage where you flush. It's just a hole.
Yeah, it's a hole that goes like 50 feet deep.
It's not even 50 feet deep. It's like 10 feet deep, where past shit is piled up. And as you're shitting, you smell every shit. As your shit plops down, you hear it hit the other shit. Just like that. And on top of that, to make it even worse.
Every shit that's ever been shit there.
I have a story.
Before you go, last quick one. The other worst part is about public is this: when you go into the stalls, people people don't listen. There's a very simple way to check. You just fucking you touch the door, see if it's locked. For some reason, people come in there with their fucking eye in the crack to see if you're in there. And I'm sitting there like, yo, what's up, dude? It's the most awkward thing ever, dude. Why are you looking in the crack?
That'd be fucked up. That's almost as bad as if they hopped up on top and leaned down over you. All right, man. I'm gonna shut up. Gotta tell it.
Okay, I have a story. I used to go run years ago. I used to run 5 miles every morning, 5 miles every evening, in a park in LA. And I went to that park, and it was 2.5 miles to go around the golf course, 2.5 miles to come back. So I do 2.5, and then I do another half a mile on my way back. So regardless, to go back to my car, I had like 2 miles to go. And all of a sudden, the need to take a shit, but like now, like not like in 2 miles, not in 5 minutes, like now. And my problem is it's a busy park where people run a lot, and there's no way for me to try to go behind the bushes and take a quick shit and then finish my run, right? I had to walk 2 miles with my ass cheeks so fucking tight, and I swear I was so in pain, and people walking or running by me and trying to hide this. And I started like remembering like videos of like guys during the Tour de France, they on their bike, they don't have time to stop, so they just shit in their hand and throw it. Like, I don't know if you've seen, and like I'm starting, like I was almost crying how bad it was. I'm like, fuck, I'm gonna shit myself. I end up doing those 2 miles walking, and I finally arrived to my car. There was no public bathroom there, and I'm in my car, but it's still not a bathroom. So I'm like, what the fuck am I doing now? I need to shit now. So I find a plastic bag in my car, and I just drop my pants, elevate, put the plastic bag, and I started taking a shit. Right when I start taking a shit, 2 hot girls walk right by my window.
Oh my god!
All they see is this. They don't see, but they can see that something super awkward, right? And they walk by and they look at me in a way where I don't know if they understand what I'm doing or not. They fucking go. I'm finally done. Luckily, I had baby wipes in my car somehow. And I have this bag, this plastic bag full of shit.
Oh,
Jesus
And there is
Christ.
no like trash cans. I don't know what to do because also there are too many people. I can't just drop it. So I'm thinking I'm gonna drive, and then fuck this. At one point, I just throw it through my window, and I'm gonna go. My gym was not far from there, so I'm thinking I'm gonna go to the gym, shower there, like get rid of all this shit. And believe me or not, there's a car that followed me from the park to my gym. So at no point I was able to just throw it through the window. I arrive at my gym and there is no parking spot. And the only thing I can do, the gym where I go, there is a valet. And I have to drive my car to the valet. But the smell in my car.
Oh, no.
I was running my fucking window. I don't care if people say fake in the chat. I know what happened. And dude, I was so embarrassed. And
I'm sorry, dude.
I knew that valet for years. When he got in my car, he looked at me like, "Why? What did you do to me?"
I had
Yo, wait, I gotta show you something, Train. That was a fucking sick story.
Wait, there's valet at the gym?
Yeah, the gym where I go there.
Dude, Train, show this on stream. This is like punk rock history right here. CBGB's. It's the world's.
Can you link it on Twitter, please?
You can't. I can't get it on Discord. Okay.
Oh, I can, but I have to. It's fine. I'll do it.
I can do it.
I got locked out of the house one time and had to take a shit in the backyard when I came home from high school. And then my dog.
I don't think I've ever been in a situation where I had to take a shit, but I didn't have like a bathroom.
All right, I DM'd it on Twitter.
Well, because of what you did, Lucari, if you ever have to take a shit here, you won't have a bathroom. Okay. Let me see this.
This is CBGB before it closed down. It was like a.
Should I show this?
Yeah, you can show that. It's a historic punk rock live place that was around for years and years. A lot of.
Oh my gosh.
Oh, it's just open. Oh, that's crazy.
You just gotta sit high up on the throne and just look down at everybody, be like, "What's up? Yeah, I'll be done in a minute. I got you."
You go see a live show, right? You see some punk rockers play, and then you go to the bathroom, and then that's what you see.
Jeez.
Now that'd be awkward, just being the person sitting up there.
Even if you're
everybody just walking in looking at him. I'm saying you being just looking, he's sitting up there, he's like, I mean, you nod, you like, "What's up?" I mean, what you do? Oof. Man,
It's
that
so
kind of
awkward.
stank, man. Come in with your own spray. I don't know.
Oh, dude, I saw this one thing that you like spray into the toilet bowl before you shit, and it like takes the scent away. Have you ever heard about that?
No. Hell no. That's tight.
It's serious. You just spray 2 sprays into the water and it works. Yeah, it's called poopery.
Poopery? Get out of here. Oh, shit. I want some poopery.
It smells
Poopery,
good.
Joy.
It smells really good. It works.
Toilet, dude. The Japanese toilets, I got it all figured out. Even if you stay at a cheap hotel, a cheap apartment, they all got fucking built.
I thought that was a meme until I used one, dude. It is actually
Seat
better.
warmer. Warms your ass cheeks and then washes it.
Yeah.
Oh, wait, the bidet?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, the built-in bidet, the Toto.
Hell yeah.
toilet.
The first time I got that squirt, I said, what the? And I was like, all right. That ain't, okay.
I have a bidet, but it's too cold. It doesn't work for me.
God, this thing had a seat warmer. You can flip the damn temperature on the seat. It's like you're not getting up.
Control.
Hell yeah.
Yeah, it's pretty nice. I experienced them in Tokyo. Absolutely fucking awesome.
Does it feel better when it's warm? Because that's what I hear.
Yes.
It's like really good when it's warm.
Yes. Well,
Those built-in toilets are crazy.
when that seat's warm, dude, it's just you don't want to get up.
Just time to relax. What? No. Oh, yeah. Right?
Damn.
All right. Well, we ended on a high note.
Yes, we did.
Right.
Yeah, we
Talking
did
about
end on a
shit,
pretty
that
high
was
note, huh?
Yeah. Shit talking.
Literally shit talking.
Yeah. Hey, Jens, who's your favorite fighter to watch? Who's most entertaining for you now?
Right now?
Yeah, nowadays.
Man, you know what? I'm a big fan of a lot of fighters. I'm a big fan of MMA in general. You know what I mean? Obviously, Max and watching like Zhang Weili, when she gets in, this girl is going to be a train wreck, dude. She's going to be fighting here coming up. I'm really excited to see her fighting Andrade. Like all my sucker punch fighters, I'm a big fan. You know what I mean? I'm just a big fan of fighting in general. I like, you know, you never know what's going to happen. It's a lot of fun just kind of just watch him and Johnny Walker. I mean, there's so many. That's why, like, I start saying one
Johnny
name,
Walker,
then I'm an
shit.
asshole for leaving out the other 500. So I'm
No,
saying,
I know
I'm a
what you
fan
mean.
of, you know what I mean? I'm a big
I know
fan
what
of
you mean.
fighting, and but you do get excited to see a lot of fights, and there's just certain ones, you know, you get all pumped up for. This last card was great. I mean, there's cards coming up that,
So
yeah,
amazing,
man, there's
dude.
a lot. There's a lot. Congratulations. I mean, yeah, it's shit. It's crazy. You know what I mean, I don't know, Frankie Edgar. So they were talking about all the different belts coming up, and
Yeah.
you know, I think there should be more hype with Frankie Edgar and Max Holloway, but I don't know. We'll see. You know, Bones
I
Jones.
don't know. I don't know why Frankie Edgar is such an amazing fighter for so many years. He's still fighting the best of the best. He was the champion. Then he lost a couple times to the champion. You don't.
Yeah.
It's not like he lost to like guys that did, you know, his only losses
Yeah.
were to the champ.
He was the
And-
top guys.
You know, and he's still relevant after this many years, and him getting the title shot is so deserved. So
Yeah.
deserved.
Cool.
I'm going to the Cormier Miocic too, actually.
Oh yeah. Oh
Yeah.
shit. All
And-
right. Well,
and
I'll see if I go. But well, we got
Yeah.
Sacramento's this weekend, right?
Yeah, yeah,
Sacramento. You got Uriah Faber back out
Yeah.
with Simon.
yeah.
So
Right.
I was watching.
Have you been to Ruka, the Octagon in Ruka? You know what that is?
No, where's that?
Oh, it's in California. It's like a clothing warehouse, but they
Like
have
the
an
brand.
Octagon.
Remember Ruka?
Yeah,
They
the
used
brand.
to put they used to Ruka. They used to sponsor a lot of fighters. Actually,
Yeah,
it looks like a V, but it's Ruka.
Okay, is that what it's called? Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah,
And I know what you're talking about. Yeah.
Yeah.
Isn't Prillo? Wasn't Prillo over there and BJ and everybody's training over there?
Yeah, BJ's good friends with the owner.
BJ was over there and stuff. Okay, yeah, I've been through there once, twice.
Yeah.
Once I left Seattle and came out here to old Iowa, I don't get to go back home too often. I'll be back west this summer finally, but I don't go
Or
too
when you go
often.
to TwitchCon, bang.
Oh yeah, hey, wait, where is TwitchCon? Is it San Diego?
It's
San Diego. Yeah.
Ooh, all right, all right.
If you're ever in LA, hit me up.
Oh, I'm hitting you up without a doubt. It's happening. Leave that.
Awesome.
I'm telling you right now.
Awesome.
Hey, well, it was a fun cast, guys. I hope you guys all had a good time. Jens, you have a good time?
I had a blast, man. Thank you very much. If you can ever do it again, just let me know.
Hey, every Thursday.
You have
Every
my-
Thursday.
You have my info, so
It's always
yeah,
a pleasure,
man.
Train.
If
Hey,
I'm down, yeah,
Jens,
let me in. I would love to.
It's every Thursday night at 10:30 CT.
Oh, let's go. I'm in.
Hey,
abs-
we'll see you next week then, yeah?
Oh shit, let's go. Hell
Hey,
yeah.
my man, we'll see you next week.
All right, thank you guys very much. I appreciate it. Hey, Manuel, all you guys, Andy, man, I'm gonna mess up everybody's name, so thank y'all
Thanks,
very
Jens.
much.
Nice to meet you,
Nice to
man.
meet you,
Kevin,
Jens.
Manuel, Raj, Andy,
Nice
Slasher,
to meet
Lucario, yeah.
You're awesome,
you
man.
right
It's good
now.
to meet you.
Hey,
dude.
Yo,
thank you,
chat.
guys.
Yo, mods, please spam Jen's Twitch in the chat. Spam it, guys. Please go follow. Super, super cool, down to earth dude. Deserves all the support from all of you. Not to mention, hey, he's Squad W. He's getting it tatted on his neck. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. We'll get that
That's
thing. We'll
loyalty.
get that.
That's
That's
permanent.
happening. Yeah, that's without a doubt. That's definitely happening. But thank you
My
guys
man.
very much. I do appreciate it.
Guys, please spam everyone's. Do we have some? Fuck it. Yeah,
Yeah, they got on the spam. It's all good.
Is it? Well, no, I know, but I'm saying, can we get everyone's together as one? Guys, spam these, please, please, please. Go follow Devin. Devin has been an awesome, awesome friend. Listen, all of us are boys here, okay? Don't believe what you read on that trash LSF trash. Like, they take 30 seconds trying to make us into enemies. Listen.
That's my favorite website.
Yeah, I know. Devin's cool as fuck. Him and I are boys, okay? We're friends. I love him to death. He's been on every podcast. I mean, he's been on every podcast for the last, month and a half now? 2 months?
Yeah,
It's been a
something like that,
long-ass
man.
time,
I
dude.
appreciate
Yeah.
it a lot.
Hey, please go follow him, guys. Super, super awesome guy. And just good vibes. Just good vibes. That's just...
Thanks, dude.
That's
I didn't have as much to input today, but
For me,
like,
that's
hopefully-
if there was a
Yeah.
selling point, that's a selling point. Just good fucking vibes.
Thanks, man.
Spam his channel, guys. Devin Nash, Manuel Ferreira TV, guys. You already know he's probably on your other monitor as you're watching, and you have me muted. Go give him a follow on Twitch, boys. He deserves the love. He already gets the love. He deserves more, though.
Love me, please.
Huge shout out to Raj Patel. Super cool dude. He has shows, 4 shows a week, I believe, right? 4 shows a week. 3
On a
shows
good
a week.
week.
3 shows
Depends
a week,
on the
4
week.
shows a week, depends on the week. Super
Yeah.
fun stream, guys. Big show. It's a huge show. Go follow the stream, guys. Raj Patel, Andy Milanakis. It's been a long ass time, but always it's a pleasure having you on. I love you so fucking much, dude.
Thanks, bro.
I've
You
missed,
too, man.
Hey, my man, I missed you, dude. Guys, go follow Andy Milanakis. Go show him some love. I still got to go out to LA. I own a LA trip.
That's
for like
why
a year
I'm
and a half.
moving anyway.
Wait, where are you going?
Are
To
you?
New York.
Oh,
Yeah,
yeah,
moving
New
to New
York.
York.
Well, that
Wait,
that,
why?
You made the right decision, Andy.
I'm moving to New York for IRL
Come
because
back,
I've done
baby.
IRL in LA for 2.5 years. When I'm
that's
not
good.
going on trips, I want to have a home base where I actually still like doing IRL. So
Yeah.
I'm going to move to New York.
Yeah.
So guys,
For a year.
go follow Andy Milanakis' streams. Slasher, just follow his Twitter, twitter.com/slasher. Is that right? Or is it just Rod? Yeah, it's Slasher, right?
Yeah. Thank you, Train, for having me. And Jens, by the way, any worry that you had, you're the fucking man tonight. Good
thank you.
shit all around.
Thank you.
You fit the show so well. You should come back definitely.
I would love to. No, I would love to do it, man. Thank y'all
Agreed.
very much. In a second,
Definitely
you
seem
just
like
say the
a
word.
true fucking wholesome.
Slasher. I mean, dude,
Good-hearted dude.
this
Thank you. I
this
appreciate that. I appreciate that.
dude, this cast, it's like I wouldn't have ever guessed. Like if you would have asked me even 3-4 months ago, or even in the beginning, I would have never guessed it would like. These would be the regulars, like Devin, Slasher, like Slasher. I would have never guessed. You're a regular now, like, and I love it. I love when you're on. I love when Devin's on. Right? We have Manuel on every week. You know, like it's
Dude,
absolutely
Slasher,
insane. We have Raj,
I
Andy.
I didn't think the things were gonna go so well between you two after the first stint, and like it's crazy how things change. You know what I mean? I love that.
It's insane, dude. It's absolutely insane. And then we have Lucario here, guys. Make sure to follow his Twitch, guys. Twitch.tv/Lucario with an Omega Lol at the end. Twitch.tv/Lucari, guys. Lacari. He's a super good friend. His manners may not be there, but he's a great friend.
Big lol for your OCD, dude.
True. Huge support to Lucari.
Obsessive
Hearts
cum
in chat,
disorder.
Oh, yeah. Holy shit, dude. You set yourself from that one.
Oh, dude, I can't win, dude. I can't win here, man. I just literally even Andy is bullying me at this point, man. What can I do?
I'm just fucking high. I'm trying to throw them shots out.
Hey.
I feel it.
Huge.
Trying to
Huge.
farm them. Oh my god.
Yeah, that's right,
Well,
baby.
farm them little W's. I got
Thanks,
it.
Train.
Hey, huge shout out to all of you guys. Jens, I'd love to have you on next week. You're awesome.
I'm in.
You're
Yeah,
amazing.
let's do it. I'll be
Hey.
here.
Hey, my man, I'll see you Thursday. Guys, make sure to follow them all. I love you guys. Have a great night, guys. Bye.
See you,
Hey,
everyone.
good night.
Thanks, kid.
There you go.